Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on here, join our cult.
Wow!
Look, they're joining in because the boss told them to.
Aye.
Ah. Ooh. You lovely, lovely Savoy dip with extra gravy, bunch of bastards. It's the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. You listen to the dulcet tones of Maffew, joined by the illustrious, sexy crew here
Hello.
at Cultaholic. Jack is back, as is Ross. Hooray! It's a proper one.
Up the B team.
We're back.
Go,
Come on.
go.
The B is for banter. Oh, God. Oh, no.
B is for this better be the last time this happens.
Well, let's take,
That was a definite silence.
let's take a week off at the same time. Ross went to Germany.
I went Germany.
You did.
What a
Deutschland.
boring place Dortmund is.
Is it?
It turns out the second biggest tourist attraction after one of the best European football teams there is a steel factory.
Oh.
You have a guided tour
wow.
and watch some metal getting formed, shaped.
How was it?
Do you think I went and over there and did that? You must be joking.
What else did you do there?
I just drank beer and ate red meat.
I was
Probably
gonna say,
took
were
several
the-
years off my life.
Were the Dortmund fans friendly?
Oh yeah, I was
Okay.
in the home end, wasn't I? Just had to.
Were you?
It was like, yes, we're from Newcastle. Shake hands, sit down,
Oh,
and it was fine from there on
That's
out.
like rugby.
Yeah, but however, there was a group of Germans behind us, and there was a foul. Like the Dortmund player was fouled, and in the process of them going, "Hey, that's a foul," they literally went on my pal that was sat next to me, spilled an entire pint on his head. It was on purpose, and we didn't.
Is it? Was it?
Yeah, we could tell. Just the trajectory was like literally like
Yeah,
a Dave Benson
yeah.
Phillips like gungeon.
Oh, that's not on.
So yeah, we didn't have the chance to go like, yeah, we've scored a goal in riposte.
I was going to say, like, you're like, don't worry. Once we equalize, whatever.
But I was good. Back to the wrestling.
How are you, Matthew? All right?
I'm all right, pal. I'm
That's
all
good.
right. Just ticking by. It's going to be some good life changes. Then it's not happening, so it's just normal, bog standard Maffew.
What do you mean?
I was going to be moving, but then it's not happening.
Oh,
Again?
more house drama.
Bloody
Yeah,
Nora.
it's crazy. But everything's okay my side. They just said, yeah, the seller hasn't done their end.
Yeah.
I'm like, the people who are selling the property, don't they want the money?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And they're like, well, we'll get back to you. I'm like, all right.
Is
cool.
your realtor Terry Funk? This flip-flopping, you know that?
Oh, right, okay, yeah,
I
right,
thought of that and
I
I
don't know,
realised he's
but
dead, isn't he? Yeah.
That explains they put the ladder on their head the other day and just span around wildly. They're a bit old, so I was able to walk away. Very,
God, what a great pleb banter section this
Yeah,
has been
it's
so
doing
far.
It's been, yes, my life is boring and unspectacular, so of course I brought up in a podcast. We're white lads. What about yourself, Jack?
I'm all right. I'm really tired for some reason, but I've only been in one day this week. I was off Monday, Tuesday.
Ring rust, innit?
yeah,
Office rust.
yeah, office rust. But I've got no.
Like on this NXT UK lads, have one match a month, and then I've hurt my ankle.
It was a weird week.
Doing an Irish whip.
I had like last week off, and then these two because I do all the what happened at pay-per-views and that. Since pay-per-views moved to a Saturday, sometimes so I've just when they used to be on a Sunday all the time, I'd just have the next Monday off. But now they're on a.
I'm paying attention, honestly. Because that was making
was
so
almost-
much noise.
He almost exagerated it to disrupt.
He was making so much noise that
very
to get rid
boring
of it.
story.
And in the
but-
process of getting rid of it, it made even more noise.
So yeah, basically I've accrued a lot of holiday time from just working all these pay-per-views, but since they're on a Saturday, I don't take the following Monday anymore. And it's just I've had to use this holiday time before the busy Christmas period, and so that meant that I booked last week off very last minute and didn't have time to really plan anything. So I've just been doing nothing, just been doing my head in. I'm glad to be back. Honestly, it's just been very boring.
So what do you do to relax when you're not watching wrestling? And,
Well, that's all I do.
Have a wank.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, I mean, just,
Yeah, why not?
sorting your life out. And who wants to do that, right?
Yeah. But no, it's been a very. I wish I'd had more time to think, like to plan some activities and that before. But yeah, just had a wang. Just chilled out.
Do you want to
Glad
see
to
this
hear it,
pleb
mate.
banter section go war Tisham in the 5th gear, maybe even 6th gear, potentially 7th if
Whoa,
you can't
whoa,
go so
whoa.
high? Is your Christmas decorations up yet, lads?
Oh, absolutely not. Not a chance. No.
Nah, me neither.
Not until December.
Joel?
God, no.
Yeah.
No, not until December.
I always wondered,
Joe
Joel,
said.
why do you never just leave the mic on?
Because then they can hear all my... If I'm shuffling about over here, they'll be able to hear through this.
Tim
micro,
Murray going,
so-
it's crap this.
Only 3 hours to go.
Dear Wrestle Talk, are you looking for an editor?
Oh,
We're there, do you?
word.
Bloody hell.
Jesus.
In news, the Bunny exits AEW. Oh, bugger. Speculation on the Bunny's statuses began after it was speculated that the Bunny's profile had been removed from the AEW roster page. and then it's been confirmed by PW Insider. AEW would like to confirm that Butcher and the Blade are still in the company, even though we rarely see them.
Yeah.
So,
It was an odd time for her, like. She got going a little bit around that sort of death matchy time that she had on, was it a Rampage, a Daly's Place? I can't remember what show it was, but it was definitely a Daly's Place.
yeah.
But then apart from that, it just felt like she was the third of the 3 Bs.
Yeah.
The 3 Bs, yes, that actually works. It's a shame. I like the gimmick and look and stuff like that, but it's clear that they've not got big plans for Butcher and the Blade or even the Bunny at this point. So
Yeah, she was in a weird tag team with Penelope as well for a bit.
that's right.
Yeah.
But Tony Khan doesn't care about women.
But Penelope's now back with Kip Sabian, though. I saw that the other day.
Oh, so it could be worse. You mean?
Kip's like back to being sort of like
He's
a
sexy again.
yeah,
He's not a
freak.
poisonous man.
He's just annoying now.
Oh, he's back to being sexy Kip.
Annoying, sexy Kip.
Sexy Kip. He'll
Go on.
make
Keep it
your-
going.
I can't even, make your ankle rip. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
He'll make
yeah,
you
yeah.
penny farthing tips, so he will.
Oh, it's back. It's good again. Also, maybe related to this, AEW not believed to be profitable right now. And, there's so many of these,
What, are
you know,
wrestling promotions losing money?
some of these, the sky's falling reports you see, but this isn't from Eric Bischoff wanting clicks or anything else like that. Brandon Thurston of Wrestle
Oh, no.
Economics.
That means it's real.
Yeah, he's usually all right about these numbers games. He thinks Tony is incredibly committed to WBD. He's insanely loyal. As from recently, Fox was now possibly for AEW SmackDown leaving. He could blah, 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 skip this. I'm confident they aren't profitable now. They need to make $200 million a year in media rights to get to profitability. They'll get some increase. They could get triple what they're getting now. It's not reasonable. But he's going to continue to run the company and do what he's doing, whether it's profitable or not.
Whether he wants to or not.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, yeah.
Hey, Daddy's just going to bail him out, isn't he? That's how the company started, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
His dad going, I want to see how you spend my money before I die. So he
I've got
started
2
a
words for your son, tax write-off.
But it's interesting it's happening now because you would think with Collision being a thing and more money revenue, you would assume coming in through that channel, that this would not be an unprofitable time for AEW.
Well, I think people have to buy tickets to these things to...
Yeah, but get TV rights still, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's the key thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Is Collision this week on Friday?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
3 hours of AEW against
Yes.
2 hours of Smacky Doon.
They do
What are the 3? Oh, Collision and Rampage.
It's a live rampage as opposed to the dead rampages we've been having.
It's true.
Come on.
Although it might not be true.
We don't watch it.
We don't watch
know.
it. We don't know. It might be good.
I do watch it.
Who
It's-
won out of Santana and Ortiz? I don't know what happened with that feud. Has it
Yeah,
happened
did.
yet?
Yeah,
Who won?
they had the match.
Who won?
One of them.
Oh, Jeremy Corbyn of you.
Santa. Oh,
I don't know why I brought that up. I just saw the clip going around on Twitter. Do you see it?
what's the clip you talking about?
Piers Morgan. That doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's
I've already
irrelevant.
lost interest.
I know.
Effie reveals he rejected the NWA because of Tyrus.
Mate, your ordering of news stories is mad. It's nuts.
Is it?
I don't care about Effie. No, sorry.
Oh,
no,
I
sorry.
see how
no,
it
no,
is.
Sorry,
So
no,
Effie
I
thinks
do.
you care about
I
Effie
do
the way you
care-
spoke in
I
this
do-
clip.
I
You know what I told Jack?
I meant to
said,
say,
go F yourself.
Can I
I'm just going to change it
can
to
I just-
Jack now
I
instead
meant
of
to
Billy
say- I meant
Corgan.
to say I don't care about Tyrus, and I made a huge mistake. And I realised
Nah, I didn't.
I've picked the one that the internet likes, and now I feel. Oh,
They asked me to come work for Cultaholic. They
No,
begged.
no,
they had multiple
no.
people call me to come work at Cultaholic.
I don't care about
You know what I
Tyrus.
said? I'm not helping you. They said, Adam Pacitti isn't here anymore. You know what I said? You leaned into what Adam Pacitti was doing, which was hate speech.
What's
and,
going on? Are you just
Fox
replacing
News
people's
bullshit.
names? With...
Yeah, I've changed it.
Oh,
Now
right.
that you've started a feud, I've just rewritten it
was
slightly.
Billy Corgan who you were saying there?
No, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, right.
sorry. For such a long period of time that it effed you. And now you want Effie to come and fix things and do a PR job. No, I'm not helping you. I don't need you. I'm not helping your company look competent.
Well, yeah,
Then what happens, he says? You blow your TV deal with the C-Dub network because, the GC Dubs are all smoking stuff. Is that the rumor going around? No, the NWA guys are doing fake stuff live on the air and getting pulled off Fight TV and losing their TV deals. Ha, ha, ha. It's easy as giving me $50 million. You stupid, dumbass piece of poo.
Should we-
Go be a rat in a cage, dumbass Adam Pacitti. You loser.
Billy Corgan.
I thought it was a good run.
Imagine
Yeah,
if
fair.
Pacitti was the front man of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Just pint all my rage.
I'm still just a rat in a cage delicious.
I just like to apologise to Effie there. I meant to say Tyrus. But also, I thought it was going to be like, the news this week was going to be like, we've learned who the devil's not and who's going to be this big new
Well,
signing.
guess who?
Who's going to be
He's
this big
not
new...
got glasses.
No, it's not CM Punk. That's a new story.
How do you know?
Oh, never.
Wait, what are you on about?
It came out yesterday.
What came out yesterday?
Someone reported that it's. I can't remember who.
Someone reported that it's not CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because we have better.
Might have been Meltzer.
Can I have a guess who it was?
It wasn't.
Was it the
I don't
Houseman?
know if it was the Houseman.
Joel, have a Google. See who reported this. See if it was reputable.
Wait, how do we know it's not? This is
Well, it was
this is
reported that
silly
it's not CM Punk.
That's what they want you to think.
No.
But if the house
You
reports
puppet.
it, if the house reports it, that's.
I don't know.
He's having a great time, isn't he?
I believe everything I read online.
And also,
I hate you, Effie.
even before
You smell.
the news story came out, I didn't think it was Punk anyway. It would be mad if it was Punk. It would be insane.
There was a little bit of me that thought it could be.
Yeah, it's that 1% that
As
goes,
in-
ooh, but maybe.
But it had been a work all along, or this is just they've reconciled.
No, they would have reconciled,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, none of work. There's no
No,
chance
there's
of that,
no,
no.
yeah, no.
Because I didn't realize how much like it would have been mint if they did make a thing of it until watching OSW review All In, and they made the thing. Oh, it's just a shame there. CM Punk's such a gorgeous lady.
That's the exact quote.
You can tell they recorded it sort of in the earlier days of the, because I think they recorded part of that episode the night after, like the night of All In, after the
5
show.
a.m., wasn't it?
Yeah, and they're still saying like, well, in this instance, I think Punk's right in this argument, but we'll have to just wait and see. Like they don't know what's gonna come. Like they don't.
It's a good
know.
snapshot.
Yeah. The other big one with AEW as well was Tony's announced that a highly respected wrestler's going to sign.
Yes, I was obviously going to include that in the wrestling that we feature because we like to look at the wrestling shows.
Oh, was that said on one of the wrestling shows?
I
thought
feel
that
like it
just
was
a news
emphasized a bunch on Dynamite, but now that you say that, you might be right.
It was mentioned specifically during the Young Bucks match,
Thank you.
Oh,
which
it's
I
CM
thought was
Punk.
interesting.
Because we like to try and, believe it or not, we do try and streamline a bit of this podcast now and
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously not right now.
Tubman in Japan.
Nick Aldis takes shot at NWA. Again, more NWA exciting news. That's what the kids like, eh? The SmackDown GM took a dig at the NWA on the Instagram page last night by sharing a graphic promoting WWE's NXT October 2024 move to the CW alongside the song Into the Fire.
Into the fire!
They
by
got rid
Dokken.
of that as well, didn't they? That theme.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's a good theme.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember when it was good at the start?
It was really good.
Hour with the
Yeah,
3 hours.
But then for some reason it became all about Billy Corgan.
Crap with 3 R's.
Yeah.
NWA crap. Metalik apparently allegedly refused to lose on Rampage. And more details have come up.
Oh, what a theme song.
Yeah.
What a pay-per-view.
Makes you want to kick a hole in the wall.
That was when
aggressive.
Pacitti turned
You
heel.
want to stand up and when Kurt Angle's in the room.
I can't believe he pushed Martin Kirby off the ropes and Joseph Connors retained.
Shocking.
Nobody saw it live.
Oh yeah, broke.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that show.
We released it later.
I was like, guys, you guys should be so happy how good that show was.
we were in
Everyone
charge
walking around
of
doing
that.
the Charlie Brown walk with their head down like this. Oh, they were so sad.
No, it wasn't. We were fine.
That was the nameless and the faceless up above.
Yeah.
What? You're the devil. I knew it. It's reported over the weekend that Metallic apparently refused to take a loss in a match against Commander, an AEW Rampage, who led the bout being cut from the show and just flat out replaced. And Metallic apparently was Fightful Select. Here we go. Metallic was unwilling to suffer multiple consecutive losses without being under a full-time AEW deal. It's just a honky-tonk man again, isn't it? Honky-tonk man, Metallic, often said in the same sentence.
It's an odd one because, like, surely one way you would get to a full-time AEW deal is by doing the business with the other wrestlers and the promoter and whatnot. Not doing what he's done there.
Then he refuted it though. Said it wasn't true.
What wasn't true?
That he refused to lose.
Boom.
Yeah. Sorry. But then people were, I think I saw it on like Reddit or Twitter, and then people were speculating underneath that maybe both are true. So he didn't refuse to lose necessarily. He just wanted like a screwy finish. Like he didn't want to lose clean.
WCPW presents refuse to comment. Gunther reveals, I was gutted by this. Gunther reveals heat with Bret Hart.
Not just Bret. He hates the Ultimate Warrior as well, which brings it
that's
down a
all
bit.
right. Yeah.
It was the Dark Ages.
I've heard the Warrior bit, but what's the Bret bit?
I think
He
it's
took my wife.
I think it's obvious that in ring, he's one of the best to ever do it. Very enjoyable. He's very popular in Germany and Austria. I know Bret Hart likes telling us this. He was a big superstar there. I don't forget. And that man sat at my match in Cardiff and was not mentioning nice things after that. so he's not going to get anything nice with me.
Brett's
Too
slagging off-
bad he's not in the state anymore to settle this in the ring.
Whoa, that's
I
really
took
nasty.
issue with the leg slapping during the Gunther vs. Sheamus IC match at the Castle. He's saying, I was embarrassed by it.
Oh, Brett.
It's just a sign of the times, isn't it?
Come on, Brett.
Yeah.
He was pals with Dynamite Kid, who inspired all of this stuff.
Dynamite Kid would not slap it.
No,
He would
wouldn't-
slap someone
no.
else's thigh and then face.
Yeah,
And that's just to say hello backstage.
But the high flying and the, that was a lot of that was Dynamite Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett's being a grumpy old man, isn't he?
Brett's being
who could
Brett.
believe it? Yeah.
It's like Gunther and Brett arguing. It's like when you see like your parents not getting along. Man, Jesus, what am I supposed to do now? Oh, that's right. And then
Who are you picking out of those two?
Oh,
Though? If I
no.
If I had to shoot you in the face if you didn't give an answer, who are you picking?
Do you coward? Great Muta finds baby up a mountain.
Oh, God,
Sorry?
here we go.
One of the most bizarre pro wrestling segments of the year took place today
This is Mock
during
the Week.
Pro Wrestling Noah's Monday Magic event. Kaiji Muto has been retired since his final match against Chono inside the Tokyo Dome, blah, blah, blah. The Great Muta resurfaced in Noah after first being shown in the mountains chopping wood. The Hall of Famer heard crying from the trees, and he soon discovered a baby wrapped in a shawl. Instead of simply caring for the baby, Muta immediately spat green mist in the child's face before bringing the babies indoors and feeding them a bottle of green mist.
It's interesting stuff, that green mist, because I saw a little video on the social media again a few weeks ago where he impregnates a lady with the mist.
Dabbing and Hustle, yes.
Yeah. So
And now
to-
came Akabono, I believe.
What?
Akabono, the big sumo dude who wrestled Big Show one time.
Bono. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to emphasize the Bono bit of that.
But what can't it do, this green mist?
is this kind of like a Tekken scenario? Is he going to give birth to like the devil child, and that's going to be what's going to happen? And then the kid's going
And then the devil's going to appear at AEW.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the devil is.
Imagine if the devil's a baby.
It's Baby Muta the entire
several-
time.
It's several babies stood on each other's shoulders.
Be better than Jungle Boy being the devil, that's for sure.
Yes, it would. Who
you
looks
see-
like several babies stacked on top of one
Oh, I
another.
wish I looked like Jungle
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Gorgeous. He's do you see Punk's Instagram story where he
No, I
teased that he's the
haven't.
devil? He's
Oh, so Houseman lied.
well, I don't know if it was Houseman or not. I can't remember who made that report. But Punk's done a Instagram story of him with devil horns and stuff, and he's just blatantly trying to like hype it up so that it falls flat when it's not him. And good for him. Fair play to him.
I think he should debut again in WWE on Friday when they're going head to head with Collision. Do it, man.
Yeah.
Stick the knife in some more.
This is all the Young Bucks' fault. Somehow.
Making me sound like I'm fully on the WWE bandwagon now, isn't it?
We are.
Oh, we're not, man.
Hey,
I
stand
was
up a Vince.
honestly thinking, this is how bored I was during my week off. Like, I was thinking about the Culties, and I was like, who am I going to nominate for Promotion of the Year? Like, no one's had, like, a stellar year.
I'd say WWE have been great. Overall, in terms of entertainment, absolutely.
I think of
Consistency.
I think of 3 letters.
Oh.
I can't.
Consistency, entertainment,
And to next segment.
groundbreaking new gimmicks.
Next segment. No time to
Bringing
hear
back
Ross's
old
thoughts.
classics.
No time whatsoever.
Iron Survivor Challenge is yet to happen.
Yeah.
Joel, while we're still here.
that's
We need to
true.
get the next segment.
Is that actual end, is it?
Oh, wait, Joel found it. Now.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
That's time for everyone's favourite, most prestigious segment of the entire podcast, the Hall of Fame. In condescending order from last week, Big Brother, Pachiti's pick, 4%.
That's a shocker, that, because I'm into Big Brother this year as well.
Is it because it's gone back to its roots?
It has. It has. It's been mild compared to what it used to be back in the day, but still palatable all the same.
We were on I was on Twitter last night, and all it came up with was like, get Tom out, no Tom, no.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
boring
do I
prick.
print screen this? Probably not it. Ghost Watch, 9%, because we watched that on stream.
Ghost Watch.
Yeah, the really crazy out there BBC thing they did, where it was, they thought, oh, we'll make this thing look real.
Oh!
And lots of people did not get the fact that it wasn't.
They
supposed
worked
to be.
everyone.
Yeah.
I can't believe, looking back, that the BBC did that.
I believe the BBC was like, people will get this right. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Was it on Halloween? Or
I'm not sure it was Halloween in particular, but yeah.
But it was to spook people.
It did. It spooked a lot of people. 9%. Ooh. Tom's dad booing Tom at Impact Wrestling. 87%. So that was Tom's dad voting 3 times.
That sounds like Tom's dad behaviour.
Yeah, Tom's dad.
Well, I've only met Tom's dad once at Tom's engagement
He's
party.
just old Tom.
No, he's like Dark Tom. Like he was coming around
on.
going like, "Oh, is he still like stealing a living? Is he still doing a fake crap job?" Tom, way, look at him, way. I'm like, "All right, mate."
He's
No
like-
offense, I'm sure he's lovely,
he's like-
really.
he's
but I was
like-
like,
I just realised- he's like,
Effie, Tom's
no.
Warjack. Uncensored.
No, I just, that's the only time I met him, and he was just slagging Tom off all the time, and I was like, oh, sad.
What's that lad from The In-Betweeners? His dad?
Yeah. Jay's dad.
He's a
Yeah.
complete dick.
Yeah.
That
But, like-
scene where he goes in the urinal and he's
But like, but Tom's like boundless enthusiasm. Like, you can't do that to Tom.
So if he's Dark Tom, does Tom's dad do meth?
Oh, right. What's the opposite of? Yeah.
I had to think then. Right?
Some sort of downer. I don't know.
Like this podcast right
The
now.
Soma
Sorry for
King.
asking that.
So,
Yes, Soma King, yes.
so he booed him.
It's like Tiger King, but he collects pills. Yeah, Tom's dad booing at Impact Wrestling. 87%. Wow.
Bloody hell.
Do you think of any other family relatives that have heckled ye? Because you should put them in. They'll probably get voted in. If not, don't worry, think of something else.
I have got one. I'm going to nominate that this week.
Go ahead, Tom.
Am I going first, am I?
Go ahead. You got something?
It's something I brought up before, but something that always gets a laugh. It's the fact that my grandmother, when telling me off, would always call me a nonce. Because in ye olde Northumberland speak, to say someone is a nonce is to call them merely an idiot and nothing more. But obviously, language develops over time. This will be from the 30s, 40s, 50s sort of time, when what her use of the word is. And always when I was like 8 years old, Ross, get down from there, you silly nonce. From an old woman. Always gets a laugh. That's my Hall of Fame nomination off the back of Mr. Campbell, the Soma King himself, getting in there.
It's a good one. Because how old were you when you learned what it widely meant?
Well, when you're in school, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would have been.
What you call
'Cause
it?
it's- I
Your
feel
teacher
like-
tells you off and you call the teacher a nonce.
Or like,
you
or
wonder
like,
why he's beating the hell out of you.
You've like made a mistake. You're like, oh lads, I'm such a nonce.
In fairness, though, it can still work to this day. Because I come down there, you nonce. He goes, what? Well, you don't want to be a nonce, do you? No, well, then eat your veg.
Eat your veg
Yeah.
unless you'll become a nonce.
Yeah, that'd work. What kids can argue with that?
There we go. That's
God.
funny then, isn't it?
That's a good one. Good pick.
Anyone else?
Yeah, but we're going to have to put this on the bloody like Patreon.
Yeah.
Our fault if people don't listen.
Well,
Ross, just log in anyway. Oh, we'll call how it got for us. You just call
I know.
Ross's nana.
I wasn't gonna. I shouldn't have. I know a podcast you can go on. I shouldn't have.
We'll leave that one ambiguous.
Not this one. Anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Not that ambiguous then, I guess.
Aye.
Well, what have you got for us?
We're not villains.
Me. I've got. This is a Jack on
You
film.
leave the devil alone.
This is a Jack on film pick.
Oh, Jack on film.
They fell
Whoa.
over. Oh.
That's mad.
Get
hates
Derek
it.
and Cora in.
He hates this bit.
Mary loves dick.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but have you seen the bit? I hadn't seen this before. The clip of them. Obviously, it must be some backstage stuff where they filmed that bit, and then after it's cut, they just burst out laughing.
Really?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that, man.
The magic's
I've
gone.
had to gone through
'cause the
wrestling
wo-
being fake, and now most haunted's fake as well.
No, but it's just on the crew laughing, and the woman going, "Yeah, how hard it was to like not laugh at that."
Yvonne.
But he doesn't. Is that what? Is that?
That's her name.
Oh,
She's the one who's always-
the noise you made when
The
you were
one who's
running really
always
quick.
the one who's
Yeah.
always scared all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But like, he doesn't say, "Yeah, it's all a work, brother," or anything else like that. He just laughs. He doesn't commit to it. But
He knew, didn't he, Derek?
Oh yeah.
Mary loves dick.
Mary loves dick.
And cut. What have you got for us?
So I watched. So this is a film that like swept the globe a few years ago, and I've only just watched it for the first time. But I now understand the hype, and it was magnificent. Parasite.
Oh,
Have you seen it?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, it was a good one. Because it's what's he called? Bong Joon-ho. He won, but it's like the first foreign language film to win Best Picture and stuff. Swept that year's Oscars and everything. And I thought, well, now it's hyped up so much. Years later, now I'm like, am I going to enjoy this as much? And I stuck it on, and those 2 hours flew by. It was a thrill ride, and I've never seen a film like it. Like it was so many. It was like there was elements of drama, comedy, horror, but they all blended together seamlessly into one cohesive whole. Really well done. So Parasite, the film Parasite. But it's just such an outdated, such a boomer pick. Because it's like...
Boomer pick.
Yeah, it was like 2019.
Boomers don't read
It
subtitles.
was like 2019, wasn't it, though? And now I'm like...
Yeah, God.
Now I'm picking it years later.
It was a lockdown film for me. I just went, oh, got nothing else to be doing. I think I'll watch this award-winning film.
I'd recommend it anyway if you've never seen it.
Yeah. God, I watched so many films like out of lockdown going, well, it's... Hey, Maffew, how you doing? I'm all right, Maffew. Want to watch a film? Yeah. Trying to think one of the ones I did because I got nothing else happening this bloody week that's positive.
I'll give the premise of it to Ross, by the way, because to tempt him into watching it. Right.
Go on then.
There's a poor working class family in South Korea, and one of them gets a job as an English language tutor for the daughter of a rich family. And then one by one they try and infiltrate with different jobs. Like one tries to become the driver, one tries to become the... And it's all about like, ooh, what's going to happen from there?
It's like the big issue seller scandal of Morpeth Town back in the day.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah, it got outed. You know, the big issue sellers at bus stops and whatnot, bus stations. All the ones around Morpeth, of which there was like 7 or 8, all lived in a mansion together and were all working in cahoots.
Wait, a mansion?
In Ponteland.
Oh, that's where the footballers
They got
live.
outed.
No,
Dara's
I
Hall.
mean, hang on. I mean, these tabloids always say like, "Hey, they come over here and we put them in."
Don't you
the big
distrust-
old mansions? You say it's just a council
the
flat.
Morpeth
but-
Herald is not a rag.
But was it when you say mansion? Was it just a big house?
Well, a big house, you know.
In Darras
Okay,
Hall.
all right.
Dara's Hall, they're all big houses.
Oh, it's a nice,
A
prestigious.
desirable. That's where Alan Shearer lives. At and Deck have a house there.
mate.
Okay, right, okay. There we
I
go.
went to a house party once in Darras Hall. It was unbelievable. It was just a ridiculous.
What were you doing there?
It was.
Probably
I
his
went
classmate,
to
wasn't it?
private school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Look at him now in his eyes.
So were you?
Here we go.
Were you the lad? It was like, doing
I was the
pipes?
louse. I was like, yeah.
Thank you very much.
They made me dance for pennies. No. I was just a ridiculous house. I remember thinking like, this is. I think it's when I started to become like left leaning. I was like, well, this isn't fair. What's going on here?
I should have this.
Yeah. And I'll talk about wrestling and make my fortune.
Yes.
Farewell, friends.
And they're like, who was that?
Yeah. Has he swept the chimney? Oh.
Sorry. If you listen to the podcast feed, Jack just punched me for something.
Oh, it's classic, this. It's good comedy. Good British comedy.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. It's like Blackadder.
I know what I've been doing this week. I almost bloody forgot about it. I brought it up before just to show I'm culturally relevant. I never really got into The In-Betweeners when it was on. Because it was
How?
too close. Yeah, I know. Because I think I watched a bit. No, I know what it was. I was thinking about why haven't I watched this
But
properly
we'd have
before?
been like 12 and he'd have been like 16.
Yeah, because
20.
20.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you, mate.
No, how it was like 07, 08 when the first series was on, was it?
Yeah,
Actually,
I was
yeah,
just about to hit that, yeah.
you would have been too old for it, maybe.
Yeah, I'd already lived through it, for one thing. And then second of all was, you ever had this for something? Maybe wrestling fans can say yes, all of wrestling. But like, when you get experience with the fans, and it was just because the catchphrases on the show, people would yell that out so much. You go, I hate the show just because the dickheads who watch it. At that period, just because someone's popular,
Like,
obviously.
ooh,
people say,
friend.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
friend. I thought that was actually funny, even not knowing the context of it. But it was just like, oh, bus wanker. Someone did that to me once. So it's like, I hate the In-Betweeners. But I watch it going, oh, okay, yeah. You could tell that a lot of people watched it just without any irony whatsoever and going, all right, yeah, but it is so obnoxious that it is funny at points. So, yeah, the
Oh, at the
In-Betweeners is what I'm
time.
getting
Oh,
into.
no, at the time it was unbelievable.
We were the target demographic,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, it's not
Yeah.
trying to be, like, ironic or stuff like that. It's just like,
No,
you
no,
know,
it was class at the
14,
time.
15 at the time.
I'd
it
make
was
the
on.
sex with her, you know, not the, whatever. I'm obviously clearing it up and stuff like,
It
just
was
the way they're
deliberately-
talking.
It was
things like that.
deliberately cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was,
Yeah.
countless classic scenes from the In-Betweeners.
Yes, now I'm watching like, classic comedy. Like, it's fine because, you know, you can still do like friend.
The lad who played Jay, he's got like a YouTube channel and a podcast and stuff. And
What a weirdo.
He did one talking about, they had like a reunion special on Channel 4 that went down really badly because people just wanted it to legitimately just be like a documentary and the 4 of them sharing all their memories of filming it and what a great time they had. And instead it's like a stage show with Jimmy Carr hosting it and he just rips them. But it's as if it's like Jimmy Carr doesn't realize it's a work. He's like ripping them in character. So he's going like, the teacher's shagging your mum. And then he's like, all right, well, she's not. I mean, it's not real. And Jimmy Carr's just, it was whoever.
Oh, this sounds like
whoever pitched
amazing.
it. And the lad said, like the lad who plays Jay says, like, I'm not blaming Jimmy Carr. Like that was his job that day. He had to rip us in character though, and it made it really awkward. And people just wanted to see us like, relive good memories and stuff. But yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Yeah.
It's like the end of the film when they actually get the girl. That's not how it should have ended. No.
Oh, is that what happens in the film? Oh, spoilers.
All four.
Oh,
It's been out
Raw
for
Saw film.
12.
Yeah,
12
but then
years.
in the second one, it's a bit darker, but it's not as good a film.
I've not seen the second one. I was that put off by the end of the first
They
one.
go to Australia.
Is that the dark bit of it? Oh,
Tom
okay.
Campbell's dad was there at the airport. Want some Somers, boys?
Some salmon.
Hey, and he'll go, it's Tom's dad. What's he doing here?
I feel like my comments about Tom's dad were a bit out of pocket before, and I'm just.
And then Effie shows up and Jack goes, I'm watching someone else. Sick of this. Like,
I'm just doing what you've taught me.
he's a parasite,
Very good.
Good callback.
which is one of the Hall of Fame picks.
God, this was a lackadaisical Hall of Fame week.
Sorry, look.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just. It's not been the most.
I'm going
event-
skydiving next week.
What?
I'll do something crazy.
Oh, yeah,
All
actually.
right,
All right. I was
I'm
gonna say.
skydiving, fire breathing, going to an Italian restaurant. I don't know. One of these three insane picks. Like the insane picks we have here this week, which are The In-Betweeners, the funny TV show from 150 years ago.
Watch this romp home with a bigger
Oh, aye.
percentage than
100%.
87.
Well, it's hard because people are going to think this one's related to Ross's nana calling him a nonce.
When I was a child.
In brackets. Nah, don't put that in. Just put it like that. This was last week. And Jack's Parasite, in brackets the film, not the thing.
Parasite 2019 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that film. That film that you pretended to watch but didn't.
No, I did watch it.
No, I'm saying the people watching go, oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, you know. What people are like, we
I
recommend
just
something.
realised the In-Betweeners in America was obviously a massive fail. So if there are a lot of Americans going, oh, he means the one we're watching.
Oh, was there an American version of it, you mean? Or was it? Oh, me and Tom
Boy,
talked about this
howdy
before,
was
like-
there.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, it was awful.
Right. Because we thought, oh, go on.
It's so like slapstick and just like, ugh.
slapstick.
Like all like they're in the playground and someone will fall over and they go, oh no! Like, I just,
I was murdered real life dead fish with a punch. And they're getting that, falling over in the playground. There's levels to this game.
Some stuff this isn't. Was that they tried to do skins in America? And they were like, what's of all these kids having sex and doing drugs? And we're like, oh, you're not from around here then, pal. All right, okay.
Should nominate Effie for the Hall of Fame, really.
it's weird. It was
Gone
called.
now.
Weird. It was called the In-Betweeners.
ignore you.
It was called the In-Betweeners because they were meant to be not the popular kids, but not the losers. But the more it went
is
on,
that right?
but the more it went on, they were just the absolute worst. Like they were just having the worst time. They did become the losers. But there was that one lad at like all the proms and stuff, John. I think they always were like, at least we're not sat with John. And it's just a lad in the corner eating cake. I'm just like, oh, poor John.
You would
He's
avoid
still-
John, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You ever heard, what's the bully called? Fancy's
Donovan.
man. Yeah, you ever heard him talk in real life?
Posh.
Full on Tory, yeah.
Actor.
Yeah. He is an actor. And he proved it there.
I tell you what, that's one thing. That's one thing. Like stuff like that they do really well in this country is like having just people who look like that's just him. That's not acting because it's that kind of half rubbish, half good style.
Yeah.
Like Peep Show, I think obviously works at that level. Whereas Americans, you couldn't just have a bunch of rubbish people being rubbish. They got to look, pretty and whatever.
Have you ever heard, is it Prunella Scales? Sybil from 40 Towers.
Yeah.
I know they're all posh in 40 Towers anyway, but she's even more posh out of character. She's like royalty. So
What's her name again?
Prunella Scales. So I mean,
That's
I've never heard that name before in my life.
Have you-
Prunella.
Sybil from
Yeah.
40 Towers. Yeah,
That's all. It's even older than the In-Betweeners, but only just.
This podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are your 3 picks for Hall of Fame. Please go to patreon.com/cultaholic to place your votes.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
Glasses on.
It's
the week
time
of
to work,
wrestling.
everybody.
SmackDown with no wacky names, which Pachiti did last week. Just
Did he do
saying.
them?
He did.
oh, were they good?
Some of them were good, some of them weren't.
That's
the fun of it.
Yeah.
What was his name for SmackDown last week? Can you recall?
No. That was a long time ago.
Great.
SmackDown opens to Kevin Owens opening the show as tonight's guest commentator. The LWO arrive and Rey Mysterio talks about Logan Paul stealing the US title from him, a crown jewel. Carlito interrupts and blames Santos Escobar for leaving those brass knucks on the apron. There's a tense standoff and Santos storms off. Easy for me to say. Carlito then faces Bobby Lashley in a singles match. The Street Profits try to help Lashley, which leads to a brawl on the outside with the LWO. Escobar runs back out to help, but Lashley is still able to win after interference from Montez Ford. Santos is reluctant to save Carlito from a beatdown, but Mysterio runs out to make the save with a chair. Santos argues with Rey, who just wants to check on Carlito. Santos attacks Rey, who slaps him in response. Rey tries to make amends, but Santos shoves him in the ring post and crushes his leg. behind the ring steps. Selena Vega is gutted.
Yeah.
Then shortly afterwards, Escobar is interviewed as he leaves the building and says that Ray had it coming.
I'm just going to read the whole episode there.
Yeah,
One big bit.
it was
What
a
you got?
lot. It was a lot. I'm glad he's turned heel, first and foremost, I think.
Yeah.
Better as a heel.
Although I would have preferred if Carlito was, if I had the choice out the two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when Carlito was in the ring saying, nobody wants to see you as United States champion as much as Carlito does Rey Mysterio, I was almost sick in my apple. I was almost sick in my
Oh,
apple.
don't do that.
Because Carlito was right. Santos did
just say,
leave,
yeah,
he
yeah.
did leave the nooks on the apron. It was all a big master plan, I think.
Oh, I thought he did it by accident, but Carlito's now taken his spot as Ray's favorite, and he's a bit resentful. Could be either. Could be both.
It is what you've said.
Oh, right, okay.
This is me just talking bollocks for a podcast, isn't it?
That's what we are here to do. It's what we want to happen.
But 44 versus 47, that match between Carlito and Bobby Lashley. That's their ages, 44 and 47.
Sorry, Carlito and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
Wow.
44 and 47. And they both look so young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lashley looks like he just walked out of 06.
Lashley's
like this
ridiculous.
matchup.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it was fine.
I thought it was nice. I get what they're doing with the LWO and everything. That's absolutely fine. But I've also put in big capital letters. Lashley, the cheered heel with his colleagues, the cheered heels, the Street Profits.
They get booed when they do stuff, but I don't know if that's piped in boos or real boos.
I'm getting a bit
But they do
sick
get
of,
cheered when they do.
I'm getting a bit sick of the Street Profits as Lashley's lackeys now. I liked them when they were fun and cool.
I mean,
They're
I've been
still
doing that
cool.
for a while. I think they did need a fresh paint
Maybe-
of coat, as Chris Pritchard likes to say.
I still can't believe they never did the breakup and the turn after. Was it Ford? No, Dawkins had cost them that match against the Usos, and Ford looked.
I'm glad they
fuming.
didn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Dawkins
Good
was
point.
wearing a Pee Wee Herman suit, which I thought was interesting. He's
he?
just the grey with the red tie.
Ah,
I've written down either Lionel
hadn't made that
Hutz,
connection
Lionel
until
Hutz
now.
or Pee Wee Vermin. I've written down, but I meant Herman.
Pee Wee Vermin.
I meant Pee Wee Herman.
oh no, Lionel Hurts wore blue with a red tie.
Was it blue with red tie?
Sometimes not a tie at all.
Oh, interesting goings on backstage as well with B-Fab looking on because she's lost most of her friends.
Yeah.
But then the one friend she still has, Ashanti Diadonis, comes in and goes, no, don't you look at them.
That
Ooh-wee."
was news from this week. Top Dollar saying that we lost we lost out on a match between him and Cole, which was planned.
Oh, really?
He was like, you marks.
He was calling out Jim Cornette on Twitter, and then people were like, "Well, Cole slagged you off every week on SmackDown," and he went, "You marks." Basically, he went, "We were friends, really." So yeah.
You'd hope so.
Well, I thought I got worked by it. I was like, Cole's taking liberties with this lad.
It was interesting though because Cole, when B-Fab and Ashanti were on the screen, he said they used to be a part of a team around here. Didn't even mention Hit Row by name.
Oh.
Yeah,
They've
well,
been
Well,
Benoit.
yeah, because
Out of sight, out of mind.
Swerve's been tearing it up, and he doesn't want to divert attention.
I guess so.
He's-
I swerve when I drive. I listened to the lyrics for the first time this week.
Catch a top rope, catch a vibe when I swerve, when I drive.
Yeah, what's he swerving when he drives for?
Just doesn't care.
Because he can.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive. That's what I say.
Well, he's not drinking. Just swerving.
Is he swerving?
But why though? You don't swerve. It's always
Like the lads in Asda car park. Here we are.
Yeah, it's a Where it killer's gimmick.
They said pulling handies, but I don't know if that's the term.
Hi, Handy B.
Handy B.
Don't just say handies.
No,
if you go to
no.
a car park and say, "Oh, anyone fancy a handy?"
If Top Dollar is revealed to be the devil, made up. Oh my God, it's Handy B. He doesn't work here.
Handy B.
Stiff worker.
Hey.
But we had Rey Mysterio taking a hell of a bump. The second best bump this week, I thought, with his little crotch on the stairs.
Yeah,
Bless him.
nasty though.
More on the biggest bump of the week later on.
I know what's gonna be.
My God,
This
what
is
a
the
bump
littlest
it
big
was.
bump.
Reports that this was to write Ray off for the rest of the. He's gonna have surgery, I think.
And he's had it, yeah.
He's had it.
A picture of him in a bed, wasn't there? Looking really sad. Joe, would you mind going on Ronald Mysterio's Instagram? It's worth a look. If you haven't seen the
When,
picture.
when isn't Ray in hospital? Should he just have a little block there?
I think he's remarkably durable.
He is
Yeah,
incredible.
because he's more metal than man. He's like Inspector Gadget.
Here we go.
Here we go. The internet is very slow. There he is there. Look.
Ross! Oh, he just had surgery.
Look at
laughing at him.
man. Why couldn't he have looked at the camera?
Because it's a work, brother. He's got to got to make us feel sympathy for him.
I feel sorry for him, but look.
Oh, do you?
I'm really sorry for you, but
Why
Shocking,
is he
that,
not
mate.
looking at the camera, man?
Well,
Why couldn't Dom behind the camera just gone, how dad, I'm going to take a picture now? And he just looks at the camera.
he's a WWE person and look right to the camera, does he?
now we
Slightly to the right, slightly
we want to
above.
see him get revenge on Santos Escobar now because he looks so sad.
I'm gonna get revenge on Ross. Thanos can wait.
It's awful.
You're red in the face for laughing at one of the greatest luchadors of all time.
No denying
Banged up.
he is what you claim he is, but he's also not looking to... What's he looking up for?
It's a candid shot.
Because he's little.
It's just a real moment.
Because he's little.
Look, just because you're a big lad, all right. Just because God likes you and doesn't like me
God
or Ray.
hates me the way my body is.
Look, hey, Shaw Kings represent me and Ray. We have to look about a lot of things. That's why I've got good neck
I
muscles.
reckon
all
you're
right?
taller than Ray.
Yeah,
Oh, you're definitely taller
Yeah.
than Ray.
yeah.
Good. Yeah, good.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
That's all right.
Post break, I've already put that down. Kevin Owens, I'm looking at the wrong notes. Bailey comes out alone and takes credit for Io Sky's recent success, claiming it was all part of her master plan when she first formed Damage Couture. But she was just as surprised as all of us when Kairi Sane returned at Crown Jewel. So now she wants an explanation from Io. The rest of the stable arrive and convince Bailey that bringing Kairi into the group is a good thing. Kairi forgives Bailey for ending her last run in WWE and accepts her as leader of the group. They all have a tentative hug. Whoa, good of a tentative hug. Bianca Belair interrupts, angry about being screwed at Crown Jewel. And I'm like, yay, finally, we're getting this storyline resolved. Woohoo, it's been months. She's joined by Charlotte Flair, also Asuka, setting up a 6-woman tag match later on. Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair teaming up is like, so
Yeah, I know.
are we just not going with whatever we had set up all those months ago and weeks ago? And...
The SmackDown Women's division has kind of lost its way. Hasn't
Yeah.
It? Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Whatever.
But there's an exciting development coming now. Go.
It is. Bailey yelling louder every time because the crowd wanted her after everything she said. Then when the crowd applauded themselves, she goes, yeah, well done, clap yourselves, idiots. And then they do. And Kevin Owens says, you never want to encourage the idiots.
I think Dakota Kai is going to be revealed as the actual string puller
Oh.
of Damage Control. There was a backstage segment which they put on Twitter where Bailey leaves and she's like, "Come on, guys," and no one moves. And then Dakota Kai is like, "Yeah, let's go, everyone," and they all leave.
Dakota
It's just
does it.
The way that Bailey didn't have a clue that obviously Kairi Sane was coming back. They brought up what Bailey and Kairi were doing back during lockdown and whatnot. It all makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I like Bailey insisting on I don't hug anymore. Come on.
That was good.
Yeah. I put the Damaged Girls forgive Bailey as the longest breakup in WWE history continues to get put back together because all these other groups are doing the same storyline as them.
Yeah.
That's my speculation. That's why we've been in and out, shaking all about with
Triple
the
H
group as a whole.
loves tension within factions. There's no, I don't know if there's any faction at the minute where it's all sound.
Right. Yeah, if JD aren't arguing with JD...
JD's in now.
Yeah,
it's all
but
fine
it's all
now.
now, yeah, but obviously
they're all-
it's taken a long time for
every
work
week.
experience lad to get up that level.
Every week though, there's still something with it's Priest and Ripley now.
Yeah.
There's tension there.
The whole bloodline just dynamic.
Yeah. Go Imperium.
Yeah, and then LWO have just thrown out Ray, I guess,
LWO.
or Santo, whatever's happening there. So it's like, can you guys just stick together, actually?
But you know that they're going to kick Bailey out.
Yeah, eventually. When there's a break in the schedule, then they'll split up and go, oh, finally.
I was a bit shocked that Asuka's on the opposite side of Kairi. Me, just that was her fight. I know she lost the title because of her friend back in the day when Kairi left, but that's still
Yeah,
her
but she's,
friend.
She's until what happens next. She's righteous. She's a good guy. She's damaged friend. Yes.
It is fun, isn't it? Yeah,
It
in
is
between is
fun.
good.
It's been like 12 years.
Hey, better slow poke than never poke at all.
Okay.
Dragon Lee beats Cedric Alexander in a hard-fought little match. Joined in progress. No, but when was the last time we had one of them?
Oh yeah, that's true.
And we're we're live here, back from the break. And match has already begun. No
thought you
time
meant
for entrances.
Not progress like chapter 66, grippy graps.
That crap shadow wrestling they were doing last weekend.
Oh?
It was awful, wasn't it?
Shadow wrestling.
It was like I don't know what the context was, but
Progress.
the tweet was like,
Oh, it's
"Don't
Charles
you dare
Crowley.
miss out on this thrilling wrestling action or something." And it's Matt Raywalt and someone else in the ring, like pretending to wrestle an invisible man, and it looked absolutely putrid.
That wasn't as bad as the tweet where, again, I usually like them, but it's progress, so who cares? They were going, don't at us, Jim Cornette, if you don't like this. And everyone was just like,
Yeah,
Jim Cornette is like the other fans in London right now. He's not watching this.
It wasn't a good look.
Don't listen to this podcast, Jim Cornette. It's like, please look at me, Jim Cornette. We need the hits.
There was a
That's
little
all you
bit-
see now. It's like,
A little bit of harmony in my head, though, thinking about, the Progress fans from 2016 sort of time, watching what's happened now and thinking out
they've been
loud.
all over it.
Yeah.
So
But you do that and it gets no response. It's like, ooh, do it, and everyone's going crazy. Like, all right, well done.
first of all, just overall in weekend, I'd just like to thank Progress for letting us get interviews and that backstage.
Oh, dear.
And also,
I wasn't there.
and
I
also,
was talking Effie.
when we turned up, it was during, I think I mentioned this at the time, but it was during Kenta versus Haskins. And there was just an atmosphere in the room. And I remember thinking, like, there's still obviously a lot of the Progress fans moved to other promotions once Progress fell off. And they started going more WXW or like Fight Club Pro or whatever. And found other promotions that were hotter at the time than Progress became. But there's still a core there of Progress loyalists who are so stereotypical, like smarky, like let's make the show about us. And I just remember thinking, I feel uncomfortable in this electric ballroom.
I know what you mean. Like, you go to those shows and they were like electric, haha. But
I never
like,
went
there'd be
to
a few times when the crowd would be like, haha, we'll do our funny chant at the start. And the rest was like, all right, haha, funny. And then the wrestlers would carry on, do serious stuff. And they get up to like the, third bit. And they're like, all right. And then some of the crowd, a lot of the crowd would still be doing the silly chant from the first. And they're like, this isn't the you show.
I think
Like, ha, ha, we move on now.
I never went to a peak Progress when it was like good in the electric ballroom. I only went to the one at Wembley and the one when they came up here. So I've never actually experienced that before.
No, it's good because I'll just be yelling, come on, dude, I want to win.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't like them. So I'm just like, just to shut these people up.
I think these days, really more modern, like as in 2020s, fans are way more on board with playing along. Like MJF got booed when he was a heel, even though everyone thought he was min. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Complimentary towards fans. Good for progress. Anyway, Dragon Lee beat Cedric Alexander.
This match was amazing, I thought.
Oh, Dragon Lee's good. And Cedric.
They did a lot in 5 minutes and a bit.
Yeah, there was a shoot springboard DDT from Cedric. There was I'd call it a shoot belly throw, but that thing where Cedric threw Dragon into the corner and almost decapitated the Dragon.
Dragon.
I know, and everyone goes, who doesn't watch Lucha Libre, goes, Mamma Mia! It's like, oh no!
Oh, I miss him. Mauro.
Good old Mauro.
Oh no, I can't believe they botched that, Maffew. I'm going to at him and tell him that he nearly died there.
Oh, did they
that
think
trained
it was-
professional wrestler. I'm like, oh, come on, can
Did
you
they think
please
it-
watch something that isn't just WWE?
Oh.
It was a
Please.
devastating bump to take, though, for
Fantastic,
Dragon
wasn't
Lee.
it?
Yeah.
From a trained professional.
Yeah, it was a shame that the crowd weren't with it at the start because that sort of hampered the first portion. I thought just how silent the crowd was, but by the end, we were going cock a hoop. So they were in the
It's
arena.
a
I'll look
former...
when we go cock a hoop on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Dragon Lee's been great all over the world, and Cedric Alexander, lest we forget, is the soul of 205 Live. Do you remember Heart versus Soul? And they stopped in the middle of the match and went, Heart, Soul, Heart.
Oh, God, did they do that or not?
Oh,
I
it was
genuinely
on-
don't know if
yeah,
you're being
yeah,
satirical.
it was on the Mania pre-show. Him and Mustafa,
they?
Mania
Cedric and
34,
Ali,
yeah.
Cedric and Ali having a really good match. But I think during the, after the double down where they're both firing up, and I think they're going, one's going, Heart, Soul, Heart.
I remember that bit at all. I remember them having good matches. I don't remember that spot
I
at
hope
all.
I haven't Mandela affected that. I think it did. Heart, Soul.
Oh, yeah, Progress would love that bit.
If it happened in an anime, you'd be all over it.
If it happened in an anime. I mean, yeah, you're right. I like Kevin Owens going from analysing that Cedric was able to kick out because Dragon didn't lock the arms, then saying, I like that the Dragon makes his entrance out of a dragon's mouth. Kevin Owens, he can do it all.
He's very good.
He caught it cold when he went camping with his daughter's Girl Scout troop, Kevin Owens.
Aw.
That's why he was sounding a bit...
You do what?
He caught it cold.
Those bastard kids.
Yeah, I know. There was kids giving him a cold. That's why he sounded a bit rough on SmackDown.
He would be a
So
great.
it sounds nice, but he is also blaming children.
Oh, he'd be a class scout leader. Him.
Imagine Kevin Owens being your dad.
Yeah.
You'd be the cock of the walk, wouldn't you? Just walking around the playground. My dad's Kevin Owens. He's better than yours.
Unless Danielson's daughter was there.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. That's a good setup for a TV show, isn't it? Just like, it's a school,
Wrestler
it's
kids
all...
school.
Yeah, everyone's a famous dad or mom. All right.
She's going to have heat in the playground once he retires, like, oh, little birdie bee. Old little birdie bee. Little birdie bee.
Who's little birdie B?
Danielson's daughter, the one that he's.
Right.
The
What's your nickname for Brian?
the selfish lady he's retiring because of.
Yeah.
Aye.
Boo. Oh, you know, there'll be the tearful thing, which is at ringside, and the AEW fans are going to see him go, boo.
This is all your fault.
You're the devil. Never mind Handy B.
It's really selfish, isn't it? Because of us, I mean, of wrestling fans. Because it's not like
Yes.
Brian's career's been cut short. It's not like he's never given us multiple decades of amazing matches and feuds and stuff and moments.
Yeah, apart from that, what was he done for us?
Yeah, what's he ever done?
Yeah.
Again, the Cactus Jack ECW promos was there to talk about, oh, you can't, do hardcore stuff, or he's hardcore. Well, yeah, that my kid was as well. I was going to put the piss in or a window to throw it out of. And he's like, pfft, still relevant. Anyway, yeah, this was a good match. Crowd didn't give a damn, but we did.
Yeah.
They did it by the end.
Yeah. LA Knight talks about Jimmy Uso costing him the match at Crown Jewel, and says he isn't done with the bloodline until he takes the title from Roman. Grayson Waller interrupts and says maybe LA Knight isn't the guy. Knight says Waller looks like he isn't allowed within 50 yards of the school, and as people point out, no, that's his tag mate. Knight mentioned that they have a match next before hitting him with the microphone and pouring water on him at ringside. Much the like of Owens on commentary, who goes tee hee hee.
So I felt bad for Waller being the fall guy here. Came out, LA Knight just eviscerated him on the microphone, and then he got beaten up. And I know
It's a good role for him.
I know he got a measure of revenge later on. Also, we've seen this feud. NXT loyalists like ourselves. Remember they feuded because they both wore the same Halloween costume.
They were vampires, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Grayson.
Wait, that's how it happened? It was
They both wore the same
They
Halloween
both
costume.
want to be the host of Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, they
I
both.
both want to be the host,
They're
yeah,
both
but they're
wearing
dressed as
vampires.
I forget the
They're both
vampire.
vampires.
You
Yeah.
remember all the cool bits?
And you know what? It actually suited Waller more. Because
He
LA
sucks.
Knight's there, like tanned, busting out of this cape and that. Waller actually looked a bit more like a suitable vampire, I thought.
A tanned, muscled vampire.
Not as tanned or muscled as LA Knight.
Oh, not as
Not
tanned,
as
yeah.
much. He was still way too like healthy looking to be, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a roller coaster of emotions, though, LA Knight's promo at the start, because when he's going like, I didn't live up to expectations in the match at Crown Jewel, and he leaves a pregnant pause waiting for the crowd to go, yeah, you did, we love you.
he's so good.
It was like a 10 seconds of silence there where I thought, oh God, he's lost everybody. But then they came around and it was
Yeah.
fine.
I think it might have just been because it was the least expectation-defying match ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, you say, I'll let you all down. It was like, no one expect you to win. Don't worry.
But then when he's like, do I get to the back of the queue? The delivery on the, huh? Nuh-uh! Oh,
All right, Tom, come on.
my God, it was special.
I know he mentioned Jimmy Uso at the start, saying like Jimmy screwed me and that. But whenever someone loses to Roman, and it's never clean anymore, everyone always loses due to interference. They always take it pretty well, weirdly well. Drew McIntyre's the only one who's still annoyed about it, and rightly so. Cody got over it the next night.
It's a big issue, like, innit?
Whatever
Like- like the
they're on this
scandal.
mansion.
Hey.
No, but whatever Roman's next match is, any other finish, any other. No interference, no referee down, no spears.
Oh, so Paul Heyman interfered then. Okay, gotcha. I'd just put lol, he called him kangaroo jackass.
Andy went down the STD route as well, which proves he is just as good, if not better than that. No good lying slut, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Seen that clip going around off the Joe Rogan experience?
Yeah, it was.
No, I haven't.
The Rock decided to become Hulk Hogan.
He did. He lied out his arse
Oh, what happened?
about
But do we know
pride.
that he was lying?
I don't know. I just saw people on Twitter saying he was lying, so I assume I don't
Lying
know any
about what?
difference.
He said that when things weren't going well for him in WWE, and I think it was when the Die Rocky Die stuff was going on, and he was injured and he took time off before they brought him back as a heel, and he was tempted because he saw Pride had just started, and he was tempted to.
Really? What? Okay.
It's very Hogan.
Someone debunked
He
it
had-
saying like he was claiming this was happening in was it early '97 and the first
Yeah.
Pride event was October.
Yeah, I was going to say,
97.
yeah. Pride was late October.
He
late 97,
mentions-
sorry.
He mentioned Shamrock by name, but Shamrock didn't appear
Yeah,
until
he's
2000.
talking complete that.
He also
Amazing.
Said, he also said that he knew he'd get his ass kicked, but maybe he could make some money doing it. He didn't say like I'd have battered everyone. He didn't say that.
Complete crap.
I've not seen this one debunked
Complete
as well.
crap.
You know the story of how like he has the interaction with Pat Patterson, and then Pat goes to Vince, and then Vince brings him in for this dark match in front of 15,000 people.
Okay.
He claims he'd never had a single wrestling match before that, and I'm thinking that surely can't be true.
In the WWF? But
No, just anywhere in the world ever. Not even as like a practice, like a go through, anything like that. Just in front of 15,000 people in a dark match, he had a match.
Well,
just doesn't sound right at all.
I'm assuming that he'll have had matches in the training school.
Yeah, but the way he was telling, he was just like, that was my first match ever.
But as he says,
For WF. Yeah, like that.
so his
no.
first match was against the Brooklyn Brawler on like a dark segment. And then his second one was against Candido. And
Wait, for the 15,000 fans, what year would this be? 96? 95?
Yeah.
They weren't drawing the 16,000 bloody... yeah, nah.
Corpus Crispy.
I love you, Rock.
it's good.
I love you, Rock, but you're old. Nearly got him.
It's sort of, it's still...
Is this what happens to all wrestlers now when they get that, when they've had nothing but people kissing their asses for decades? Just say anything.
I don't know.
Yes.
He gets a picture of his dad up as well and goes, look how muscular my dad was. And Rogan's like, yep.
Those jeans, he says.
He says, look, that's those big lad jeans.
Yeah, Rogan wouldn't know anything about them.
Oh, no.
They had their match
he
and
just
Night
eats
wins
loads of
clean.
elk.
Oh, no, Rogan.
Yeah, that's why his head's grown
I saw-
dramatically
he was-
over the years. That's what happens when you eat elk.
There was another wrestler episode where they were looking at pictures of, I think it was Strowman, and Rogan was just like, there is no way that man there is not on all of the steroids. He's just laughing at Braun Strowman going, look at the size of him. There's no way he's not on all the steroids. He does like to call it out when he's not directly sat in front of the person who's done it.
Oh, yeah. It's not daft. But Owens was good during this match. He says, hey, I've got a pen. Let me write down something. You're an idiot. That wasn't even two, Waller. You should take notes on hooking the leg. Are you mad that you can't beat LA Knight? Or are you more mad that you said your haircut cost $5 when it wasn't even that expensive?
I felt like Owens was holding it back this week on commentary. You know, I felt like he could have gone a few more gears higher, but he didn't want to be hamstrung and then put on commentary full time.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
That's just the feeling I got.
Well, he's that Girl Scout flu that's going around.
Yeah,
So,
poor guy.
yeah, watch out. Owens keeps replaying his one-punch knockout of Waller and Austin Theory 2 weeks ago, so the pair confront him at ringside, knowing he'll be suspended if he gets physically involved. Kevin doesn't care, though, and brawls the bad guys. Theory avoids a stunner, but Waller gets hit with one instead.
Yeah, they're still using Waller to protect Theory. But I think everybody can clearly see that Waller's much more captivating on the mic.
Everybody but one person.
Triple H.
One other person.
Austin Theory.
Vince.
Oh, well, he's not involved
He's
anymore.
not involved.
Of course he isn't.
What are you talking about?
If Austin Theory's on TV, that means Vince still has his fingers in the pie. Backstage, we see Jimmy Uso confident ahead of his match with LA Knight next week. He calls Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah, he called Roman Reigns.
Yeah, great bit.
He did the Heyman
That
thing.
was typed up.
Heyman wasn't there this week, was he?
No,
Or does he come
no, I don't
later?
think
No.
so. But that segment tells us that Roman actually watches SmackDown.
Yeah, of course he does. He's always watching it. Because whenever Heyman calls it, or like if something bad happens, Heyman will get a call from him because he's been watching.
Yeah.
He subscribes to the network for $9.99. Yeah.
Yeah. In the 6-woman tag team match, Asuka betrays her friends to join Damage Control. Bloody hell. The match is thrown out, and Shotzi runs out to help Charlotte and Bianca. However, they all end up getting beaten down,
They
and
just get
Damage
battered.
Control stand tall to end the show.
Yeah.
Oh, so not only are they never splitting up, they're just gaining more members.
Yeah, I think Kyrie and Charlotte shouldn't be allowed to wrestle each other.
Charlotte hates Kairi Sane. Wasn't it her that she
Man.
like slapped when she'd already like knocked her out?
Yeah.
She hates Kairi Sane.
There's such a size difference. Charlotte, I said it beforehand, Charlotte's just got this physique where she's so much bigger and stockier than everybody else that she just doesn't work well. She's a Duplo in a Lego world.
She didn't want to take that Irish way.
No,
It was
Don't
weird.
take anything.
It was weird.
Get away from me.
I,
Do you know what she wants to do? Her ideal spot is her holding her back with like one hand
batter.
and her going "Rrr," like that, trying to get
It'll
away. That's the only
happen.
thing she wants to do.
it'll happen.
Yeah.
I thought the shots he get in the prime, like Stone Cold, like save the babyface's spot with no pop at all, was one of the greatest moments in professional wrestling history. Here she comes! Oh,
Well, yeah.
we're,
Oh,
sc-
she left the pop at home.
we're scrambling to get to War Games, like.
But we do always criticize AEW when a babyface gets beaten down and none of their friends come out to help them.
Yeah.
So at least Shotzi was there so they couldn't say, wasn't Shotzi friends with them as well? Although I don't know if anybody would.
Not for much longer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Love the elbow drop, of course. It's been said before.
But I love saying just being a dick afterwards.
Yeah.
Her elbow drop was spicy.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
but
all right.
Yeah, but your theory, he's Waller.
Right, yeah.
I forgot to say, by the way.
Wait, you got don't compare. Right. Yeah.
The Waller thing, Michael, they were hyping up Solo Sikoa's appearance for next week's SmackDown, or tonight's SmackDown, I should say. They said on commentary, doing what nobody else could do, and silencing John Cena, which I thought was interesting. Because Shuri Theory did the same at WrestleMania. Are they sweeping that under the rug?
yeah.
Which WrestleMania?
39? The one that happened this
That
year?
can't be. No, I would have remembered that.
I know, yeah. Just thought it was interesting.
Do you remember that happened, Joel? Theory versus Cena.
Hang on, let me boot up the thing.
Yeah. Can you Google that match? No, Joel just Googled it. 0 results, it says. Oh, it's funny.
I just thought it was interesting. Turn a phrase there, just sort of sweeping Theory's win under
But he
Les carpet.
silenced him with all the Samoan spikes as well. Literally silenced him.
The ruthless apathy of Austin Theory.
But the Asuka turn was a bit lost on me, I've got to be honest with you, in this match.
Really?
Yeah, just it felt a bit just shoehorned in there. Oh, there's that many on that team. We need one more over there.
Yeah,
fine,
but
that's fine.
she's also Japanese. So they've all got to be on the same side.
Yeah.
Vince is still around, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I honestly thought that after a week where we had another mysterious Nakamura thing, which we'll probably talk about in a sec, and then the
that NXT segment.
and then the
Jesus
Warriors
Christ.
T thing. I know she's not Japanese, but it's like in WWE these days. It's like the olden days. Like if you're from the Far East, you've got to be mystical and sneaky and that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh come on. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for everyone to start throwing salt at War Games.
The T thing was mad.
We'll get into it.
Oh god.
AEW Collision. Andrade beats Daniel Garcia and celebrates with his new manager, CJ Perry. Miro looks angry in the back, hobbing a wonk.
So,
Nothing, carry on.
CJ Perry seems game for out, I think the kids might say. She was visibly moved by Garcia's dancing. She was hugging Andrade. Also, she's game for anything.
She's doing it knowing that Miro's watching.
Yeah, Miro's being cooked by his own wife, but he's allowing it to happen
Yeah.
until he's not going to let it happen.
I don't
because
think he's being. I just like to.
He seems to really enjoy it. I mean,
he saw Bobby Lashley, didn't he, back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not the first time, is it?
Oh.
Have we unlocked a Miro fetish?
And Ziggler, and The Rock. Like,
Yeah,
Vince,
really, like-
Vince hated the fact that they were together.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yes.
But it was a nice match, though. It just got to a point where the lads were just battering each other with chops and stuff like that, and the submission finish was nice as well. But yeah, it's all about this. Miro's allowing CJ to do stuff until he's not allowing her to do stuff. And we need to get to the stuff where he doesn't allow her to do anything anymore to progress things a bit.
I agree that it was a nice match, but I wish it wasn't Garcia because he just lost to MJF. And
it's
I
just
don't
a
want him
plot
to-
device.
I don't have another loss. I want him to win and be good and win things.
Did he say? Did he say this week it was a contract year for him as well? I think I read that.
Maybe it was. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Sorry.
like MJF.
But he's got it. He wouldn't in WWE. I don't know if they'd focus on him the way they should.
I don't know, because there was that story a while ago, wasn't it? That Regal, when he was in NXT the first time, wanted Garcia and bollocks, the Great Yuta, didn't he? But didn't sign them.
Right.
So maybe there might be something there. I thought it was interesting as well on the All In 24 poster for next year. There's no MJF. So
Well, it's half the storyline now on TV, though, isn't it?
Mustn't be sorted in real
Is
life.
he? Is he not? Ooh.
I'd jump ship me if I was him.
Do you think? Yeah.
What, enjoying damage
Just
control?
feels, yeah. No, because he's from America.
Imagine. It's almost Cody's moment. He's nearly finished the story, and then MJF costs him. That would be classic.
WrestleMania 30, 40 pictures. It's 40, isn't it, this year?
Oh God.
Wow.
Flippity-doo.
Mental that. Bloody hell. Nick Wayne beats Dalton Castle after Luchasaurus takes out the boys, and Christian Cage distracts Castle.
Yeah, it's a big win for Nick Wayne there.
Yeah.
Over former Ring of Honor World Champion Dalton Castle.
God, I felt bad watching this.
Why?
Why?
Dalton Castle I remember him being great.
Ring of Honor World Champion?
Yeah, they kept going, former Ring of Honor World Champion. And it sounds like when they say that about Jack Swagger being a former World Champion, because I thought Dalton looked a bit all right at best, cack at worst.
Oh.
What does that mean? All right at best, cack at worst.
Well, I'm like, it's Dalton Castle. And it's like, obviously, a great presentation, stuff like that. But then he comes out. And I don't know if it's because AEW is full of, like, people who come out and say, I'm going to say something wacky and gay. That Dalton Castle doesn't really stand out as much next to the acclaimed Tony Storm and Orange splatting ass.
I don't think
and
it's
all the
like-
other stuff that happens in the show. That Dalton Castle coming out with the boys going, fabulous, peacock, woohoo. That it's like, okay,
I know
we've got
what you
lots of
mean.
people like you.
I don't even think it's the flamboyance. I think it's like that. There's just too many wrestlers, and then he just doesn't get showcased very often at all.
And
unless he's on Ring of Honor, I don't know.
Oh yeah, there we go. I'm talking about the AEW version of this. Apparently, he's the number one challenger to the Ring of Honor World Title as well,
What?
and he lost clean to Nick Wayne.
Who's the
Not
champion?
clean.
Oh, it's Eddie Kingston, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Nick Wayne looked preposterous in this match, I thought, trying to be a heel. He's too young and clean to be going,
That's why you boo him.
boy. I know.
He's young and healthy, and his back doesn't hurt.
Worse than Mugabe. I just thought he looked really funny doing all the heelish mannerisms during the match. But it was all about Nigel, this match for me, on commentary. Just laying it on thick to Christian Cage.
Oh,
saying he thought, that's just the way he would dress like young Nicholas, thinking he would take Christian Cage's last name until he thought better of it. Yeah. Little lines like that. I'm enjoying how thick he's laying it on with Christian.
Nigel and Tony's a good combo, because Tony will absolutely fall back. I can't believe you just said that. You know,
they have a
don't
little
be
shot
silly.
of whiskey before the show, don't they? Like the Libertines. I don't know why.
Wow. Well, I watched that Louis Theroux thing.
I saw the first half last night.
Oh, it's hard. It's a hard watch at points.
There's Pete Doherty on there.
Yeah. I mean, who else? I can't name
44. With the other lad. I forgot his name.
Carl Barrett.
That's the one.
I'm quite a fan.
What's Louis doing with them?
Well, Louis doing a series where he interviews people. It's just another series of him interviewing celebrities. So I think the last one was Anthony Joshua. Then he's gone Pete Doherty. Similar.
Big swerve there, isn't it? Really? God.
But he like goes to his house. He lives in like northern France and that with his wife and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's about how he's like settled down, and he's clean now and stuff. But kind of ends on a tone of like he's already done damage to himself. He's like he's just had a new baby, and Louis like, "Are you excited to grow up and see maybe the baby have kids?" And Pete Doherty basically goes, "I'll not last that long." It's really sad. Yeah. It's quite sad.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
But then they go to the
bloody
beach
hell.
and they have a little wrestle in the waves, which is nice.
I hate you, Louis. And all right, Hangman Page cuts a promo on Swerve, announces a Texas death match at Full Gear. He says he's going to take his son to visit Swerve's grave every year. Bloody hell, all right, man.
This was a fantastic promo, but there was just one issue with it for me, and that's the fact there's AEW Texas death matches every like random Texas Rampage or something like that. So the way he's building up this promo, he's got all the piss and vinegar in his veins, and he goes, "In a Texas death match, like a inside Hell in a Cell." It had no effect on me whatsoever.
I know exactly what you mean. It does feel like there's a hardcore brawl or a Live Like a Dragon Gaiden Sega sponsors this match or something of that. Yeah, very, very frequently, especially after the month and a half of it's the Halloween Havoc silly bollocks. It's like, it's a Texas death match. You're like, all right, cool.
We just saw one with Lance Archer, I think, was it Lance Archer when they were in Texas fairly recently? I can't remember.
It's always Lance Archer
Yeah.
doing them.
It was a fantastic promo, just like that, the crescendo was just like, oh,
I don't know if like
God almighty me.
I do agree. I do agree with your point, but the only saving grace is that it's Hangman, and it's quite fresh in the memory of the Texas Death match with Moxley that was really brutal.
When he hung him.
Yeah.
And stuck in a fork in him because he was done. That's what they say in America.
I'll wait until
They say that, and y'all, the in-betweeners is bad.
I had a point about this feud, but I think it's more. I'll wait until the Dynamite segment.
Fair enough, yeah. I thought Hangman Page has looked very one-sided in the Swerve feud. Not in terms of like, because he obviously gave him the thing off the apron, but just in terms of like, I don't really care about you. I want to see Swerve beat you again. But this was a step in the right direction.
You want to see? He broke into. He
say-
threatened his baby.
What
Yeah,
more, what
but
more can
Swerve,
Swerve
and I
do?
still will cheer Swerve over Hangman.
That's nasty.
That's just because of Prince Nana.
Nah. I like Swerve, even without the Prince.
Nay.
No.
Roosh and Dralistico beat the Workhorsemen in a tag team match. Afterwards, the House of Black say they're coming for the tag titles at Full Gear. Julia Hart wants a number one contenders match against Willow Nightingale for the TBS title. Chris Statlander is interviewed backstage
We're flying through.
and thinks Willow deserves a title shot, not Julia. Willow was flattered. Well, it's all one bit. Well, that's not really, is it? But it was together in my notes. So, yeah, what do you think of the match, Ross?
Really appreciated Dralistico's Christian 2002 see-through vest, first and foremost. And then he'd come back a little bit more, I reckon. I was surprised how competitive it was, just because Roosh's boys have been like built up with promo packages and whatnot, and it feels like they're finally becoming like a bona fide thing on AEW. But then the Workhorsemen, I know the Workhorsemen aren't like, jobbers. They're like, just jobbers.
Quit your jobber.
Yeah, they're not like the lad who faced Samoa Joe. I forgot his name. completely.
Exactly.
Yeah, not that
Do you know
bad.
who that was?
Who was it?
I think it was Serpentico.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was his mask.
John Cruz.
Is that him?
I think that's Serpentico.
No.
Cage match that, Joel. He's not listening, is he? Oh, yeah. But I thought it was a good competitive match. They brought bowling again.
Yeah.
The old thingy.
There's one gimmick they've got going for Workhorsemen is that they're good at bowling, which I know for real.
I couldn't tell if Ross was joking in the work chat the other day or not, but he was saying it might be Ziggler, the new signing.
Yeah,
for
it's the
AEW.
way they said respected. That just they don't say respected about someone young. Like, do you?
That's a good point. Yeah.
The Workhorseman stock could be about to rise if Ross is right and it's Dolph.
How so?
Because his brother.
Workhorsemen?
Because Ryan Nemeth's in the Workhorseman.
No.
Wait, he's not.
No,
It's JD Dre.
it's the guy with the little.
Yeah, Drake and what's his name? He's not Nemeth.
Who's Ryan Nemeth's tag?
You're
who am
thinking
I
of Avalon Stable, aren't you?
Oh God!
I don't think it exists anymore.
Sorry,
That's
lads.
the way.
Yeah. Wait, who's Ryan Nemeth?
Or is it like, JD and Ziggler are like this?
I've forgotten the name of JD's tag team partner.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Swell-
Oh, yeah, the big lad.
No, he's not even big. He's
Yeah, he
young.
is. He's got long hair.
He's chiseled.
Yeah, chiseled and big.
Yeah.
Like
Josh
that,
Woods.
like that steel factory
Not
you
Josh
didn't go
Woods,
to.
no.
Not Josh,
No.
not Josh Woods.
Let's rule out
Anthony,
Josh
man.
Woods.
Anthony Green.
No,
let's rule
not
out
Anthony
Anthony
Green.
Henry.
Anthony Henry. That's it.
There we go. God, this is hard. This.
It was like Jonathan Edwards. I'm getting someone a tag team.
Oh, I was about to say this is like trying to remember people you went to primary school with. And honestly, the other week, you know that new bit under, you know where Tally Tray used to be, down there.
Oh yes.
That's now where Billy Bootleggers is
Right.
moved to. And I know the lad who works there, Tim, and I was there hanging out with him and watching the band that was on, and bumped into a lad I've not seen since year 6, but we recognised each other, and we were like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he, at one point, all we had to talk about was like, "Remember this person from primary school? Remember this person?" And he went, "Remember James?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Do you remember when he-"
And you're like, oh, of course. What was that famous
And I
thing
was
he
like,
did?
yeah. And I was like, "Do you remember when he had like a fit?" And he went, basically, he thinks it was a work. I was like, "No."
How can you think that way?
That can change the whole mythology of this podcast.
Wow.
If it was a work, then I don't feel as guilty.
How old were you?
That happened probably between year 4, 5, or 6. It was like towards the end of
9 to
primary school.
11.
Yeah.
Are you that advanced at 9 to 11 to do a work bit?
I know. and to trick an adult as well.
By
I mean,
13, I reckon,
So I'm having a fit.
your
you
head's
know,
in the game, yeah.
The teacher thought he was faking it at first because he went, "James, stop it." He just thought he was making a stupid noise. But then he, like, aye.
Did he work himself into a shoot?
I can't tell. We'll have to.
We'll have to get James on the podcast.
I've not.
Wait, never mind that.
I can get this other lad on.
Wait, so this
Love
lad you went
that.
from year 6. So given the school you went to, was he all right? Was his butler all right?
So I
was his
only went to-
carriage driver okay?
So I only went to private secondary school, as I've specified time and time again. And my parents
What?
didn't pay. I'm a working class boy. I'm a working class.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I literally am. I was on a scholarship, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So how's he doing? How many businesses does his dad own?
This was literally at Felgate Primary School in Jarrow.
No, so 3.
Ah.
Because I'm working out. I thought, Roddy Strong,
The
maybe
House of
could be...
Black.
Oh, yeah, there
Do
they
you know when I
are.
first told Maffew that I went to private school, he definitely changed his opinion of me. He was like, "Oh." And then I pointed out that a lad that me and Maffew both know also went to my school, but Maffew likes him, so he went, "Oh, he's all right."
I don't, but I like that Jack thinks I do.
He did. No, he did. 100% did. He like literally changed
Which
his
lad's
opinion of
this?
me. Henry Faust.
Oh, he's all right.
I know.
See? How's the black show up? That's nice.
They
It's
were,
weird that
yeah.
they didn't show up in the arena, though.
They said the enemy of our enemy is also our enemy, which is how
That's not how that works.
They want the tag titles, what we learned from their segment, and Julia wants Statlander's title, and that's good because I think Julia should win.
Do you think she will?
I think she should.
Actually, she should have won last time, but what's the reason she didn't? She had time off or...
Get married, wouldn't she?
Married.
Ah,
that was
yes.
To Big Shotty Lee.
it. Man, I was ruining stuff. She should have won that.
That was me.
Wait.
doing-
Wait.
That's
What happened there?
That was me doing.
no.
That was me doing a shotty pipe.
No.
It's what the kids do.
No.
Right.
Where you get a Coke bottle, you put the thing in the bottom, then you suck it up.
Okay.
All the weed.
So it's either drugs or sucking a cock. We can't have that. Nah, we can't have that.
Why?
We
Why?
can't have
That's not on me if you thought that.
It's one night. Wait, of course, mate.
No, Big Shotty Lee.
You can't. His nickname
Sucking a
can't.
cock and doing drugs.
I'll be honest. Has everybody?
You get married once?
Has everybody thought that that is what he's doing with the nickname Big Shotty? By the way,
I just think it's like Big Shot in it, like
Yeah,
right.
He's a man about
You're a
town.
big
I
shot.
thought it was a bit of a double entendre.
Only around here, apparently. I don't know. I've never referred to it
Big
like that, but-
Shotty.
I don't know. It's up to you, Joe. Believe that in or not. But bloody hell.
It's up to
That's,
you.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we're leaving it in.
I was just doing a mimicked shoddy pipe.
I don't know what that is. I've never.
Oh, what, you get like a
Don't say it again.
Joel, no, you get like
We need the YouTube monetization.
your
to
normal
survive.
Coca-Cola bottle, and then you put some water in the bottom.
Oh,
and you put
like a bucket.
you
Yeah,
put-
yeah.
a bucket. That's what the
That's how you get your talk.
Not a bouquet.
Yes, yeah.
hyacinth. But yes, I think Julia Hart should get the big W here in the triple threat match at the pay-per-view.
Yes, and like the big L that this podcast will be getting off YouTube.
I thought she was gonna. I thought Statlander was gonna retain, but now this week's made me doubt that somewhat.
What has?
Your pitch on the pitches video, and also I just don't trust that damn sky blue.
Roddy Strong bravely competes. That was such a nice noise. I didn't even add anything. Roddy Strong bravely competes against Darius Martin and somehow, God willing, wins. The Kingdom beat Martin down afterwards until Action Andretti chases them away. What?
Yeah, he beat Jericho. He's a scary boy.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was a spine-tingling moment when Roddy stood up and walked up the stairs in the midst of No Neck November.
Proper wonker.
Nigel is an advocate for. Tomohiro Ishii also loves the cause. The match was fine. I think I'm just becoming numb to professional wrestling. I was sitting there watching this match going, these are two good wrestlers doing some wrestling. I can't think of anything to say of worth.
You're not numb to it. It's AEW Collision.
Do you think it's bad that
here's
there's
some stuff.
Do you think it's bad now that like all wrestlers are at least good?
It's a little bit bad.
Yeah.
Do you remember when like
Dabba-Kato
Dabba-Kato would wrestle in NXT?
He was so excited.
Yeah, it was a proper throwback to the 90s, wasn't it? Like, he's awful.
Throwback before they used to train wrestlers.
Who was it who thought that? Because I just thought of Giant Gonzalez there as well. And were you on a?
Get stuffed,
Was it
Albert.
you? Someone thought that Raquel Gonzalez was Giant Gonzalez's, or Raquel Rodriguez was.
That
his.
wasn't me, but I have heard that said. That rings a bell.
Who thought? Someone thought that Raquel Rodriguez was Giant Gonzalez's
Is
daughter.
this going to be like these wrestling list things or your favorite YouTuber saying this?
It's not. She's not his daughter.
Yeah.
Wrestling news now.
That's not good. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's not going to prevent us from putting in a thumbnail.
The Undertaker shagged Giant Gonzalez, and the result was Raquel Gonzalez.
That's why I didn't take a tattoo that said Sarah.
Sorry. But the best part of that match was the wiener punch. That's the first time I've seen the wiener punch in action, and it's brilliant because he literally he punches him right in the dick.
Yeah.
And it's so
Wiener
effective.
punch. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Exactly. I was glad to see it in the flesh.
From the
finally.
front.
In the flesh.
Yeah,
Well
it just
done.
stands at the front and just goes, bang.
So I was watching an old Nitro, and what was she called? You know when Evan Courageous was in that feud with
Medusa.
But who was it Spice?
Oh, I think so.
One of the Nitro girls
yeah,
was
yeah.
there, but it was a double cross. You thought she was trying to tempt Evan Courageous away from Medusa.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm referring
But
to,
the
yeah,
lasses
yeah.
were actually in tandem. They were screwing Evan Courageous out of the match.
Yeah.
And this, I think it's Spice or Shay or one of the Nitro girls, like punches. She does that to Evan Courageous, but it's not good. I thought, I never want to see anyone do that again. So I have to rewatch this and see a good example.
The
of it in
Kingdom
action.
can smack a winky.
Right.
It's the best I've seen since Home Alone 3.
I'll take your word for it.
You need to watch it.
Yeah, you watch
I have seen it, but I don't remember that specific moment.
Film man Joel, we've never asked your opinion of Home Alone 3.
I think I watched it. You know when I went to London for Money in the Bank?
What?
I watched it in the hotel room there. It was like my first time watching it. Oh, watching at least
Were you
half
by
of it.
yourself?
In July?
No, me and Ryan. yeah. It was on TV. It's always
So
on
you went all the way
ITV,
down to
innit?
London
Yes,
to be in
just
a,
for that.
a posh hotel to watch Home
It
Alone
wasn't a
3
posh
by
hotel.
yourself.
It was not.
Adam apologised for the hotel. There's videos on
Oh.
YouTube. The Britain's worst hotel ever.
Oh, and it's on there.
The one we stayed
Oh
in.
my
yeah.
God. Do you watch Home Alone 3 to cheer you up? It could be worse.
Me and Atkins watched Point Break on our first night in London.
Oh, that's better.
nice.
That's better.
I mean, I didn't enjoy it.
What?
Wait, only Patrick Swayze was good. Keanu Reeves wasn't.
What did you think of Home Alone 3 though, Joe?
It was all right. It's not as good as
it's not
the
a bad
others,
film, is it?
It's not the best one of the franchise, though, is it, Joe?
No,
It's the best
I would never said that. Would you say it's not
Oh,
as bad as people say?
I think it is the best.
No,
Really?
you have.
I've not. Well, it's the only one I had on VHS, so it's the one I've seen way more than the classic 1 and 2. I've seen them probably once each.
I've
seen
only
them
heard you two talk about it. I don't know anyone else.
literally when me and Ross realised that we both like Home Alone 3,
that
yeah, it
was
was
your thing.
quite a rarity.
Home Alone friends.
All right.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't get old at all, does it?
You gamer wanker.
Yeah, that's right. Game of wank over your mum. See, it's great, isn't it?
She's nowhere near
She
as
gave me a
nice
big
as Will's
shoddy.
mum.
Tony Khan is with Brian Danielson and announces that this half-crippled, half-dead man who is melting in front of us is perfectly fine.
That's right, guys. I know I don't look like I'm at 100% right. He literally said it.
I look bad, but I will be okay.
He also
for
makes
the
a
show.
massive promise, by the way. He says this is going to be the best tournament ever. That's a big claim.
TK says, you know, that Continental Classic 12-man round-robin tournament that you have been demanding since the start of AEW. Like, who's he talking to?
He loves a tourney. Attorney.
I hope
Khan.
this Continental Classic, I presume it's going to become like a yearly thing. I hope that becoming a yearly thing like nullifies all the other tournaments. 'Cause
No.
If it doesn't, it's pointless.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
little
pointless,
faith.
but you know.
What does the
it'll
winner get?
be-
Prestigious continental.
we just know there's 12
Stem
stars.
cells for Daniel Bryan, hopefully.
We just know there's 12 stars round robin tournament competing weekly in the biggest cities across America.
It's a.
To make these shows important, please come.
I'm actually amazed that the G1 doesn't suffer from having more injuries than it does. Maybe that's just because the wrestlers push through when they really shouldn't do. But
Well, it's they have the 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off thing in Japan, don't they?
but the matches they have in the G1 are insane as well, and it's just like
It's almost like they're properly trained, unlike Dabba-Kato.
no. I think they push themselves too hard in Japan. Stop me if I'm saying something outrageous here. I think Japanese wrestlers might go a bit too hard sometimes.
Oh, do you see the lifeboatman and Natalia?
Natalia.
She's been to the dungeon, hasn't he, Gabriel Kidd?
Oh.
And him and Natalia doing the old shoot wrestles. Oh,
Oh, I'm seeing
my
that now.
goodness me, it's worth a little watch there.
Thank you.
It's somewhere.
The life.
I like that you heard Japanese wrestlers going hard and you went, Natalia.
And Gabriel.
Gabriel
Kidd.
Kidd, he was in New Japan.
That's right. Oh, but this is.
He is in New Japan, sorry.
He's
I'm like, he's in WCPW, what are you on about?
No, he's one of the dogs for real.
I hit a complete blind spot there. Like, oh yes, he's famously in New Japan now, Maffew.
He's in the War Dogs. These are my dogs for real. I like their theme. I've been listening to it recently.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I can't talk. I'm going to say.
Oh no, Jack had a compliment, was nearly sick.
Going back to the start of this segment, though, I love the way it was set up. Like, Danielson will be appearing at All In 2024. And I was thinking he's not going to wrestle between now and then, just to make sure. Because he missed this year, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they were promising for next year. So like,
They've
to
already,
wrap him up in cotton wool.
That
Yeah.
just seems dangerous to
Yeah.
me. He's fine.
He's also got a card at Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh no.
So when does it kick off, the Continental
What,
Classic?
Brian's head in about 2 weeks.
The Continental Classic, I mean, silly.
Don't know.
Well, the final takes place at World's End, so I assume December.
That's not a lot of time.
So there's 12 men round robin.
Yeah, that's a.
a
Oh,
lot.
it's gonna be on Rampage and.
That's a lot of wrestling for Danielson before Okada at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, many people have pointed that out. Maybe Daniel Bryan's annoying daughter has a point.
This is Birdie's fault, man. He's trying to cram it all in, isn't he? Last minute. I've got a
Yes.
year left.
He's realised he's got
Do you
an exam in the morning.
Do you think all the other people in the round robin are going to be just who he wants to wrestle again? It'll be Zack Sabre Jr., Kenta, Morishima, like just everyone. Morishima like, drags him out for it. But yeah, I'm worried as well. Hopefully he'll be fine.
Yeah. One thing I hope we do get is Big Bill versus Brian in that SummerSlam Redemption match.
Well, that was.
And Biggs, I'm good now,
I
Bill.
still remember the shame that Ross felt in that predictions contest.
Why?
Because I remember you were like, Bill's going to win. Or like Cassidy's
He's
going to
tall,
win.
isn't he?
And I don't think we knew yet that he was leaving because it was the last match or something.
It was very abrupt as
And it was
letting go,
like
wasn't
a squash almost. Brian just battered him.
Just the final was that Brian telling Bill, all right, here's how you put that there, and telling him like move for move,
Oh, I
step
remember
for
that
step.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember his match with Gulak for no reason? That was good.
Big Bill.
No, Brian on pay-per-view. They had
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
the
random
Elimination Chamber,
pay-per-view
yeah,
match. Yeah. It's
His
class.
balls came out.
What?
Remember that?
No.
Right when the corner did the thing over his balls.
Brian's balls.
Brian's balls.
Wow, his pale, wrinkly balls.
The only bit of his body that
Not
works
his-
probably now.
Not his.
Oh, come on now.
That's horrid.
You're right. I'm fine. Julia Hart beats Willow Nightingale to get a spot in the triple threat match at Full Gear. Usually I say Willow Nightingale and Julia Hart, anything involving the TPS women's division is really good and saves Collision. I think because the crowd were deed, this match was okay. Not usual high standards. But you know what? I could still dig it.
I thought the match really showed how far ahead. This might be a weird thing to say because it's very two stylistically different wrestlers, but how far ahead Willow is of Julia. I thought she ran the show in this match.
Oh yeah, Willow's. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's like she had a banger of a match this year with Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, they got time in this match though. It was the stuff with the mist. I guess it's mildly interesting.
Yeah, because it's not
Mildly interesting.
it's not like captivating, is it? It's
But you
just
are right,
like,
yeah. It's just,
I just want to know what it is about Willow's being that she can fight it off, but Sky Blue can't.
we won't.
She's built different.
We won't learn. They won't explain it. It'll just happen.
Because it was interesting. Because Brody King's at ringside screaming, "You could have been part of something special, there, young lady."
You could have been Pope Ted.
I think that I think that the trend these days with any sort of spooky storyline is to just not explain it in the end. Just keep it abstract for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Like-
That really worked really well for the last stage of The Fiend.
Well, yeah.
So what was that about then?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think that was his fault. He was probably pitching ideas left, right, and centre. Anyway.
Backstage, Ricky Starks and Big Bill learn that they'll be defending their titles against 3 teams at Full Gear, House of Black, LFI, and FTR. Starks isn't worried.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Why would he be?
I think he's going to win. I think they are going to win. Do you think they're going to win?
I don't know because this Young Bucks. I assume they're going to beat the Golden Jets.
Oh, I think the Golden Jets are going to win.
Oh, because that means the Golden Jets get the shot at the tag team champions, don't they? So
Yeah, I think.
I thought the Bucks being involved just was foreshadowing FTR versus Bucks again.
Oh, I think they're scrapping that.
Why the FTR proven it? Best
Well,
of 3
better team,
series.
yeah.
That's why I
FTR
think
won.
it's going to happen again because the
Yeah, the
Bucks need
Bucks
to have the
need-
last laugh.
But
It's so sad you say it as a joke, but yeah, maybe as
But
well.
I feel like if they do have that match, it won't necessarily be for the belts because I don't think they want to put them on FTR again.
yeah.
Maybe until this is all blown over.
Yeah. No, it's an injury, guys.
Aye.
No, stop being cynical. Guys. Shh. Come on, guys.
You're normally a bit more subtle than this on this week's podcast. You're just
You
firing on all
hate
cylinders.
AEW at the minute, don't
Yeah,
you?
you
You're
do.
sick of it.
Willow Nightingale and Julia
What
Hart,
was-
I've got nothing against. The rest is... Oh, no.
I think it's when his Twitter feed
Yeah, you know what I-
realised that all the cool accounts started hating AEW.
Oh, the cool
I've got
account.
to overcompensate now.
I got news for you. All the cool accounts don't like me, so it's all right. Oh, I want
That's
those cool
that's
X
actually
people.
not true. That's untrue.
Yeah, me and the X people like that.
No, I've honestly started to agree with Maffew in recent weeks, sadly, that AEW has lost some of the magic.
So my opinions are bad and you agree with them.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh,
how
okay.
you treat me, so.
Oh, John, don't be like... Why would you think I don't respect you? Silly Billy. Paul White's on commentary for Powerhouse Hobbs squash match against Titus Alexander. Afterwards, Don Callis gets on the mic and mocks Jericho for having to resort to calling his last remaining friend in wrestling. Yeah, big if true. He goes over to Paul, who was not shown walking to his spot. I'd like to point that out. He was just there when we came back from the break. He sat down.
It's sad, isn't it? Like, because he did that Emirates, didn't he? Just see his legs like not fully straight, is it? It's like,
He calls him a scared giant before ordering Hobbs to attack. They have a tense stare down, with Paul more than happy to have a brawl. Instead, Callis and Carl Fletcher pull Hobbs away.
So Ross had good thoughts about this on the Pitches video, I think.
we can laugh about it now, but I was terrified after watching this segment, not knowing what was coming on Dynamite, because this was Paul White standing up to Powerhouse Hobbs. Mere weeks after Hobbs had that big win against Jericho, he's then going to get. I thought at this point after Collision, he's going to get just fed to Paul White.
Yeah,
because they're doing. It's like they've become what they hated at the start. They become what they were fighting against AEW with the legends, I find, in certain instances.
Yep.
But thankfully, that didn't come true with Paul White. But yeah, it looked terrifying just how confident Paul White was.
Yeah, he wasn't pressed.
No.
He wasn't worried. But he should have been.
He should have been, yeah.
But I also thought it was weird that, you know, when a segment's been booked and you know it's to work around the limitations of a certain wrestler, so in this case, Paul White. So, like, it's when Don Callis goes, Hobbs, attack! And then Hobbs doesn't for no reason. He just goes, yeah. I was like, what? He just told you to attack, you silly bitty. I didn't say that count when I was watching you silly
I'd
goose.
kill him if I did that.
Because I always feel if he was going to be Wardlow like Hobbs, because again, we've made the point, don't we, that certain big things happen to certain younger wrestlers in AEW and they don't follow through with stuff after that. Hobbs gets the big one over Jericho. This is the next thing. Thankfully now they've followed through, but at this point you're worried he's going to get Wardlowed. But we can all laugh about it now.
It all worked out all right in the end.
Yeah. FTR interviewed backstage and mentioned that they won on Rampage last night. Unverified. They remind us that their goal is to win back the AEW tag team. Yeah. It would be funny if that was a new person's gimmick. Yeah, I won that match on Rampage. And he goes, did you? Yeah, of course you did. Yeah.
I beat Kip Sabian. Yeah, whatever.
Did you? Yeah, sounds like that happens on Rampage. Yeah, sure. In the main event, Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland beat Lance Archer and the Righteous in a street fight. Christian and his lads come out to stare them down from the ramp.
You mean the patriarchy?
I'm not calling them that.
Wait,
Well,
is
I
that
know
what they're called?
That's what they're called, yeah.
Well, Christian and the lads.
The patriarchy.
'Cause
Oh,
he's
sorry,
the-
that's
'cause
their
he's-
name. Oh, I thought you meant the other ones. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Because
I'll
he's
call them
their
that.
father. Makes sense.
Yeah. You've got
No,
Lance,
I'm happy with that, yeah.
To give them their full names, Lance and the Righteous, Darby, Sting, and Adam, and the patriarchy.
Right.
That's the feud at the moment.
Yeah.
I wonder what Jake Roberts was showing to Sting on his phone screen. I hope it was something just wild and inappropriate, just like him on the bog.
There's a
Like that horse video.
not until later on, but there's a wrestler in a different segment on this week's TV who was texting mysteriously in the background as well.
Iranu.
How do you text mysteriously?
Laurinaitis perfected it, and he was a subtle one when it came to that.
Yeah, this was just a feel-good, nice little match here.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of anything more sophisticated to say than that.
I thought Lance and the Righteous, as like a stable wearing matching gear, looked the part. I think they worked well together. But yeah, it was just a babyface win for the babyfaces, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nigel Sign-Off, though. Again, he's laying on thick with Christian.
Oh,
He was
my
like,
God.
It's Christian! Oh, God, come on.
Start off as
Nigel.
Tony, ended as Slade. Magnificent, mate.
Yeah. We're only on a roll. This feels like
Oh,
we've
yeah,
been
yeah.
going for ages.
Monday Night Raw. Cody opens the show and brings out his War Games team. Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins. The JD interrupt, minus Rhea Ripley, and try to cause tension between Cody and Seth. Cody's surprised the group were allowed to come out without their leader. Priest says, we don't have a leader. Bollocks. I'm the leader. Seth and Sami challenge them to a tag match as everyone side-eyes one another. And then they have it. And bloody hell, Seth and Sami win via DQ after Priest, Balor, and Ripley interfere from the crowd. Everybody brawls, with Cody and Jay running out to help the good guys. JD Buck Don't Google Me saves Priest from a Jey Uso spear. Adam Pearce and the security arrive, and Big Boy Pierce goes, you don't run Monday Night Raw, I run Monday Night Raw. He doesn't want tonight's tag team match to be ruined, so he bans all the other War Games competitors from the arena. Oh yeah, then Rhea continues to argue with Pierce afterwards, but before he can ban her from the arena too, Zoe Stark arrives.
Oh, he's gone for it.
Ripley of overlooking her. Rhea admits that Zoe reminds her...
Stop!
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
What do you think of this, Ross?
He's there. I thought it was a good thing that they recognised Seth and Cody don't quite see eye to eye, because I was thinking that's a big thing to forget heading into War Games when they're going to be on the same team, wearing their cute little army costumes.
Yeah.
That was in the news this week. Cody saying that they're going to have matching gear, and it's going to be based off the poster, which is Cody's face.
No,
in camouflage.
like Hogan and Sting and the best promo ever, where they're all trying to out babyface each other.
So, if the
Hogan
rumours
leads
are...
them all off. No, Savage leads them all off, and Hogan stays behind to finish the promo. So Savage leads them all back in past him, going like, yeah. So many steroids in one frame. It's insane.
Wait, so you're going to be dressed like that? So they'll all be dressed as Cody?
Yeah, we're camouflaging.
No, as Cody.
No, don't spoil it, because I really want this, and I'm going to want them to win 100% if they're dressed as army men.
If the spoiler is the spoiler, who people are saying is because that was the fifth man of Cody's team hasn't been revealed.
Oh.
If it is who it's going to be, that's going to be fantastic.
If it is who it's going to be.
If it is who people say it's going to be,
Who have people been saying it's going to be?
I don't want to say on the podcast
Okay.
in case people just don't want
It
to.
sounds like the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man.
Well, no, because there was a report put out by Fightful Select that clearly had at the top, don't put this out there because it's spoilers.
Okay, fair enough then.
Be careful when aggregating.
I'll Google it.
But people put it out there anyway. So yeah, if it is the person in that report, it's going to be fantastic because that person doesn't quite. It feels like that person wouldn't appreciate the matching attires.
I know what it means now. And also given his background. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I never even thought about that.
Oh, okay.
It's Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, damn it. Well, as the man with the most experience in actual war games, lying bastard.
The other bit from the opening segment was just Priest saying, I am the leader, which I think he thinks in his own head, and Mammy thinks in her own head, and Finn probably thinks in his own head. I don't know. There wasn't much going on in the opening segment, was there?
And nothing we haven't seen 100 times this year with the exact same JD stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, it's fine. It's working, I guess, but I can't think of anything.
Shout out to Dom, though. Shout out to Dom, because I'm watching him wrestle again. This time he's doing like the Rikishi bump off of Sami Lariat, and he's just generally like keeping up step for step with Sami Zayn. I thought in the match, and I'm thinking he's come a very long way. A very long way.
He has.
But again, it's Monday Night Raw. I could see the interference coming a mile off. And finally, Adam Pearce is banning people from ringside. Could he do the same? Or could Nick Aldis do the same in a Roman Reigns match? Could they possibly do the same?
Aldis is a bit of a heel, though.
Yeah.
No, only against Billy Corgan.
And I thought Adam Pearce was going to get smacked upside the head when he kept going like, "My dear, your pretty little face."
That was
to Rhea
weird,
Ripley,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Bit out of character.
Aye.
Gorgeous.
You cannot speak that loud.
And so, and in fairness, they're all gorgeous.
Gorgeously.
Ross swore.
I did, yeah. But it was sad to see Rhea lay out all of Zoe Starks' accomplishments, and then you realise how badly they've pissed it all away.
Yeah, during the bit where Zoe comes out and goes, "Hey, it's me," and Rhea goes, "Hi, gee." Remember when people like Ric Flair have said stuff like, the NWO killed heels forever because of nowadays heels need to be cool rather than just be like heels. And this reminded me of that because Rhea was so overly cheered over Starks, even when Rhea expositioned everything Zoe had done, because Rhea's just cool.
Yeah, everyone's
and
wants to,
Zoe isn't really, because she hasn't done anything other than win a battle royal.
She got rid of Trish Stratus.
But we've all forgotten that, and that was more about Trish than it was Zoe.
Then she was one of like 4 different women that was sacrificed to make Nia's return look good.
Right.
And it stole
here's
their
some
momentum totally. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
100%. Yeah.
And even Nia's not even doing much.
It'll probably be a good match, and hopefully that'll remind people that it's always good.
Anyway, we get another Nakamura video aimed at his mystery target. He says he'll remain patient for now. Patient. You know, sees a patient. Sees patients. Doctors. You know, Suda, do we doctor? CM Punk.
Yeah.
Oh.
The P in
All the pieces
CM Punk
fit.
stands for, it's completely patient punk. It's no way, I've got that totally wrong. I've got
CP
CP
Punk.
Punk. Yeah. No, I meant.
He's changed his name.
Oh, damn it. Let's carry on.
He also says the person he's talking to has been blessed with much privilege. So it's Alberto Del Rio that's making the return.
Oh, no.
Finally, after the 17 times he's claimed he's going back.
He's an
actually right.
aristocrat,
Who
so he
could
is.
it be? Privileged. Cody from
Ted
a Legacy
DiBiase.
family. Ted
He
DiBiase.
needs the money for...
Shane.
oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. No, No, if it had a stipulation, I'd watch that match. If it had
Shane
like
McMahon versus Nakamura,
Yeah.
the shoot fight of the decade.
Yeah.
You'd watch that, wouldn't you?
Shane's
The
bastard.
strike. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
Shane going, guess I was also thinking about going to Pride. 95, 2 years before it started. Backstage, Cody and Seth agree that they'll have each other's back at Survivor Series, even though they don't like each other. Seth wishes Cody good luck in tonight's main event, which is just a setup for later on. Nakamura beats Ortiz in a singles match. He shoves Chad Gable afterwards and leaves while the rest of AA hold Gable back. Yeah, he
Did he
did.
catch the thing for Botchamania in the Cody and Seth bit? Ivar walked in shot, didn't he, by mistake? And the guy to go, "Whoa there!
Yeah.
Step back! What are you
That
doing?"
was nice. Had some people going, "Oh well, that was a big botch. You had to zoom right in and slow it down to see it. Ooh, a big one that." I went, "All right, yeah, it's a fair point, isn't it?"
I saw it first time round. I thought it was a big whoopsie anyway.
Yeah.
I thought Otis' reversed out the Kinshasa into a world's strongest slam, followed by a no-sell on the first couple of Kinshasas. I think that's World Championship Kavorka.
No, I can't. I've not got my lenses in, so I can't fully make out what it says. But there's a big bit of Ross's highlights coming up in like green, bold, capital.
Oh, it's
bold
actually
caps.
a serious wrestling point I'm going to make. That's why I put it in green. So
It's in green.
I actually say it.
That's good that you give yourself directions.
I'm excited to see what it is now.
It's not that good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
It's just that I sometimes like to try and bring the
It's
serious
just, look
chat
how
to the
bright it is like,
podcast.
on the screen. I'm like,
We should do it. We should do
Don't
like
miss it. Don't miss it.
We should do like the wrestling. Like coming up next on the Cultaholic Podcast after these messages.
It's gonna be such a
Ross's serious
No, I
points.
can't wait for the green
Such a
point.
wet fart when I say it.
No, I'm excited.
This podcast will
big
continue.
green wet fart.
Picture in picture.
A baby poo of wrestling analysis because it's big and green and smelly.
Aren't you glad you stuck around to hear that?
No, they don't. It looks like it's going to be a shame that Chad Gable now is going to be fed to Nakamura next week as Nakamura continues on his way to Shane McMahon, the mystery opponent at Survivor Series.
That's why he's fighting all these academy dudes, because Shane McMahon's obviously a trained professional hitman by day, billionaire son by night. I thought Nakamura at least made Otis look credible by hitting him with all the Kinshasa.
I've never seen someone no-sell like one definitely, and then half no-sell a second one, and then go down on the third one.
Yeah,
Make
I
Otis the world
wasn't
champion.
mad about it though.
No.
It fits. Which made it weird on NXT when Dar and all the Metaphor were like, "Yeah, I will batter Otis, man." I'm like, well, he's a machine. He's a monster.
Gorgeous monster.
Gorgeous.
Drew McIntyre meets with Seth backstage and shakes his hand following their match at Crown Jewel. He says he's determined to work hard and get another title shot. Seth knows he can do it, and he's pleasantly surprised by how well Drew's taking all this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
age,
they got me. They got me.
I was going to say, age like a wonderful barrel of whiskey.
Yeah.
20 years in the barrel, into
now
the
you're
bottle.
talking.
Yeah, because this got me as well, thinking, he's just going to be a nice man. It's Drew McIntyre.
Tegan Knox beats Piper Niven after Natalia stops Chelsea Green from interfering.
Tag title match, I guess, between
Yeah.
Natty and Tegan and the other two.
Yeah, bless Tegan Knox. Gets the video summing her up.
Oh, no, she got the Nathan Fraser treatment, my friend. She got the Nathan Fraser. Tegan Knox, your favourite WWE superstar, got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Oh.
Get out, man. You're not going to be my favourite by speaking like that.
And even worse, she says, I don't want my injury to define my career. Tell WWE to stop showing footage of it. It might as well just be a Titantron now. Tegan Knox injured.
She needs storylines. That would help.
Because she says in that promo as well, it was the NXT person was in charge of these Raw promos, I thought, this week again. She was like, the last year of my career has been the craziest of my life.
Has it?
I'm like, what have you done?
Yeah. Did you win a scratch card or something?
The Becky Lynch match.
Yeah. Natalia.
That's
yeah.
unreal.
Natalia's
That
a
went
friend
nowhere.
now.
Natalia kind of like, shit, yeah. Wow, mental that, love. Oof.
All right. Putting love on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really condescending.
Adam Pearce,
Sorry.
I know,
your pretty little face. It's
Oh,
not,
little Tegan Knox.
it's not her fault, but it's the stuff she's been given. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
just
sad.
now, yeah. I thought it was nice for the two lasses to have the match on Raw because I think they're Bez's IRL, aren't they? Aren't they? Are they? I don't know.
Piper and Tegan.
Piper and Tegan, aye.
Oh, I always thought it was Piper and Kaylee Ray.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Alba Fire.
The wolves who dance below the moonlight. Tegan got battered and nobody cared, which was a shame. And Natalia was at ringside going, Tegan! Tegan! And you could hear every single word she said because the crowd did not join in. Then a couple of nice moves later, she gets the roll-up win.
One time,
Yeah.
when I used to play basketball, one time for some reason my nana was at the game, and that's how I felt. I was Tegan Knox and Natalia was my nana. Not the coolest person to be cheering you on from the sidelines. I'm glad she came, obviously, in hindsight. Yeah.
Aw.
We won because of Margaret.
Aw.
She's brilliant from 3-point right.
Up to Margaret.
Yeah.
The Miz is interviewed backstage and talks about wanting to beat Gunther. Ivar interrupts and mocks The Miz, but Bronson Reed also shows up and has a tense stare down with the Viking. Later, we see Gunther confront Miz, who tells him to watch his match tonight. Gunther says he knows who he's dealing with, and he'll destroy The Miz at Survivor Series. Meow, 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 meow.
And he will. That's true. He's not lying.
It was funny because Miz is meant to be a babyface now. We've learned this over the past couple of weeks. But he's saying Gunther's trying to diminish The Miz by calling him a sports entertainer, even though I have been the proper best Intercontinental champion of all time and whatnot. And you haven't now. Gunther's taken over your pal.
Yeah, it's weird.
Gunther's just been really good.
It's hard to agree with Miz.
Yeah.
It was like the battle of quality versus quantity. I've had the most IC title reigns. You just went waiting for good to think that means you've lost it the most.
Yeah.
But
That's
nah.
one thing that's been addressed a bit because Triple H loves these long usually heel reigns, but at least he's not pretending 16-time world champion. Isn't it? It's more impressive to have a long reign. Yeah, definitely.
And he's only the second most reigning of all time as well, isn't he? Still Jericho with 9, I think, off the top of my head. Miz has got 8.
Oh. That's a bit sad, isn't
Take
it?
that.
When you put it like that, yeah.
Ivar's real life voice is very funny as well. He sounds like Bear in the Big Blue House to me when he talks. Really.
How does that sound?
I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. It's nice.
Can you do it, Joe?
All I can think is I can just think of Barney the dinosaur.
He doesn't sound like Barney.
What does the bear sound like?
I hate you. I'm going to pin you 1, 2, 3.
He's got a nice, wholesome American man voice. I mean, he might be Canadian. I don't know. But yeah, it's just not a voice that
I
comes
think
out of
he's
like
from Boston. I want to say
Boston.
because
He's from Boston. He sounds like that.
I think that
He trained Sasha Banks.
He trained Sasha Banks and then said she wasn't ready for WWE. Yeah. And then he said, "You're not ready for WWE." And then she went there and became the best women's wrestler.
She changed her name to Money. It's easy, this.
And then the second part with Miz and Gunther, we had Nikki Cross looking on in the background for no reason whatsoever. A little bit of Triple H subtlety there in the background, so you clearly see it. And then Miz.
Oh, does that mean Nikki Cross, Ivar team up?
Yeah, probably. And I just like the way that Gunther talks. He feels like he's his own promoter. He's like, "You've got one hell of a beating coming to you, young man."
Yeah.
I wanted to see what Ivar's real name was to see if it was exciting. Todd Smith.
And he's on his Todd.
Yeah, for now, yeah. Well, he's got Valhalla.
Exactly.
He doesn't need Valerie.
No one does.
She always provides a distraction, one per match.
Hey, you should read this. No. I'm sure it's like an indie company hasn't done that.
I think she's a bit weird
she's
politically.
more than a
right.
bit right.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a Viking.
Oh, yeah.
No, wow, who knew, eh?
Welcoming
I thought they'd
people
be
on.
quite-
Craziness.
I thought they'd be quite a socialist society.
Yeah. I'm one of those happy Vikings you heard about. Where we at? Yeah, the Miz, whatever. Giovanni Vinci is ejected from ringside during Ludwig Kaiser's match with Tommaso Ciampa. He runs back in, however, to attack Johnny Gargano ringside, so Pierce can suck it,
hate
which
that.
allows Kaiser to roll up a distracted Ciampa for the win.
He should be banned from WWE. Because Sammy Guevara did the same in AEW, where it's like, you're banned from ringside, and then he ran out anyway.
Yeah, but the
Well,
referee
what's
doesn't catch
what's
me.
the point?
Like,
They've been watching too much Barclays Premier League, so they have. All the power's been stripped away from the refs there. It's all about the VAR.
Yeah.
So VAR's coming to WWE.
Yeah.
I'll put, match was notable for Michael Cole crapping on the Louvre, saying it was overrated.
The what?
The Louvre, the
sound
French
like-
gallery.
sound like
Louvre.
John
Is it
Stones.
Louvre? I was trying to say how Wade Barrett says it. Is it?
Louvre.
I actually don't know how it's said properly. Is it Louvre?
The Louvre.
Louvre. Thanks.
I
Dankeschön.
guess, yeah.
Is it John Stones in that video where he's with Haaland and Haaland takes the piss out of him going
Put
like,
it in
oh,
the
Louvre. Put it in the Louvre.
Put in the Louvre.
No offense, Joel.
Wade said, "You think the Louvre is overrated?" And Cole goes, "Yes." And he goes, "You know, you watch comic book films."
Yes.
Take
Get
that.
it.
In the mud.
Have it.
Comic book wanker.
What? You
Aye.
didn't see the Marvels? Well, no one did. Worst
Apparently,
release of any
there's a new
MCU
Marvel
film
film
ever.
called The Marvels. Right. Excellent. Well, it's just weird,
True.
isn't it? It's just weird that it's called The Marvel. It sounds like a sitcom. At Home with the Marvels. No, but have you seen it?
No,
no.
nah, I've given up on them now.
Joel will have.
Joel, have you seen the Marvels?
Nah, I've given up as well.
How was it? How was
all-
it being in a cinema by yourself, Joel? Did you take up 2 seats, or were you just polite and just stuck with one?
That's very rude.
Yeah, I
Calling me
agree with
fat.
that. Come on now.
Not calling you. No, I'm saying because
2
no one else
seats?
was there. Like,
No, I didn't see
what?
it.
How do you get that from that, or whatever? Go back to not talking.
They're all called Marvel though. There's Miss Marvel. There's Captain Marvel. It's very confusing.
Yeah, that is confusing.
So what are they then? If they're just
Well, the superheroes.
people in M's, people in suits with M on the front.
They're all
I
women.
don't know.
That's a part of it.
I don't really
That's a
know.
gimme.
Right. Don't let that. Don't let
Hard
that
hitting
linger.
journalism there. So I thought I'd leave that hang for a bit. 'Cause
Well,
it's funny.
I
So what do
think-
you think of this Giovanni Vinci ejection?
Well, I like
ringside
the
match?
later developments, but I don't know if that's. I don't know if I mentioned that straight after or if it's later on in the night.
There was a fair few
Later
big
on.
lariats in the match. I think Michael Cole on commentary as well mentioned that he was shocked the referee counted 3, even though he sent Giovanni away from the ringside area. But yes, it was a fine match. But
Yeah, even Cole was right.
this
wasn't
matchup adds to my serious wrestling analysis, which will come up fairly
it?
soon.
Ooh, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's
The
gonna-
JD meet backstage, and Rhea brings up Priest's earlier comments about being leader. He apologizes. Oh, I'm sorry. But Rhea surprisingly makes him their leader for the War Games match. Oh, okay. Finn Balor suggests making JD McDonagall a full member of the group, and Priest, yeah, he's a car, reluctantly agrees. Later, we see Priest formally welcome JD into the JD, giving him a leather jacket.
This needs to stop.
It's not confusing at all.
Stop doing that. Just call him the Judgment Day.
Okay.
I've had enough, Matthew. It's been months of
You're
this.
right. I do apologize.
This crap.
Yeah. I'll do it again. Later, we see Priest formally welcome Judgment Day into the JD, gifting him a leather jacket.
It's just grandad humor. This like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balor congratulates both, but warns him to get out the arena before Adam Pearce realizes he's still there.
I like that bit. That was quite cheeky. But you need to get out now. Oh, I don't know what that was. Sorry. I don't know. Gorgeous.
I did like how Priest was like, I don't really like you. I don't really think you're ready, but here's your little jacket anyway, which I've forgotten the real name of. Me and Tom did a news video the other day where we called it like skins or something, which wasn't the right word. We had Hell's Angels in the comments putting us right, apparently. So,
Oh.
yeah, I forget what the right word was. No doubt in the comments
Can't
right
call
now.
it a jacket? Or
Yeah,
like-
no.
Oh.
No.
Patches.
No. I can't remember.
Leathers.
No.
Skin. Well,
No, it's not skins, no.
I didn't know that. You can't just call a leather jacket with that symbolizes a group. Skins.
Well, my main exposure is Big
Tank
Al
Abbott,
versus
yeah,
Tank
yeah.
Abbott at Super Bowl 2000, where Tank Abbott stabs the man in the neck. That's a fight over skins.
Yeah. And it's a proper UFC leather jacket.
Yeah.
Symbolizing he was a part of the UFC. So I guess if he lost the jacket, he wouldn't be a UFC dude anymore.
I think it begins with a C.
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Ross, I wear.
Have you seen the really cringy video of like a biker, like pulling rank on some lad wearing a motorcycle jacket at a petrol station in America. He's like, "You don't deserve to wear that. You're not in a real biker gang." The guy's like, "Go away." Yeah.
Was it his name of the motorcycle?
I don't know, but it was almost like he was trying to claim like stolen valor. Like it was really cringy.
Santos said, "No, I drove a bike in Nam."
It was very American.
Jesse Ventura, that, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, I can't. All my Americans are just
Bischoff would have been on the side of the old school biker dude, I guess.
yeah,
He loves bikes.
he does.
But one thing we do know is that Rhea Ripley is the leader of the Judgment Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Off those two segments there. It was her idea to get JD in, I think,
Yeah.
in the end. And Priest was a good little boy.
She kept saying medical. He's in medical. It was just a weird turn of phrase. They usually say like in the trainer's room or something, don't they? Or like
Yeah.
She goes, "He's in bloody medical." It's like she was playing Among Us.
I don't get that one. I've never played Among
One
Us.
of the bits of the map's called medical.
Oh.
And if there's been a killing, you've got to. Where did you find the body? It was in medical. It was in Nav. It was in Shields. I miss
He's a
Among
medical
Us,
looking
actually.
sus.
Yes, sussy boy.
Yeah.
You're a sussy chungus.
Oh, why, thank you, Jack. Xia Li beats Indy Hartwell via ref stoppage. Becky Lynch comes out afterwards and wants to fight, but Lee runs away.
But she's been calling her out for weeks.
On our
Becky
own
says
time,
that.
though,
God
lads.
damn it.
You need to have the little tea party with Mrs. Nesbitt and whatnot getting involved, or toy stuff.
Mrs. Nesbitt. What a scene.
That's what the
What
teapot
a
reminds.
scene.
What is
Yeah.
it? That teapot was the only issue with that.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Apart from that, was fine.
If that was a ye olde mythical teapot, not one that they got down from TK Maxx for £2.99, that segment would have banged.
We're coming up to that.
Yeah.
I'll just put Rob Conway reaction for Xia.
What's the rub? Oh, they're just nothing.
It's this. Wait, we'll pipe it in now. Thank you very much.
I do like her offense, though. It looks different in a world where they're all trained to be the same. She does look different
That's
when
a very
she's
good point.
kicking folk.
I'll give that. It's just about like I said, criticize AEW before, about keeping momentum. We're pushing right now Zoe Stark, Xia Li, and Tegan Nox at the same time, but they're not got anything behind them.
Yeah. At least she didn't get flattened by Becky. Because that's what when Becky came out, I was like, oh, here we go. She's going to give her a manhandle slam up at the end. But at least she ran away. And we'll do it on Raw next week, apparently.
I'm assuming in the match there'll be a moment where we think Becky's going to get referee stoppage, but she manages to win, and that'll be
But
a
she
good
mans
little
up.
moment. Yeah, but I think they've done a good job. They've done a good job at least building up the threat of the kick. That's good.
But lads, was anyone else not looking at the matchups between Xia Li and Indy Hartwell and Tommaso Ciampa and Ludwig Kaiser and Piper Niven and Tegan Nox and really not seeing, or really seeing the highlight and the weakness in the mid card of Raw, because that was a big chunk of the show there, taken up by wrestlers who the crowd just don't give a toss about.
That's a very good point.
Triple
actually.
H. Triple H himself has got lots of work to do with a big chunk of the Raw roster, I would say, in my humble professional
I'd say so, and at least
journalist capacity.
apparently, as was said beforehand, that was good. Don't laugh. It was good.
Yeah, that was his green bit.
I thought it was. I thought because he was doing this with his slightly French accent.
French?
Oh, we talk like this. But what is blah blah blah? But Becky Lynch has been trying to get more women up to her level on Raw, so they're going to do it. And in fairness, like we're saying, they're not there now. If they keep at it, they will be. This is sowing the seeds for later on. But it also does feel like, yeah, but Survivor Series time, isn't it? Everyone's group versus group. Are we doing this just to fill the time? And then, whatever. Sorry, maybe next year's WrestleMania, Xia Li, Tegan Nox, and all the rest.
It was just a long, quiet portion of Raw
Yeah.
because of the wrestlers who were involved.
But they are trying, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's hard for them to get over in the environment of the main roster because it's all very sterile and like it's all about opportunities and respect and waiting in line and jumping ahead of the queue and all this sort of stuff. Whereas when Triple H was getting people over when he was in NXT when it was good, it felt a bit more like loose and unique storylines could happen and stuff. And these days it's just a bit all samey in the mid card. I agree with Ross's green point.
Ho, ho, ho. Green point. And Joe laughing so loud.
I was a cringe when I laughed. To be fair.
That reminds me of Michael Jackson with the green giant.
We'll move on then.
No, just the way he would sing it.
Oh, both selectors, Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the only
yes.
Michael Jackson I know.
Yeah. In his Pete
Think about the crime before you... Well, I forgot the catchphrase is.
in his Pete Pan outfit.
Yeah.
Pete
On his scooter.
What a show that
Oh my
was.
God. It
Bloody
was
hell. I can't
unbelievable.
wait for like I don't watch reaction channels and anything else like that, but I want to see people nowadays going, what the hell is this? In the locker room, Shayna Baszler and Raquel admit that they want Zoe to beat Ripley at Survivor Series. Nia interrupts and mocks them all, but Raquel says, I ain't scared of no Nia, and knows that she can beat her one-on-one.
She knows. I don't think she will, though. I think Nia will beat her. Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
They
I hope
do
Raquel
seem
wins.
really high on Raquel, don't they? Because they persist with her being like a force on Raw, while she still has the back gimmick and the smile gimmick without being too much of a gimmick, if that makes any sense. But I think I need to light a candle, a vigil for Shayna Baszler.
What, for Princess Diana?
Well, no, a similar vein, because this is the woman who rid us of Ronda Rousey from the WWE. She got the biggest win, like you can do in wrestling. If you're a female in WWE, surely beating Ronda Rousey and getting her out
It's
of the company,
massive, yeah.
it's huge. And she's just been pissed on and pissed on. And in this segment here, she was talking with Zoe, and then the two lasses walk in front of them, literally walk in front of her, and she's been forgotten about again. So I'm lighting a metaphorical vigil for the memory of Shayna
Nice.
Baszler.
I'm really surprised.
You're right, I agree with everything you said. You thought that's like, well, going right to the top, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, because that match was awful.
I'm really surprised because surely she'd be a Triple H favorite.
Yeah.
She had a massive reign in NXT and stuff.
Not a
Strange.
Vince favorite though.
But Vince isn't there.
There was
Oh.
fingers are in the pie, aren't they?
Yeah.
There was a news bit this week. I think Shayna said what Vince was going for with the whole vampire angle that she did on Raw.
Vampire
Just
angle.
biting people.
What was
Yeah.
it?
She want to make her the Mike Tyson of the
That was
division.
it, yeah. Didn't work, did it?
Do you think
Well,
Vince-
she can't. What's she supposed to do? Like every week, I'm going to bite you. Like,
I think Vince was.
come on.
I think Vince consumes pop culture like he's been watching boxing consecutively. Like he's like a Netflix series, so he's only just got to Holyfield Tyson. And then, wow.
You know who's a good boxer the kids love? Who?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's only up to like 96. All right.
Hang on. Didn't Mike Tyson box after that happened? Oh, yeah. Right. Maybe you got a point.
Was this?
Yeah, that was pre-lockdown,
Oh
right?
God! Actually, I'm thinking way too late in Tyson's career because that would have been after he lost to Buster Douglas and everything. Wouldn't it?
Yeah. That was Tyson's comeback post.
Buster Douglas was like early 90s. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Or as I saw a boxing channel on YouTube call him Tokyo Douglas because he beat him in Tokyo. I was like, that's
Tokyo
that's
Douglas.
class. That I loved it.
Coming to NXT soon.
It's like when
Tokyo Douglas.
the English cricketer Ashley Giles got the nickname the King of Spain because he had merch printed with King of Spin because he was a spin bowler, but they got it wrong. He was the King of Spain.
It's a nice gimmick to have.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good talking. While you're at the bar, why are you the king of Spain? Oh, it's a good story, actually. Then The Miz beats Ivar with a dirty pin. I'm glad we call it that now because of the games. And a distraction from Bronson Reed. Reed lays out Ivar after the match. I'll put chance for The Miz during this match. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell indeed.
Yeah, it's weird seeing him try and wrestle like a babyface, isn't it?
All
Cheating
these,
the entire time. Yeah.
all these kids
Well.
didn't live through 2014 when we had this first time round. It didn't work.
Oh,
It might work a bit
it?
now. Do you remember when he was a
So with
babyface?
It's
The
weird.
Ric Flair thing was 2013. Was he still a face in 2014?
I think it was.
He turned face at some point and it didn't go that well. And then Maurice came along when he was heel again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember The Miz turns when he's a face
It
for
wasn't
very long.
There wasn't anything memorable about it. I can't think.
It just doesn't work. He's a natural dick.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of him getting pushed just to have a challenger for Gunther. I'm happy with that.
I thought this match as well was way better than had any right to be. Like from the moment Ivar squished Miz against the hard bit of the ring skirt, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow. And then Miz cheated to win. I'm not going to say it.
I don't mind.
Oh, well,
I
you
don't-
have to now.
I was going to say he's like what MJF is doing as a babyface. He's keeping that heelish edge, true to his roots.
I like
now
that
people
he-
are going to go, oh, he's saying the Miz is the same as MJF. I'm not saying that.
CM Punk said it.
Oh, I was gonna say the hottest thought from 2 years ago.
But I agree with it, though. I don't think Miz should necessarily be beating Ivar clean. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
would be
Oh,
a
yeah,
bit
of course.
silly. Yeah. So I like it. I think it's good. And I think that I'd like him to keep up the cheating against Gunther and for it not to work.
Imagine if it works.
No, I don't want that.
Oh yeah, this will all be gone if like Miz beats Gunther, which won't happen. I hope.
Oh, my God.
Gunther praises. Oh, this is so good. Gunther praises his lads. Okai's going, oh, just nothing, just another day for the Kaiser. And he goes,
Get to the chopper.
Not yet, not you, Vinci.
Then he speaks
What?
in Italian, do
Yeah.
But isn't that praise for Ludwig? Because if you go back a few weeks, everything Gio does is Ludwig's responsibility. So in a weird way, Gunther was actually praising Ludwig. And it was
Did
all of the
Ludwig
stuff.
DM that to you?
No.
I'm actually in the
I
good
just
book.
watched that segment on Raw a few weeks ago, and Gunther was like, everything he does, it's your responsibility.
Oh, but he was annoyed with Ludwig in this, though.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's sending mixed signals. He's like Jordan off Big Brother.
Do you not think... Is Jordan the one that everyone wants out?
Everyone wants to win. That was Tom.
Oh, right, yeah.
Boring mullet man who got evicted. Jordan's the first part of January.
Oh, please tell me less.
He's and I'll tell you some more. He's leading on Henry, who is a Boris Johnson fetishist, which immediately I hate. But he seems like apart from that, he seems like an all right Tory. He's a food critic from London, which it gets. But he seems like everyone. No one's perfect, are they? But apart from that, he seems like a decent fella, and he's clearly smitten with this Jordan. This Jordan's not smitten with him, but Jordan's leading him on, I think, to get further in Big Brother. Gunther is somehow relatable to what I've just said.
Well, he's playing...
In what way?
I don't know.
No, I get it. He's leading them both on. He's playing both sides to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he's changing who he's...
Don't help him.
I was getting really bored with the whole, like... Because as we've said, that every group has infighting in WWE at the minute. But this has got me back on a positive side of this storyline because I was getting sick of him just... I was like, hurry up and just kick Vinci out because we know that's where it's going. Now I'm like, ooh, au contraire. What's going to happen next?
Good times.
I'm nodding.
Yes, you won that one. Well done. No. Oh, yeah. Then Ludwig bumps into Jinder Mahal in this shirt.
I'm off it. I'm off the storyline
I'm glad
again.
that Jinder tells him to pick his next move wisely, but I swear, he said it so quietly, or the crowd was so loud. All I heard was...
because Jinder was...
But he just went like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I didn't hear a bloody word this man said. Hey, you, what? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, fighting talk.
Did you hear anything they said? It's just me.
No, I've written down.
I had to check what he... I had to find a
Oh, it
recap
wasn't
to
just me.
find
All
what he
right,
said.
thank you.
But he said I think he said pick your next moves wisely. Something like that.
That's the battle we're all waiting for.
That's his new gimmick. He just comes up, no one hears what he says.
Imagine if Jinder's the one to end Gunther's reign. Flanked by... I've forgotten his name. Veer and Sanga. I've got Shanky on the brain, but Shanky got released, didn't he?
I miss him so much.
After his
all the way in the employment line.
His shoot fight against against Gunther?
Yeah,
on the house show.
Yeah, at All Japan Pro Wrestling in '93. No way, WWE house show. There we go. Backstage, Gable consoles Otis after his loss to Nakamura. The Creeds arrive and suggest that maybe they should be AA's new training partners, and they'll accept them with arms wide open because they're undefeated and have their eye on the tag team titles. The New Day interrupt and want respect as 11-time tag team champions. That is true. Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile make friends and scoff at the boys for always making everything a competition. Tozawa diffuses all the tension by doing his little dance.
Still so inappropriate that he's doing that.
It's almost as inappropriate as the thing I said, right?
Really inappropriate.
It was a weird segment.
It's one of those babyface. Vince is still there. This is a Vince babyface. Let's put them all in one thing. They're all having a good time, but everyone at home is just rolling their eyes. That sort of segment. It's been a while, but they're back.
It was a weird one. I don't think it made anyone look that good by association. Like, and it was another attempt. It was another. Wasn't this the one with the belt in it, like the Washington football team?
Yeah.
Belt? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a need for creed, but you can't abandon the Gable method. It was riveting stuff. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Sounds like the world in motion.
He was.
They've got a bit too popular. Have Double A. Not Arn Anderson, the stable we're talking about here, and they've now just turned him into a crap babyface stable.
He nearly beat Gunther him, and now
made his kids cry, brah.
Yeah, I did enjoy how excited the New Day got about Tozawa's dance. That was a good bit, I suppose. Like, oh, don't do it to them, Tozawa.
So inappropriate. He needs to stop doing it.
His kids there, man.
Why? Because it reminds you of Mr. Savile.
Yes.
Okay,
that's exactly why. I think it's disgraceful.
Moving on. Worse than Savile. Drew McIntyre interferes to help the JD retain the tag titles against Cody and Jay. Can you believe this bastard? He shakes hands with Rhea Ripley at the top of the ramp. Can you get out with this, Ross?
Can I what?
Can you get out with this?
No, I can't. But I'm asking the question, is it a short-term fix or is it a bona fide stable joining? Is it just a measure that Rhea Ripley brought in because the other lads, Dom and JD, were banned from the arena? Or is Drew McIntyre actually part of the Judgment
Well,
Day?
the handshake, I think, made it I don't think he's not got his jacket or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be like, I don't want to compare it to that. Like Bret Hart when he was associated with the NWO, but he wasn't.
Oh, God.
I know it was bad, wasn't it? But I think Drew will be like their hired gun or their guy. But I don't want him to become an emo.
Oh, I do.
Do you? I
To
think
be
it would
fair,
look weird.
someone released an emo version of Broken Dreams on the X.com this week, and it was a toe tapper.
It's a pretty emo-y song
I think
already.
they just put the Alter Bridge song on with the lyrics of it worked though. It worked. Whoever made that thing.
I'm relieved he's finally turned
Yeah, that's the main thing.
because he's so gorgeous. I'm relieved he's finally turned heel. There we go.
Aye, him with eyeliner and purple and black kilt. Oh, it's gonna be mint.
Do you think he will goth it up?
I hope that Rhea Ripley lends him her attire like she's been lending Damian Priest her attires as well.
Oh, leathered up, Drew.
Aye.
Oh, turn of the year. Gentlemen, please. Two things I liked about the ending. Drew's entrance music did not play. Yay. And the commentators weren't like, oh my God in heaven, can you believe such a thing? They were like, yeah, actually makes sense.
I thought they were like tired or bored. They didn't
No,
make
I
too much of a
mean,
big.
yeah, maybe as well, I guess, but, like-
you're right. I'm glad they didn't act like it was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's done this. Yeah, that's true.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. I also liked how they didn't hit Jay with another move. Like the Claymore is what finished him off, and that's fair.
I like that nice long main event as well. Like, oh, maybe the tag titles will change hands. I mean, they changed hands beforehand. And you got us.
I wanted another heartwarming press conference. Yeet.
Yeet.
It was funny times.
Should do that when they lose as well.
They're just having a great time.
Where's
anyway.
Chase? Getting drunk again. Crown of Sorrows.
They'd definitely
Got a
been
hard life.
No, I can't say if they had or not.
They've been with Big Shotty Lee. That's where they've
I was
been.
going to say they'd been with Prince Nana in the car park, as we'll learn later on.
Shall we break?
If you want.
If you want.
NXT. We see footage of Chase U arriving at the arena earlier today.
Can I admit something?
Of course you
I
can.
didn't have time to watch last week, so this took me by surprise. Nearly started crying. What's the investigation
So
about?
I'm the same, and I had to go back to try and find out what he's been accused of. Very vague.
Is it something to do with like being in cahoots with Tony? Because how we called him Sir a couple of weeks ago.
It seems
We don't
like
know,
it.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
like, we don't know, and I hope that they do actually have an answer because I hated that Tony D Joe Coffey feud when it was like he's done crimes and then it was never explained what it was.
But it looks like at the moment Mr. Chase is an innocent man because he clearly hasn't slept. He clearly hasn't slept and he's been troubling him. So he's been having long nights.
Guilty conscience, you mean?
No, not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay.
Not guilty conscience. We see footage of Chase U arriving at the arena early today. Andre is interviewed by the press and claims he's cooperating fully with the ongoing investigation. And it's funny because What's-Her-Face is all dolled up with the little hat and stuff like that.
Chase J.
Yeah. And it's like, you just sometimes see people trying to be in disguise but looking good at the same time for when they're in the press. Obviously Andre's like, whatever. And then, Delightful Hudson's like, you all right?
He says to one of them, he's like, make sure if you write my name, it's the MVP Drew Cultaholic.
That was a nice little bit of character work there.
Yeah.
Pajiti yesterday, bloody hell, Maffew, last week said that he likes Andre Chase because he looks very plain and unwrestlerish. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, he does. It
That is
doesn't,
the
it doesn't look
charm.
like the other wrestlers.
He
looks just
literally
like a
wrestles
lad.
in a red jumper.
Yeah.
He looks like Neil Buchanan.
Yes.
And you would have thought he's capable of swearing either, but he does that a fair bit as well.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of the character. It really is.
He swears, he
He wrestles.
dilly-dallies with Italian gangs, he wrestles, does it everything. Tony D and Stacks then beat Chase U to stunningly, sadly win back the tag titles.
My.
The Chase U section walk out midway through the match.
This was-
the plant bastards.
sadder than Marley and me. This watching when he gets give me a C kick, get that bit of the match, and they don't give him it. He just turn their back and walk away. I was
Students
Heartbreaker. There you go.
protested anything, weren't they?
Judas.
Students.
But to be fair to Mr. Chase, he wrestled a seamless match despite having a flawless match, as I say, sorry. Not despite the fact he hasn't slept all week long. There was just the one spot where he went for the leapfrog, which didn't go quite right. But considering he's not slept for 7 days, I assume.
I thought that was deliberate. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a lot on my mind. I can't remember police spots with these two unremarkable in-ring workers.
His effort was admirable.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was.
what's he
It
done?
really was.
Do you think it would fit the character if it turns out to be something really like tame?
Really tame.
Yeah.
If it's something like using students for like equipment, Like selling off students for equipment. Sending students...
Yeah, come here. You're going to be a desk.
Didn't you theorize that he's been trafficking
students,
the corpses of dead students?
Yeah. For a new printer.
Hey, they're expensive. In fairness.
Organs go at a high price on the black market.
But I will say, it's all gone off the rails since that, in the words of Jim Ross, Jezebel incarnate JC Jane's arrived on the scene.
Wait. Are you speculating JC Jane is behind this?
I'm just
even though
saying.
it's blatantly Andre Chase.
I feel as though these have been long-term dealings that have been going on even before JC was on the scene.
Yeah. That money was just resting in his account, like the completionist. That'll be a good week for him.
He needs to
What's
do like
happened there, like?
Oh, 2 big gaming YouTubers came out and said, "Hey, you know the charity stream you've done like every year for a bunch of years? How come none of that money is actually going to the charities?"
God almighty.
It's like everyone's just in the comments going, "We can't even have the completionist being nice."
Not the completionist.
Tell you what's not nice as well. The finisher, bada bing, bada boom.
I like that segue.
It's
thank you.
mid. It's a crap
Ooh.
finisher. Change it.
Yeah, it is a little
Not
bit.
befitting of beating Chase U.
I've been saying both of them are very. I don't know. I'm very surprised to get the crazy crowd reactions they do.
That's one of the 4 pillars of NXT you're talking about there. Tony D.
Yeah. He never loses, really. Stacks always takes the fall for him. I remember when he beat Ciampa, and I was like, what? It was when Ciampa was like...
Oh yeah,
But it was when Ciampa was like...
leaving.
but he was like the biggest, baddest NXT champion ever and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that night, he wasn't.
No, not that night at all.
Yeah, so they won the titles back, and this storyline will continue, which in fairness is Chase U's best contribution on NXT is the segments they do. So
Oh, I don't know. The wrestling's up there as well. Like, you don't get
it is, yeah.
a springboard German for anyone else, do you, apart from Delightful Hudson?
Yeah. I can't believe that anyone still has faith in Mr. Chase. He ruined Tia Hale's title shot.
He was thinking about her.
Okay.
That's his student. He has her future in his hands, and he
Yes.
was looking at the future.
Yeah, because he might need her to be a printer.
He didn't want her to become Danielson with all the injuries.
Yeah, Andre Chase is a nicer, caring promoter than Tony Khan. Leader picks tonight's Iron Survivor qualifying matches. Now, unlike some other people may have read, these Hall of Famers are phoning in their performances tonight.
They really
and
are.
picking the people for the Survivor.
It's right off the top of their heads as well, isn't it? Not the script that's just below the lens of the camera. Lita, you amateur!
What? How dare you? Mick Foley's favourite wrestler is Dijak, all right?
I like how they've played over the top her theme as she's talking, but I like to think that she had that on the radio just in her flat.
So I pick Roxanne. Yeah.
Good. I mean, it's a classic theme.
Oh, leader. In case you forget, I guess. Baron Corbin and Dominic Mysterio are getting along well backstage. Corbin says he's going to take out Wesley tonight. Dom says he'll be watching.
This was just 2 badasses shooting the poo
Just two
backstage, wasn't
brothers,
it?
just two brothers.
Baron-
Heidenreich and Snitsky.
Even ended it by saying easy. That's how the conversation ended. Easy.
Respect the big daddy.
All right.
Real respect, real. Game recognizes game. That's what I meant.
That's what they do say, don't they? The metaphor in the ring for the Supernova sessions.
Jesus.
Tonight's guests are Alpha Academy, who claim that Tozawa should be the rightful holder of the Heritage Cup. And Dar says no, he stole it. Otis tries to flirt with Last Legend.
Tries to. She was gagging for him.
No, she wasn't.
She bloody was.
She went,
She was like,
"Ew."
security, take me to a bedroom with this man now.
And Dar hated this so much that he shouted into his wireless micro. He went like, no, stop it. Dar was good in this segment.
Oh, Dar was
Yeah,
so
he's-
great.
yeah.
Chad implies that Otis will be Dar's next challenger even. Dar finds that funny, but Gable realizes he's actually the challenger. Dar attacks, but Gable headbutts him. Alpha Academy then all do Tozawa's little dance, whatever.
So inappropriate.
Dar is just stunning right now doing these dafty segments.
Yeah, he's good.
And yeah, it was so good. Like, it didn't make sense because you're waiting out, Otis is cool. But if you took that aside, just a bit where it was going like, oh, so we're going to fight that big, that whatever. Yeah, we can. Oh, it's Gable.
I try to
Great.
make it make sense in my head, and I guess it's because in the British rounds format, Gable will surely be very good, and that's why Dar's scared. Whereas he feels like he could outwit Otis. Maybe that's why.
I felt bad for Lash Legend at the start of the segment because this was her gimmick. This was a chat show, but without the cult.
Oh yeah.
She kept her head held high, even though Noam Dar's doing what she did, but better.
What was better?
Noam Dar is Sable to Mark Merrill.
What was better, lashing out with Lash Legend or hard-hitting Home Truth?
Getting kicked in the shin.
Right.
Yeah. I was going to try and make a call back to something Matthew said a bit earlier, but I thought better of it.
You know what? I thought that as well, but I thought,
Wait,
spit it out.
His comparison to Drew McIntyre, what was going through my head.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we learned that Lash is called the Bushy Bully, I think was. No, the Bougie Bully.
Bougie.
I've written down Bushy.
Bushy. She's a bushy bully.
He's a Bushy Bully.
He needs a trim.
And all of a sudden, Otis has turned into a sexual being by Maxine Dupree because she's talking quite saucily, saying, like, he's got a big gas tank that can go, go, go. His hips don't lie.
He's going to shout.
Yeah, his hips apparently can lift 1,000 tons.
But then she meant Gable.
Yeah.
They've both got those qualities.
Imagine having hips that could lift 1,000 tons.
1,000 tons.
Aye.
1,000 tons.
1,000 tons.
This was a good segment.
Oh, yeah.
This was good NXT.
Dar was lifting 1,000 tons in this bloody segment.
Yeah.
Tozawa stinks.
No, man.
He's too silly for AA.
Former Open the Twin Gate champion.
You can open this gate.
I did like how the
God.
cup was chained into a box, though.
Aye.
It's the little things in wrestling that make it good.
Yeah, keep it from the thief and get, Tozawa. He's right. Double L then beats Roxanne Perez to qualify for the Iron Survivor match, but only after interference from Kiana James.
I thought Lash has improved a hell of a lot since the last time we saw her wrestle.
Yes.
Yeah, I put LL didn't nearly kill anyone. She's learning.
I said she was going step for step with a generational talent like Roxy P on the MIC. Roxanne should change her finisher from the Pop Rocks, which I think looks awful.
You've said this before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the Pop
yeah.
Rocks looks a bit naff. Bit
It's not
soft.
very impactful, is it?
No.
Yeah.
But the face planter thing she did on Lash Legend, where Lash is that tall, she has to fall. So maybe it just works on Lash because she is really tall, and her head has to fall further than most other human beings. But she sold it really well. And then Kiana James, who isn't she working in cahoots with these days? If you're a bit of a bitch in NXT, Kiana James is not far behind.
She's got more fingers and pies than Vince McMahon.
Now, could the Pop Rocks be like the perfect plex? Whereas it's not the impact of the move that does it for you, it's the technical perfection.
That's
Now you're
true.
going to see some Pop Rocks. And she hits the move.
Yeah. She should say that.
Is that yes? Oh, not a winner, Matthew. Move on. Backstage, several tag teams argue over who should be the next #1 contender to the tag titles. The new champs arrive to gloat as they leave the shagging cousins. Get into a shivering match with Edris Onofe and Malik Blade.
I have two big questions, right? Who's the woman with Tony
Yeah,
Dean?
who is the woman with the family I've written down there?
I feel like it's not the first time I didn't recognize her, but I recognized her voice. Like she's been with them, but didn't she work in the restaurant or something?
I don't know.
She was definitely in a segment with them because she was so New York, and I was like, oh, she's with them, right?
When I heard her voice, I was like, it's Janice off of Friends. She's come back, wrestling NXT.
And then my other question is, what was Josh Briggs doing on his phone in the background? He's not really paying attention. He was like, just...
He had nothing to do.
I've just realised what my Hall of Fame pick should have been this week.
Go on.
It was BJ's entrance for that dark match. Do you see it? When he came out with that song that I've forgotten what it was, but it was an 80s song. An actual musical number.
Oh, it's Journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an entrance that was.
Separate Ways is a hell of a song.
That's the song. And he's singing along with it as well. He looked like
Star.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion from 1988.
So that anyway, who'll have it from now? Like,
Not now. 1988. That's Magnum B. Magnum BJ. That's
you
who
know
that
what?
is.
Yeah. Well done.
Let's keep that.
Well done.
Him and Briggsy Blanchard.
You almost dropped the ball, kept it in. Really fell out of your hands. You kept it. Well done.
Magnum BJ.
Magnum BJ's just been Ric Flair stalking.
sounds-
Play his song.
It sounds filthy. Magnum BJ.
All these Hank Hill looking dudes in the front row, some Journey band singing along.
But also, back to the segment in the locker room. Guess what dickhead ruined it?
Who?
Have a guess.
Which dickhead?
Which
There's a lot of
dickhead
dickheads
ruined
next
this segment with the one line he said? He was
Oh,
in this
okay.
week's NXT.
Let me have a
2
think.
seconds.
He's got you there, mate. Ain't he?
Just go to hell, will you, Nathan Fraser?
The shagging cousins are like, we shag each other and we think you're disgusting, Nathan Fraser.
It's the way he pops shot and goes,
Yeah,
aha! He's got you there, pal.
He's the Bugs Bunny. He's the Bugs Bunny of NXT.
2
Great.
seconds he was on this week and he still made me furious.
Still the worst 2 seconds in NXT history.
What a worker. He knows how to. He knows where.
I
the
wish he
spotlight
wasn't a
is.
worker. I wish he was an unemployer.
Put him in a mask so he never has to speak again. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
this
Give him
is-
one of those things Gim's house so he can't speak.
This is setting up for the mother of all heel turns, surely. If he turned heel, we'd love it. We would.
What do you mean
love
turned heel? What is he now?
it. He's a brave baby face.
Oh, not the baby on his face.
Oh.
He's a brave granddad face.
Watch this massacre, Axiom. Dom, you're a dick.
Everyone kills him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. Big fan.
I'm a fan of his wrestling. Just don't let the guy talk ever again.
We see footage from yesterday as Lyra Valkyria watches some Xia Li match. Oh god, with Robbie Brookside, yeah, and former WCPW Tag Team Champion Johnny Moss.
You gotta be careful.
Watch out for that. It's so great. Like they're going over foot. You go, see that kick? Yeah, don't get hit by that. All right, Johnny Moss.
I'm laughing now, but I would never say it to his face.
Of course.
Ever.
I'd need a stool to do that.
He would rip my head off. He would with
And
ease.
Johnny Moss, he was like a fire hydrant. He's not the tallest, but my god.
Oh yeah, he was.
He is what? He's as tall.
He's
He's
wider than he is tall.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I think they were the inaugural WCPW Tag Team Champions. Hit Moss and Slater. I think. Great.
Oh, I can't remember the first one.
I think they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say.
No
Anyway,
idea.
we'll move on. Lara receives a text from Xia, who invites her to a Warriors Tea ceremony. And both Brookside and Moss are like, don't go. You'll be a dumb idiot if you go. All right, I'm going.
Does it make sense that the champion of the women's division, and she's now beaten Becky Lynch, and she's like, class? Is it a good reflection on the coaches that they're helping her? Is she still learning? Is she still keen to learn? Even though she's reached the pinnacle, she's still keen to learn.
Oh, if you're not looking to learn all the way through to the top, you've just stopped trying.
Right. And then Iron Survivor's promo package says NXT isn't just the training thing for the main roster, it's also the innovators. So, yeah, well, I mean, that's not a bad idea for a gimmick, isn't it? Like Johnny Moss or Rob Brookside goes, I'm going to tell you some advice. I don't need your advice. And he goes, you're on NXT.
you know
I'm
what?
winning NXT.
I've noticed. I don't think I've ever seen a Robbie Brookside match.
I've definitely seen him in WCW once.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
is it good?
He's very skinny.
Yeah, he looks like, he's a normal sized individual next
Yeah.
to, high voltage or whatever.
I think he's a toffee, isn't he? In Everton.
What?
Evertonian.
Oh, okay.
Please stick that in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, no,
Non-football
no,
fans thought Jack just said that.
No, anyway, at the tea ceremony, it says here, Lyra refuses to drink the tea. So Lai says she'll show no remorse next week. Lyra is fine with that, and they bow to each other.
Now this all made complete
Mate.
sense.
Go on.
It's a very important ceremony. It's how her ancestors would honor their opponents before the combat. Fine. They're having a combat. This is the bit before it. The herbiness of the tea and the water, it echoes the
Go on.
plus faith in it all.
And the fragility of the leaves. Oh, those leaves are fragile, are they?
Yes.
Like you.
It went on for a bit.
It went on for a bit, yeah. But it was
God
just-
almighty.
why would they have that set? Go to that expense of creating that room. It looked the part, the room.
Yeah.
And have that teapot.
I think Michael's think on the team.
As I said earlier, it's Mrs. Nesbitt. Hello. Arm doesn't work.
I
Mrs.
wish.
Nesbitt's
I
teapot.
wish arm had fallen off. That made the segment interesting. I'm like, HBK is definitely like, all right, so you're from Asia. Okay, so it's all about the mysticism and all the films I watched in the 70s.
Well,
where you all know martial arts and that music we playing in the background. I'm like, hang on, what bloody decade is it in Michael's head?
yeah.
And anyway, on Raw, she's been kicking people and KOing them and being a vicious
There was
so-and-so.
a big disconnect here.
Yeah, being bloody horrible. And then it's just like, I, the mighty warrior, one of my ancestors, like,
No, you weren't meant
Wait a
to
minute, what the hell?
She wasn't being sincere, though. She's a heel still. You weren't meant to trust her. And I think Lyra was right not to drink the tea. I think she was trying to poison her.
I would
Hello.
love to have seen what would happen if Lyra did drink the tea. Just faint.
Yeah.
Just
it's either goes, lol, you're dumb.
head explodes.
It was
Takes the title, because it's mine now.
the set design and everything reminded me of the greatest scene in cinema history, which is the confrontation between M. Bison and Chun-Li in Street Fighter the movie, where Bison says the famous "It was Tuesday" line, and I was waiting for that, and it just didn't happen, and I was sad that it didn't.
Right. I don't think she was doing this as a setup. And if it did, it failed, because then I needed Xia Li to make it obvious and be like, I'm going to bat you then, you rude twat. You couldn't my tea part, you don't want to drink tea. What are you here for then?
It was
But instead
weird.
she was like, I respectfully bow to you, mighty warrior on this journey of life. And again, Michael's going, this is so good. This is
that
cinema.
Sean thinks this is great, which I find bizarre because he had 2 career peaks, like all-time great peaks, and neither of them had stuff like this in it. I don't know where he's got this from, that he loves this sort of cinematic stuff.
I watched this film the other day. It just came out. It's called Enter the Dragon. What? Enter the Dragon. All right, thank you, Shawn Michaels, for that up-to-date cultural reference. Yeah, and again, it's not like it's just, okay, it's silly NXT bollocks and all that stuff, but it's just like, but again, on Raw, where she's getting a bigger push, lots more people are seeing it. She's not like this.
To be fair, though, Lyra was on her time. She was coming to her tea party when she wanted to host the tea party. Maybe that's why she's being a bit more respectful. Becky Lynch is working on Becky's time.
You know what this reminded me of? Was it's this way of apologising for that other NXT segment for a few years ago where I forget who it was involved. It's like,
Ike Manjiro.
Whoa, is it? No. Oh, yeah, maybe.
When he ate the ice cream and pizza.
No. That again, you're not wrong, but you are right. Who was it?
We went to the toilet because he'd eaten loads of food.
He
had his jacket on as well. Remember that?
Yeah, right, he's pulling the silly faces when he was like having a poo.
Oh no! It's because it's painful.
He had to push really hard. Really good segment.
Almost as bad as that when they go, who was it? When they're going, oh, you invited me to sushi. Oh no, this fish isn't bloody cooked properly. How do you eat food with these?
That was Zoe Stark and...
Was it Zoe Stark?
I think
yes.
Io Sky.
Yes, I remember that.
Right.
It was the madcap team of Asian lady Io Sky and non-Asian lady Zoe Stark.
Yeah, and that was the joke.
Yeah, we're so different. She likes sushi, whereas I like normal food. It's mad.
What's this? Whoa! These aren't knives and forks. Like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
In a backstage interview, Trick Williams explains that punching Carmelo Hayes last week was an accident. Hayes doesn't seem too happy, but tells Trick that he'll have his back tonight. Trick says it's good to be back on the same side. I was convinced.
Why did Mello mention a lie detector?
Yeah, which is never, unless we've missed it.
He says, I'll take the lie. I passed the lie detector.
He passed it. And then, but then the interviewer even went, what lie detector?
Yeah. He's
Weird line.
full of...
No.
You know what, Maffew?
Well, yeah, maybe.
He is.
What's
he did it.
happened
No, he didn't
here?
attack him. He got someone else to do it.
Yeah.
So he can technically pass the lie
But
detector.
later on, it was implied that that's what Lexis King did. He got someone else to attack him. I don't know what's going on.
Can I just say,
What?
that man,
Lexis King?
he's dead already, isn't he?
Oh, no.
No. How has there ever been a bigger gap in professional wrestling history than the aura? I know that's the buzzword the kids are using, but it's true. The aura he had during those vignettes and what he's there in person. Has there ever been a bigger gap? Lord Tensai?
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
No.
Brodus Clay.
He's sinking fast, his old Lexis King. Like,
No, he's going to be revealed as the mastermind.
Look, not since Mordecai has there been a bigger drop. Yeah, he's rubber. Anyway, Garnet James brags to the women's locker room about costing Roxanne Perez her match earlier.
Who were half of the...
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Gigi Dolan confronts her, but Ariana Grace stands up for Perez while also shutting down Carmen Petrovic after her attack last week. Oh,
She kicks folk her.
It was weird, that. So from what I could tell, even though me and Ross missed it, Carmen Petrovic...
I love when Rossi turns into a dad. Aye, she's the one with the kicks. Aye.
Carmen Petrovic jumped Ariana Grace last week and got the better of her.
Yeah.
And then just gets murked by her. She goes, get out. And she does get out. And I'm like, well, you beat her up last week. It made her look bad. And I felt bad.
Big fan of Ariana Grace, though. Just like, when she's people following your heart and like, why does everything have to end in a fight? They're giving her the good lines, the good stuff. They're giving her the good stuff, so they are. They really are.
Braun Breaker says he has no remorse for what he did to Von Wagner and Robert Stone. Dijak interrupts and says he wants Braun to qualify for the Iron Survivor match because he's the one man he can't break. Braun says if he ends up in the match, Dijak will be begging for retribution.
Come on.
I almost fell asleep in this promo until that line.
You ain't like Braun?
That line was fantastic.
It was funny, but he almost did me in last week when he went, Matthew, you like Dijak? I went, yeah, that's right. Why? I went, look, not this gimmick here. We dressed up as Sylvester Stallone for some reason. No, like generally I like his wrestling style and stuff, but he is a bit hammy in NXT.
You like
but that's just
PWG
NXT.
Dominic Jack.
Exactly, not the guy who goes like that. Time for the torture chamber.
Big heat when he appeared on screen. Everyone went boo, and I was like, "That's legit. That's real."
Yes, but he's a babyface now, Dijak.
Or is Braun a
Is he?
face now? It's weird. These were just two
No, Braun's
heels.
supposed to be a heel, but Dijak's supposed to be the face, and Braun's getting more cheered than him
Dijak
because he's
can't
got
be the-
charisma.
Dijak can't be the face after he
I know,
desecrated
it's-
the sacred land of Eddie Thorpe.
He whipped a tree.
Yeah.
A living tree.
And he got away with it. The rest of those two other people. Kamala Hayes tries to stop Gallus from interfering in Trick Willie's match with Joe Coffey, but accidentally helps Joe instead.
He clearly pulled Wolfie off the apron, so he did Mello. He knew what he was doing. He forced Trick Willie to go arse over tit over the top rope.
But it doesn't matter because they stink. Trick still gets the win. Yeah. 5 Iron Survivor match.
He's either going to win the Iron Survivor or be costed by Mello.
Yeah, I think that's the secondary thing. It was weird after that spot, though, with Mello clearly pulling Wolfie off the apron, that Coffey would capitalise on this distraction with a German suplex.
Yeah.
Because they always end matches. Stupid man.
He does if he hits a man's German suplex.
Yeah.
So
Obviously he didn't.
The current ace of All Japan All Japan Pro Wrestling. There we go. I called it All Japan New Wrestling nearly there. Kendo Miyahara, his finisher is a German suplex, which is weird.
Virgin.
But it's different because it's a bridging one, and he does it really slowly. So he grabs them, lifts them really slowly, and so they've got to go like no, like because they know that it's his finisher.
Oh,
so
there's
they're
all,
trying to
that
fight
big
out.
Noah wrestler used to do that. He used to do it like that, so they could go ah.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's his finisher.
That's nice.
Well, surely
yeah.
because he's going slow for
who's
the first
that?
bit, they go slow for the second
I
bit.
know,
don't
but I think I don't know, but
Is he 12 foot tall?
No, he's quite short. It's weird. Anyway, that's just
Yeah.
a little thing there.
Other note from this match, I never thought I'd hear Booker T speaking about the latissimus dorsi. He was a big fan of Trick Willie's latissimus dorsi, which is that bit
Oh, the lats.
down your ribs.
Oh, he's just being cool by saying the full name. Oh, cool,
Yeah.
pal. Hi.
Cheers.
But he does
Oh.
he does like talking about muscles, so it does sort of. But he never zeroes in on the lats. It
The
was
latissimus
different.
dorsi. I just thought it was interesting he gave it the full name.
Also, earlier, I forgot to mention Booker T's best moment of the entire night was when Vic's saying, do you think Andre Chase did these things? Do you think he can be trusted? Booker says, well, he's a man.
What does that mean?
Yeah, we're all wretched, aren't we?
Yeah,
Men.
but then he was like, oh, thanks for that contribution, pal. And he goes, well, I'm just saying you can't trust anybody.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, cheers, pal. Oh, Taman Honda's Dead End Collection.
Right, is that what
Oh,
he did?
collection's name of the video, sorry, just the Dead End.
Dead End Collection.
Did a
No, that
YouTube
sounds-
video.
Dead End Collection sounded good, though.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that was the other name for the Nightmare Collective in AEW.
Oh.
That's good, that.
Oh, where is Mel?
Wes Lee congratulates Ilya Dragunov on being NXT champ. Dragunov asks Wes to leave a piece of Baron Corbin fame.
What are you laughing at?
The idea that Wes could do that to him. Ilya asks if Wes has his eye on the title, but Lee says he has some other stuff to take care of first.
What is the other stuff?
What's he in NXT for if he doesn't want to be NXT champion?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point of being a wrestler?
I don't know why Wesley came back.
Oh.
I like him, but it's just like, hi, I'm back to lose.
I found it weird to see Dragunov in friendly mode. He's like, hello, my friend. We are boys. All right.
But it's all just like, hello.
Yeah, he's still intense.
How
with
are
it.
you?
And then Wesley's like, Wesley's still like emo Wesley, so he's like, yeah, I'm okay, man. It's just a really weird vibe.
Be not afraid.
Yeah. You are brave.
And in the locker room, oh God, Baron Corbin congratulates Lexis King on making a name for himself so early in his NXT career. Yeah, we've got a few names for him. He asks how Lexis took out Trick without getting caught, but King doesn't reveal his secrets. He just kind of badly promos everywhere.
What do we think he did? So he's admitted that he's the one behind the trick attack.
He stole someone's spot that this could have gone to.
I don't know what he did, but he needs to find a different way to show he's not clearly reciting the script.
There's something that people have been jumping on this week where he says like, oh, it's crazy about NXT. It's just me. It's not a character. There's no scripts. And people like, is that why you crap beyond all belief?
I always knew I was going to be a major player in this game. Enjoy the spotlight, Baron Corbin. I will be watching. Get out, man, will you?
Wow, he did that by himself.
I'd rather listen to Nathan Fraser talk.
Oh.
And I can't say anything worse than that.
Oh. Yeah, that's as low as it gets.
All right, Baron, the big BC. I mean, brilliant.
Hello, Lexus King, plural of Lexu. The Brawling Brutes beat OTM in a tag match.
Yes, they do. And Script wasn't at fault this time. I thought that was going to become a recurring theme, that he was going to keep accidentally costing them. But he didn't. He just was there and got hit with a dive, I think, at one point as well.
It wasn't the most thrilling of matches, but I do appreciate how the OTM lads wrestle like a powerhouse team from the 80s. There's no flips. I've written down here, no flips, just mud.
The Legion of
Yeah,
Mud.
that's beautiful, that, Ross.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Nelly's beautiful. What happened next on the show?
Oh no, is this no?
Who's that on the roof? Is it the Wall Brother? No, it's Joe Gacy.
I thought it was a different segment. Man.
He cuts a promo saying he's been wandering like a man without a purpose. He's not here to burn ships or be the biggest dog in the yard. He's here to be himself. But they don't want me to be myself. So he throws his phone off the roof. And
These are crap.
this was
he
rotten.
implying that he was going to jump off the roof? By
Yeah.
the way? That's mad.
He says
It was kind of maybe subtly, but not really that blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wait, what?
Or do I just keep doing what I've been doing? Just throws his phone.
He said absolutely nothing here.
occupied spaces.
I'm gonna-
He's a man in the desert, but a desert without any water. It's clearly what he means. He just means
Some days love will find you. He could have said any song lyrics from the 80s to fit this up.
it is crap. But I did finish the segment when he says the line like, "This is where it begins, and this is where it ends. This is where I let go."
Oh,
then again, maybe it's not. I'm like,
X gonna give it to you.
he's
X
gonna,
gonna give it to
he's
you.
gonna jump.
But then he didn't. He threw his phone off. And it was cool
Bring back the DI.
because the camera was being shot. Oh, they're at North, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're in December.
Yeah.
Where's Averine? That's what.
It's just the Scouse lad. Well, the Scouse one, and it's James Rake and Zach Gibson.
I'm just saying, where is she? She could save.
Well,
She was filming him.
she could
she
save.
was,
She could save Joe.
She threw the phone.
She was joining the Bloodline last week, so wasn't she? When Heyman was like having a chat with her.
Going from Joe Gacy to the Bloodline. It's like CW going from the NWA to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Joe Gacy, Nathan Fraser, and Alexis King.
No,
They create a stable.
No, this was a good promo.
That is the
What was good about it?
The performance, not the content, not the
performance?
content of it, but his performance of it was
Can
good.
Joe only do I'm pretty wacky, crazy goth lad
If
me?
that's all he's given, and that's all he's given, and he does.
No,
well,
blame
yeah.
him.
No, I'm not blaming him.
Blame him in
He
his
was my
script.
underrated wrestler of that last year's Culty.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, nothing's really changed. It's still, wow, he's lost his pals. I suppose.
Yeah, they ran away.
I like the bit where he talked about feeling the crowd's vibrations through the roof that I'm standing on.
He just says stuff you type up as your MySpace bio. That's all it is. Ariana Grace tries to cheat against Gigi Dolan, but the referee catches her. Ha ha, Gigi wins.
The match was fine. Ariana's more of a gimmick than a wrestler. That's what I learned in this match here. And Gigi's finish doesn't look quite right to me, but it's still more impactful than that Pop Rocks. Damn the Pop Rocks. But it was fine.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, just a match. Got nothing. We got a video package.
Oh,
about the
we get a video package.
about the friendship between Cum and Stone.
They were strangers. And then they were together.
We see the pair watching it on a monitor backstage. Stone invites Vaughn to his house for dinner tonight.
I need to leave. I need to go before this bit.
Vaughn is excited for Stone's wife.
If your wife makes the pasta with those little sausages, no, the sauces. I love those. I am down. 2 plates. Double down on that. Hey, Stone, easy on the asparagus. Asparagus sucks.
So,
And
wait.
there was no reaction for it.
I was laughing.
There was dick and all for this magnificent promo.
He gets confused between sausages and sauces. He hates asparagus.
Sausages.
It was a promo of a lifetime. And the fact, I find it even more remarkable that Cum hasn't been round to Stone's house already for dinner.
But he has because he knows about the pasta with the little
Yeah,
sausages.
yeah, it clearly has.
But he presented as if it was a first time thing. Hey, Cum, why don't you come
Yeah,
around?
wait, Stone's your right. How do you know what my wife's cooking tastes like, you son of a bitch?
Oh!
This was.
Imagine if Stone's wife is the therapist.
Oh!
That Cum was
You
shagging
shagged
for
my therapist wife. And then you ate me food.
NXT. But yeah, it was beautiful. Like,
No, it wasn't. It was
That's what friends do, rabbit.
it's just
Sorry,
the narrator where he's like, trust was being earned with each passing mile on the road. I was tearing
And
up.
then
Well,
they're-
someone's
and
on the
then-
road
then they're
driving
watching-
for ingredients.
Then they're watching it in the locker room going, yeah, we are men. We are good friends.
Yes, I did say that.
Now,
Eventually, Cum was confronted by a grown version of the bullies he had at school. That was Bron Breakker they were talking about there.
so this is like the biggest step back I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
he was in a serious feud, which we still found ways to laugh at because it was funny parts of it. But it was going to lead to like a big rematch with him and Braun. It was going to be mint, and then he lost, and now he's back to being wacky babyface. Get my dancing shit. Like now it's like that.
Again,
It's the real cum.
It's not
We've
the real
watched
cum.
the-
It's the real cum
fake
Tuesday.
cum.
It's just been a roller coaster, hasn't it? Because it's like, wow, they actually got something with this dude. He comes out every week and just power
Tabling
bombs a
people,
dude through a
yeah.
table. He goes, "You've been tabled."
Yeah.
Oh, that's all he
That's
needed to
mint.
do. And they went, "Oh no, my head is too big for my body." And then they did all the rehabilitation stuff. He came back like, "Oh, give him sympathy." And people are like, "We don't want to give him sympathy. We want him to kill dudes."
then
So
he
start
did-
killing dudes again. And then they've done this again, and there was zero reaction.
Why
for it.
do they need to?
Why?
Make him,
We don't care about him being
why have they
sympathetic.
gotta
Have him kill
make him
dudes.
wacky and funny in that. It's the bit at the end when he says asparagus sucks. I'm like, what? Are they trying to make him a comedy character?
Wacky.
They watch this podcast. They think he's a comedy character.
They want him. They're trying to make him Nathan Fraser. That's what they want.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make everyone Nathan Fraser.
It's come in a minute. My new show.
Oh no.
Look, if they had him just do the segment where power bombs do through tables, instead of yelling table, he yelled "come" or whatever, then it's absolutely
Brilliant.
fine.
Money.
But they just they don't know if they're coming or going with him.
I can't believe you two weren't moved by a promo.
Oh, shut up, you.
That had the line.
No, you can play this song by yourself.
Two men who started on the same day, shared a hug, showed how far they come. I can't believe you weren't moved by lines like that.
Yeah, I did move. I moved in the kitchen, made myself a drink.
Back
Was
to
it pasta
square.
with sausages? Sauce and sausages?
Yeah, how can he? What did he mean? Did he mean the sausages or did he mean the friggin' sauce?
Sausages.
What kind of...
I can't make it more clear, Robert Stone. The sausages.
And it's the dichotomy, the duality between Von Wagner's really just his way of delivering lines and Robert Stone's really, hey, why don't you come for dinner with me and my wife? He's really dramatic. He's
And then
hamming it up.
and even funny, like, Com doesn't have the versatility to portray this groundbreaking moment between friends going,
No,
yeah, that'd be great.
He talks in all caps all the time. It's meant to be a tender moment, and he's like, yeah, the sausages. Like,
And Stone's
No,
already
he's
off
not.
camera while he's yelling this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Stone's like, all right.
That's
all
why
right,
he's
yeah.
got a yell, because Stone's in the distance.
Stone's in that awkward thing. We've got one foot out the door going, are we still talking? Is this, are you just saying, all
Hey,
right, cool.
Cum didn't know what a friend was until 2 weeks ago. Give him a
but
chance,
he
will he?
knows the sausages recipe.
Wow, my first time friend who we've never met before. Yeah, I want the pasta, the little sausages. No, it's very arrogant, though.
What's this about? And you've got to imagine that the real bloke, Von Wagner, the real man, Mr. Beverly, he's got to be fuming with how this has gone because he was almost on the cusp of like where he should be.
He can still get there.
No, he can't.
They can save it. All right.
Shawn Michaels always finds a way to make him wacky.
Robert Stone comes to him and goes, I've got this idea. Zia Lee has invited us for a great big tea party.
Here's the segment for next week. If Sean's watching, sexy boy, how you doing?
How you doing, Paul?
Cum goes round for tea. Pasta with sausages. But
Oh, boy.
Mrs. Stone doesn't serve the pasta with the sour sausages, which sees Cum Tuesday powerbomb his wife through the table. End the segment. You've been tabled. That's how you get Cum back on track.
Yeah, that's all
That's how you
they
get
can
Cum
do.
back on track.
That's literally all they can do.
She serves the pesto pasta
This
instead.
is
Adam.
Penn. I requested tagliatelle. You've been tabled. This goes everywhere.
Why have they done this to him, man? Oh, I'm fuming.
It just ends the segment by licking up the sauce. That's the taste of success. Our sausages.
No, he doesn't know what to do next. And then Nathan Fraser, who's been outside of his car run the entire time for this to happen, goes, oh, I guess you won't be having dessert then.
He was on the conservatory roof. It's Joe Gacy lobbing his phone.
Joe, don't jump. It's not that side. She only served the wrong pasta, Joe.
You see a body go up the roof in the bushes, the background.
This brand, man, is actually.
And then it's a dead silence and Zai goes, more tea?
Oh God. Oh.
You see,
It turns out the table is not a wooden table. It's a bunch of Andre Chase students that he sold to a dodgy Italian person.
Oh God.
Oh, thank you, HBK. Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey interrupt the backstage interview with Eddie Thorpe.
Oh yeah,
He's listening to his boo-ha. Who the hell cares?
what thing he was there? Miles Bourne was there as well.
Yeah, whatever.
And,
Eddie Thorpe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Charlie Dempsey was like, "You've never wrestled anyone as good as us." It was like, wasn't it?
Yeah. Eddie Thorpe's like, I beat Dijak in that match, but I've had a bit of a recharge. And people are like, where have you been?
He got beaten up afterwards. That's where he's been.
Yeah, he needed to.
You beat Dijak, and
He
now
got-
you stink.
he
And
got
now
po-
Dijak has the title match.
He got struggled by his ankles, didn't he?
Yeah, whipped
Whatever.
like his tree, and now he's been back DJing in the desert, and he's recharged his powers. He's fine.
Cool. Andre Chase is harassed by the press outside the arena. JC Jane, the press. JC Jane pulls up a car and he drives off with them.
Yeah.
Thank God she was there to bail him out.
Dave Meltzer.
Do you know when they did that?
Dog Meltzer. Is it true that you sold students to the Italians? Sorry. In the main event, Baron Corbin beats Wesley after interference from Dominic Mysterio.
Save a piece of him for Dragunov.
I know, right? Like, what a
And then
bum.
Dragunov runs out and gets immediately hit with the end of days. He just goes, bang! I'm better than everyone.
Why?
Baron Corbin.
Why is Corbin in NXT? This is what I was asking. Watched him just wrestle really well. Yeah, I quite enjoy his new shtick, his new music, whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a main roster gimmick. It's not an NXT.
So Baron Corbin's reminded me of, so me and my mate, right, we used to play like at school in the summer term, we used to play like pairs cricket. Me and my mate, and there was 3 groups in PE, right? And the top group, like all the good cricketers who actually could play for like the school team or whatever. Middle group, and then the bottom group. And we were very much middle group ability. But we'd always deliberately go in the bottom group and just like slap people.
Right.
That's what Baron Corbin's doing now at NXT.
It's a good comparison, yeah.
Yeah. I feel embarrassed admitting that.
That's not very nice, the King of Spain, to be doing.
But his deep 6 off a dive to the floor where Wes didn't touch the floor was unbelievable. Baron Corbin, and I'm going to say this clearly, has got the best rainmaker in all of professional wrestling. That one where he dragged Wes around like a little wee, and then
Like
took his-
Matilda.
my God, he ripped his arm off before ripping his neck off. It was fantastic.
You'll have no competition soon because Bryan Danielson's promised that Okada will never be able to use the Rainmaker again once he's finished with him. He's going to break his arm.
What could Dyson do to Okada's? But I'm going to injure myself on top of you.
You're so disrespectful.
He's one of the greatest of all time.
No, I love him as well. He's just like, don't worry. I'll be fine.
No, this promo was in like
Officer, I've only had 3 drinks.
this promo was in like a forest. He didn't have the eye patch on. He was in like the woods, like Von Wagner and Kyle
Hello.
O'Reilly. Yeah.
Daniel Bryan here.
Look at my DPI.
Hey, D-Bry. But yeah, it was I guess we'll set up a North American title feud by Wesley and Dom having a little thing.
But we've already had that.
Wesley looks like a right whopper at the minute. Like he's
Yeah.
gone away, he's left NXT, then he's come back to NXT, and then he's just been spaffed in the face straight away.
He's brought the chips and he's dropped them. I hate how often we get the mileage we get out of that. Whatever.
It is weird. He's done a bit of what Eddie Thorpe's done.
Yeah. It's weird, like the rest of NXT.
But anyway, Dragunov challenged Corbin to a match at Deadline, which is early December.
Yeah.
It's not on Survivor Series weekend. I thought it was going to be like but it's NXT don't do that anymore, do they?
They're
They
thinking
have their
about
own-
us.
Yeah.
These lads are working hard. We'll space these out a bit
Yeah,
more.
I won't be doing a one
Good
and a half for
lads.
Deadline though.
Appreciate WWE.
It's a disgrace the way we treat NXT with such contempt.
No, it's not.
It is.
There were lots of positives here.
There's a channel. There's a channel. We should do
You can
more
tell
NXT
we
coverage.
can tell that we like NXT though, because I mean,
I think we're the
it's
biggest.
just this week we didn't like them because Chase you lost the titles.
I
Hate
think
you, HBK.
I think apart from friends and family of the wrestlers involved, I think we're the biggest NXT fans in the world.
Yeah.
Definitely the most we're definitely the most loyal.
I don't see any other content creators covering NXT like
I
we do.
know. I think what culture do.
Who?
Oh,
Never heard of
name reduction.
There you go.
Move on.
AEW Dynamite. John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta beat OC and The Hook in the opening match, during which Moxley sells an orange punch.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
Neither could
Does he
Danielson
know
because
Silver
only
on
one
it?
of them works. Yeah, it's crazy,
Oh my
isn't it?
God.
Afterwards, Moxley gets on the mic and tells Cassidy he's going to grind him into dust at Full Gear.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
What a heel.
I love that.
Like the start of the match where like Wheeler and Moxley are making their entrance to the crowd and then the other two lads just attack them in the crowd. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
It was just a match where all 4 lads wrestled like you expect them to wrestle. And then, yeah, the no selling of the punch at the end was Very interesting, as was Hook taking the fall, I thought as well.
I think just because the other two are in a title match, aren't they? Though?
Tell him where he is at the minute, isn't he? He's just spinning his little wheels, his little orange wheels.
One thing I noticed about Hook in this match was that he kicks out a bit weird. Did anyone notice this?
No.
He lifts his legs right up, and it takes him longer to kick out. It's actually making it more risky for him. He has to lift his legs up first. He can't. You can answer. You can answer the phone if you need to.
No.
Okay.
Carry on, please. That sounded really
Is everything
weird.
all right? Is everything
you're
okay?
like trying to get yourself on the
Yeah.
bandwagon.
But is everything all right?
Yeah, I'll do it later on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Hook lifts.
So way to go from serious stuff whilst I'm also playing with a puppet on a wrestling podcast. That's what you had. Please carry on.
Yeah, he lifts his legs up first. He does one of them, reverse sit-ups where he leg raises. He does like that, and then he doesn't just roll his shoulder. He has to do a full body contort.
Yeah, you're getting your body to.
That's a Kaja Hijame, I think you'll find that's what they call it.
So he's,
no, they don't. No, you do be doing it. It's like a Tasha Hajime, the transmission. Stop it.
I can show you on the puppet what he does. So a lot
You
of
playing with puppet chat.
a lot of wrestlers.
He's playing with
Himself.
himself.
A lot of wrestlers.
Hey.
Obviously, he'll do the arm
Yeah.
as well, shoot
Get
the
the
shoulder.
shoulder.
But he goes like that and then that. It takes a bit longer. It's odd,
Just
yeah.
a bit more.
I know.
Kavorka, innit,
I'll have to watch that again.
No, it's not all in one motion. The legs come up like a second earlier. He goes,
Well, because you're making
It's more like a- more
aren't
like
you
a
doing
flop.
that to then make your body?
I guess to get
Do-
momentum when he
Yeah,
drops
right,
the
right,
legs
yeah,
and he can, yeah.
Who was pinning him at the time? Because if
don't
it was
know.
a heavy boy.
No, he did it multiple
I
times.
wasn't you
remember?
then.
He did it whenever he was being pinned.
I wasn't that really. It's weird with AEW because there's such a big time between these feuds, and sometimes there's like a stop-start period like this. I was like, oh, Moxley versus OC. Do we have to see the rematch? But I guess we do.
Is this so? I now can't work out because Moxley was so dominant and so mean to him as well. He was really nasty. That I thought at first, they're obviously just going to have Moxley get the title back, and it's going to be whatever their plan was before he got injured. And then now I'm thinking, actually, are they going to have Orange Cassidy beat him? Maybe. Do you know what I think?
Yeah, the no selling of the orange punch was. So how are they going to deal about that the next time around?
Yeah.
Is he going to no sell like Otis does a Kinshasa a few times? Like chopping down a tree.
This all seemed set up for Orange Cassidy to be the brave underdog.
I was going to say it makes Orange Cassidy just not wrestle very Orange Cassidy-ish.
Well, I mean, they've
it's like, I'm going to
changed-
hit the orange punches. Mox's like, nah, I'm not in the mood for that.
He's kind of away now from the ethos of Orange Cassidy anyway, isn't he? He's halfway to being a normal wrestler now, and it's just sad.
He's just trying.
He shouldn't try all
He's
the
changing
time.
you got to change your gimmick up. You got to be doing the same thing you've been doing for ages.
I remember Jericho
young
saying
buck.
that after the Mimosa match.
Hey,
Like,
cultaholic.
yeah.
No, not level of stuff like we're doing fine.
Fine.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Don Giovanni hosts a face-to-face between Hangman Page and Swerve.
Don't you skip over the golden dragons of Dojima walking into the arena.
Oh, well, why? What? Why I didn't put that in? That's my fault. But why?
Why don't you tell us what happened, Ross?
Why were they all in suits, but then only Jericho kept his suit on? Is this
I don't
from
know.
The game?
Because he's the accuser, so they do
Andrew
wear
guaranteed
suits.
on the right. Andrew guaranteed on the pictures video that someone would pop out of a bin. He went, I bet someone pops out of a bin in this match. I don't think anyone popped out of a bin.
No,
They might have done during the segments in the concourse, but they probably
not
just
even that little chap from the old TNA episode.
Oh, Puppet.
Yeah, I thought they'd give it a bigger pop.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was
No,
expecting.
I got it. He was having a play with himself.
He
in the bin.
was having fun.
And then
What?
Puppet the Psycho, and Jericho.
Puppet dwarf, yeah.
Jericho had to save everyone because he pulled out a gun on one episode, and Jericho hit him with the guitar.
What's that? What was he doing? What's that got to do with him playing with
He was
himself? in
he
a
was
bit?
playing with himself a bit. It's early TNA.
He was being interviewed by
the blonde lass.
and he's like, "What are you doing in the bin?" He says, "I'm hobbing a wonk."
Yeah, there's like rattling from the bit, like metallic sounds going on.
Yeah.
It was never.
TNA,
Yeah.
TNA. It's back, Ross. It's back.
There's no further explanation. But
Yeah,
then,
why? You're asking the wrong question.
but there's a gif of Jericho hitting. It's quite a famous
Jarrett.
gif of Jarrett. Sorry, yeah, hitting him with the guitar.
Yeah.
And that's because he'd pulled out a gun.
Yeah, I've seen that bit.
And
I've
Jarrett-
just not seen the bin bit.
Jarrett-
Quality of man. One minute you're hobbing a wonk, and the
Jarrett-
next you're pulling a gun on people.
Jarrett, who was a heel at the time, saves the day by taking down this armed mania.
Yeah, even Jared had his limits.
Yeah.
Yes. What are we talking about? Yeah, Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Hangman says Swerve isn't the man he thinks he is, which is why he got fired from his last job or why his fiance left him. He also accuses Prince Nana of making a living off Swerve's back and using the money to buy weed from a high school car park.
That was really specific, oddly specific.
And then Hannah was like, no, don't. Hangman says that at full gear, he'll be Swerve's judge during executioner. He beats up Nana because he says, I can't put my hands on you, Swerve, but I can beat up Nana and take his drug money. Until security rush in to stop him. Beats a few of them up too as Swerve and Nana escape.
He was after the drugs, not the drug money. So I'm going to steal your weed.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I said that as a joke, but you did actually say that.
And it felt like a bit of an improvised line, and it got a big pop. I was like, go on, Hangman.
And steal your drugs.
It was very one-sided, this segment, but then again, he did walk into his house, didn't he?
Yeah,
Child.
Hangman Page needed to try at least be serious. I don't think he completely nailed the landing, but at least he's a lot more serious than he was.
I thought he did
No,
all right.
it's just...
He did all right.
Because like Swerve's like, I'm coming to your house and doing your stuff, and I'm so much better than you and charismatic and being cool. And then Hangman's doing the elite stuff of, yeah, well, you got fired, real life stuff, me. I'm like...
Oh, I don't see that as elite stuff.
Do you not...
Maybe, I guess.
What, MJF, innit?
Yeah.
Real life.
Oh, okay, well... Whatever.
He's been on Google.
Yeah, great. Ooh, but that's what I mean.
was-
If everybody else is doing it, it's like, okay, it takes away from. But just him, but also saying like, no, what? You came to my house. Like, I'm going to kill
that's
you.
what I mean. I like the...
Hassan Piker, I'm going to kill you.
I liked Hangman's performance in the segment, but I think I disagree with the segment even existing. Like, why would Hangman at this point care about even having a match with him? Like, you can't attack him because we can't have our match at the big show. Oh no, boo-hoo. But a character like Hangman, who's like a brave babyface, should be fuming that he's been in the same room as his kid and that and been all threatening.
But Tony's already said if anything happens, then they'll be suspended
For the rest of
Tabled!
Yeah. Suspended for the rest of 2023.
Yeah.
Well, Hangman should batter
He's
it.
got money to pay for security.
He's got money to
For his
fall
house
out.
to keep Swerve out.
It's setting up a hell of a baiting for Swerve Strickland, I feel.
This
at the
may
pay-per-view.
be similar to the last, because I've been going into this pay-per-view thinking, all the winners are quite a foregone conclusion. But the Moxley thing made me think is Orange winning. And this made me think is Swerve winning again, because like you said, it was really one-sided. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it was needed, but
Maybe
alright.
it's even
And then I
now.
thought that the jokey bits with Nana also took away from it. Like saying like he makes a living off of it, so I was like, oh, that's a good line. Yeah, he uses the money to buy weed from kids. Like, that's
Well,
a
the
silly.
line-
He's a
crowd laughed.
He's a bastard.
Crowd laughed at that. It's like, well, why are you doing jokey bits?
I just enjoyed Nana's reaction of like, that literally did not happen.
Yeah, which is funny, but like it's supposed to be like a murder, death, kill feud, and
Yeah.
like hee.
It's AEW, Matthew. They love a laugh and a joke.
But when Nana-
Still, I'm looking forward to the match though. I'm not being too
When
negative.
Hangman was like, all Nana does is dance, and he did the little dance, and I enjoyed that bit. He danced in his face. He showed him what for.
I've got to say that when they make their entrance, Swerve's side eye towards Nana is getting more and more pronounced. He's like, ugh. I'm like, no, he's got you over him.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's a big claim.
Sorry, I shouldn't. He's helped slightly.
Slightly. Backstage, Roddy Strong says he knows who the devil is. He calls Adam Cole and tells him it's MJF.
Shut up, man. Ron.
Cole doesn't agree and says maybe Roddy's the devil. He goes, no, that's not true. He hangs up and Roddy's frustrated.
Yeah. Do you remember when Roddy Strong was like a serious good heel?
No.
Yeah.
This is the best work.
You're
I've
kidding.
ever
I'm
seen.
just saying, like, yeah. It's great. He's just being a dick, looking like a dick.
Did you see my match on Collision? I did great.
that is funny. That.
Sorry, I'm going through a tunnel. Just hangs up on.
Yeah, it
Cole's
was.
a really good facial expression actor. He's good at looking like he looks off camera and goes like.
Could it be Adam Cole,
Maybe.
the devil?
If he wasn't injured, I think it was Cole, but he is, so it's not.
It could still be.
Yeah, it could still.
How do
be.
we know he's injured?
Yeah, Ross said that we've never seen his face attached to the limb in question.
Yeah. That picture, the pictures that Dr. Britt Baker, Dummer shared on social media of the surgery, didn't have a torso attached. It was just,
God.
It was just
He's
the legs.
dead.
Yeah, just the legs. It could have been anybody's legs, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I think he's injured.
They're pulling the wool over our eyes. We're being worked.
I think it's. Let's all say who it is now. I think it's Jungle. It's Jungle.
Adam
Boy?
Cole.
I really hope it's not Jungle Boy.
But who do you think it's going to be?
Adam Cole.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think it'd be Jack Perry, not me.
Thank you for
Why would it
pointing
be
that out.
not Grealish?
It's
All right, I'm the devil.
it's going to be Jungle Boy. isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to go down
Joel,
well
who
though.
do you think the devil's going to be?
I'd probably say Adam Cole.
Really?
Chica could be Bachiti and he's pretended to leave.
I tell you what though, if it is Jungle Boy, the pressure's on him because that's like a main event.
You'll get heat.
Slot straight
The first-
away. Is
that
it for the
initial
right
segment.
reasons though? As we all like to say as wrestling fans.
It does feel a bit, not the same storyline, but the same vibe as like I did it for The Rock. It's like, oh, this is a big heel moment now. Make the most, no pressure. Like, yeah.
Even though all your promos since Stop Being Jungle Boy have been rubbish.
Oh, well,
They're not being great.
Crimea River was pretty good.
Yeah, and look what happened.
Real
Yeah, if he gets
boy.
his head punched in every week, that's
His
all
new
right.
theme music, like when Punk came back to Cult of Personality, his should be Justin Timberlake, Crimea River.
Yeah, it should be.
Have to say.
Then he'll get in the ring and be like, hello there, I am Jungle Boy and I was the devil. And I would like to sell you insurance going down Route 69.
Hi, Jungle Boy here.
It's just, he's really boring to listen to, Jungle Boy.
It's me blatantly playing the role of a bad person. Meow, meow, meow.
Houseman Nick. I've forgotten what his website's called. I just want to look at his website to see if his was the article about Punk not being
well, anyway.
the devil.
Well, we'll continue reading about wrestling.
Yeah, it is. It's Nick Houseman.
Sky-
Oh my god, it was.
Which
Nick
means it's
Houseman.
not going to be CM Punk. He is
Yeah.
the insider.
That's what they want you to think. Stop it.
You don't think that such a journalist isn't... I don't
Is he a
know.
journalist?
I
thought it
don't
was
know.
just a...
Houseman.
He's a dancer. Was it a dancer, an actor?
Is
Don't
he?
you do the improv? I don't know what.
Oh, he
What?
said don't you do an improv show with Colt Cabana?
That's the one.
And he went, no. And I was like, all right.
And then CM Punk was so disgruntled, it took him like a few
Yeah.
30 seconds to go, oh, well, that was my setup line. Let me
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get this round again. Sky Blue beats Red Velvet to advance the TBS title match at Full Gear.
Oh, it's a Fightful report. I beg your pardon. Houseman's just sort of...
I thought it wasn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Houseman doesn't need to go via Fightful. He just needs to ring Phil.
Yeah.
Are you the devil?
That's why I thought it was on his website.
Yeah,
The
strange.
first
Is
time.
Nick Houseman the devil?
Yeah. Oh, it's Sean Ross Sapp.
It's Ryan Satan.
It's gonna be.
Oh,
I
all
told you I
good
was going to
picks.
show up. Oh, it's amazing.
All good picks.
Yes.
It's Bix. And obviously Tony knows who he is. So
I
he
don't
yells.
know. I've never encountered him, and I don't want to because I'm scared because he seems to be able to.
Bix and Span would be a great wrestling character because he does whenever someone's in the press for anything, it's always like, "Well, you did this back in 1973."
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's why. Honestly, he's like
Bix's gimmick is he remembers everything.
he's like the bloke off The Apprentice who they bring in to like find discrepancies in their CVs. I'm scared of him, but
You're scared of him.
I've never met him. But I just feel like he'll be like, "You did this in year 7." Oh,
He'd know.
Yeah, but apparently,
I could find out who your teacher was.
yeah, but apparently he does turn a blind eye to his favourites and not do that to them, and then.
That's shocking. that.
That means we're safe.
Anyway, what do you think of Sky Blue in this match?
Good.
A good wrestler.
There you go.
What's that about?
They all
See?
have. When
See, because you say like, oh, he turns a blind light to his favourites. Oh yeah. What do you think about Sky Blue?
Oh, I see.
Ah,
I see what you've
that was
done.
very
Such a
good.
good bit I had to explain it.
No, I was good. It was good.
There was
I
good.
I tried.
But she was fine. Yeah.
Good. Fine.
No, not like that. I saw a really good tweet, and I can't remember who it was from. One of the cool accounts, and they
Nixon's
said,
I know who it is.
yeah, and they said, I like that Sky Blue is now kind of flirting with the evil side, but she's still a big Scooby Doo fan. She still had the themed gear on.
What did Taz call it the murder mystery van?
It's the Mystery Machine. I
Yeah,
think?
but he called it like he put the word
murder
murder in
mystery.
it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't remember that happening in
There
Scooby
were
Doo.
rarely murders in
You know,
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby Doo. They go somebody being murdered and they get a dog and some kids to go investigate it.
Scooby Doo, but with murder. It was usually to like scare them away from some land that they owned and they wanted to sell.
Let's go investigate, guys. Oh, this dude's dead.
This is where we need Fraser in because he is a mega.
Yeah,
fan
so
of
he'd
Scooby-Doo.
be the big fan of Scooby Doo. Actually, one time Scrappy Doo did murder someone.
There was a good little match though. I thought the crowd got on board as it went more on. I'm not English
No,
isn't
no,
working
you're
anymore.
doing
Yeah,
good. Carry on.
but yeah, there was a thing Red Velvet did off the middle rope, which Excalibur called a Casadora.
Whoa,
Quesadilla.
just off with one. The deer.
Yeah.
Casadilla. That's not right.
Casadora. Yeah,
Threw me
quesadilla.
off then.
Casadora, quesadilla. Casadora. But it was very impressive all the same.
We're getting into sauce sausages.
Is it a sauce? Is it sausage?
The quesadilla with a little sausage.
It was good to see as well because they weren't in the normal women's segment of Dynamite.
Yes,
they were
right,
earlier in the
right.
night and they were given bare time as well.
Right.
And I thought they both delivered.
Well done, Tony. Baby steps.
Call them the post ladies
And obviously,
The post
because
ladies.
they both delivered.
Oh, nice.
Sausages.
and also,
Balls.
obviously Sky Blue winning's the right choice because there's more storyline intrigue with her in the match.
Of course.
Yes.
In a video package, Miro says CJ Perry's hunger for fame doesn't just bring out the worst in her, it brings out the worst in him
Yeah,
too.
we know you've been saying.
So
that.
he's going to batter Mr. Storyline Advancement himself, Daniel Garcia on Collision.
Surely Andrade. Just go straight for Andrade.
Yeah.
Why Daniel Garcia?
No, because they're not on the pay-per-view, so I guess he's saving it.
When you said she was moved by Garcia's dancing.
Yes.
what do you mean by, because moved mean, I thought she was like, all right. Because I thought she was like tearing up, like moved, like, oh my God. It's
She
so
started
beautiful.
crying.
It's such beautiful dancing. It's like Torval and Dean.
She looks at like say when she looks at Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Les
Les
Miserables.
Miserables.
We call it that, right?
It's just funny that it's like she's stood there captivated, like the art gallery scene in Ferris Bueller. But every time it goes closer, it's just him going like.
Closer towards
Yeah.
There was one good bit of that promo because he says, "This is the year of the Redeemer," and I'm like, hopefully he means 12 months into the future rather than what we've seen so far.
No, yeah.
2023. Shoots of hope.
We've had more
potentially there.
matches than last year, I guess. So.
Yeah.
A very excited Mariah May meets her idol Toni Storm. Toni tells her she isn't doing autographs right now and asks Luther to book her a tune-up match before Full Gear.
I have to ask,
Go on.
are you a fortune teller, Ross?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Because twice now on Pitch's videos, he pitched Mariah May joining AEW, and then she joined AEW. And he's pitched Mariah May being involved with Toni Storm. And the next day, that night, how do you know this?
Because you cut a promo on last week's Dynamite.
What about Toni Storm? Oh. The magic's gone. The magic's
See,
gone.
if you watch the wrestling, it actually makes
I
sense.
was off last week. Yeah. What did she say about Toni?
It felt like at the
Next
time...
week, I will challenge her to a match on Dynamite.
No,
So
it
on
felt
the
like she was getting a bit like hot under the collar, like, ooh, Toni Storm, ooh, I can't wait. Like a bit of a Trish Stratus, Mickey James situation.
And on the Pitches video, I imagine when you've said this, I've reacted like it's a really novel line. I'm like, whoa!
And
Mariah
I've
May.
done the Fraser.
Yeah.
Oh.
Push the glasses.
I think you'll
Fraser
find.
wear glasses.
My
does he?
glasses.
No.
He's more
He
of
does
like-
that anyway, though.
He's more of a half turn in the swivel chair, fold arms. Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
Very Nathan Fraser.
One
Very
eyebrow
Nathan
raised.
Fraser.
He's not like Nathan Fraser. Don't put that on him.
I like the presentation here, though. How the cameras it went like to an old film. I like the difference there. That's about the only thing I could say because I couldn't really understand what they were saying.
Oh, Tony was like, no autographs at this time. And then Mariah May's like, oh, okay. And then she scurries away. And then Toni Storm goes, Luther, fix me a tune-up match for Friday.
I caught that bit. The head of studio, Tony Khan, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, the head
And
of
he
the
goes,
studio.
okay, my lady.
Yeah. And he looks at the camera and goes like,
Cowabunga.
yeah, I want his real voice back. He reminds me of the bloke off, you know whose line is it anyway? And there's like the improv show. And there's one who was on it sometimes who would have like punk crazy hair. And he'd be like, hey, what's going on, dudes? He's called Greg Proops, maybe it was. I
Oh,
don't
with the
know.
glasses.
Yeah.
He
He sounds like
hair,
him.
did he?
Sometimes he'd have
Maybe
spiky
early
hair.
on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe. Before they all got old.
Oh, fair enough. Then,
Yeah. Hey, what's good, dude?
Samoa Joe squashes John Cruz and again asks MJF for an answer after the match. Do we know if that's him or not?
Oh, yeah, Joel.
Would you mind Googling?
Said Joel.
Serpentico.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Oh,
Wow. Well, hats off to him because he got second place in my move of the week this week.
Which was what, Ross?
It was Samoa Joe doing his walk away spot, but Serpentico or whatever is Mr. Cruz going mid-air as he flops to the floor.
Good photo.
Good stuff.
Pop the commentary table as well.
Popping the boys is
There
what
was-
it's all about.
There was a point in the night where you're going to have a lot for the Taz segment on the next Botchamania because there's a point in the night where they just got bored and just started making each other
It
laugh.
happens every week, yeah.
But this isn't dark. This is Dynamite.
At one point in the picture-in-picture bit, they were going like, wow, that's a good thing. And then Tony's like, yeah, can you keep that thought going for another minute while we're still on break?
There was one
They're
part
great.
where Taz said something really obvious and Excalibur went, a great one. Yep, good thought there, Taz.
That's why you're the best commentator in the business.
Yeah.
They're just having fun, like we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taz could batter Excalibur if he wanted to.
That's not true. I've seen 05 Excalibur.
Excalibur's friends with Super Dragons.
Yeah, there's a bunch of chairs and Super Dragon around. He's
If
all right.
Excalibur was comparable to a wrestler of today, who would it be? Because I've never seen an Excalibur match.
Super Dragon. I don't know.
Other than that one, like, yeah, he had a... When he was with either teaming with or wrestling Super Dragon, he looked like bloody Miro. But any other guy, it's like, I don't know, Action Andretti.
No, you can't.
No, he's he had
think
a ceiling.
Wasn't he just one of many guys in the indie 2000s guys who just did
There were
all
lots like him. He was better at doing comedies, maybe not Action Andretti.
I just feel like any wrestler around that time had a move that involved a sit out. They'd do some sort of sit out power slam or
Here's a
something.
move I saw in Japan. That was
Or
him.
in the X division, maybe.
Yeah. Trying to think.
I can't think what he wrestled like. Was he a...
Just a cruiserweight, but with like
But he's quite
stuff you'd seen in Japanese matches. So again, very
palm strikes and that.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of Super Dragon?
No, but I said he would be very similar as well. But Super Dragon would do a lot better,
Yeah.
and he'd hit a hell of a lot harder.
Super Dragon
and be an
did-
even bigger dick than anybody in the business.
Super Dragon used to like drop people on their heads and stuff. Or was
Yeah,
the-
but Super Dragon would also take disgusting bumps himself. So it wasn't like
Okay.
he was a one-sided dude. But Super Dragon would take some bumps. You go, you didn't need to do that to yourself, mate. Bloody hell.
Super Dragon.
But
I think he's disguised it enough.
that's
I
a
think
Okay.
Okay.
It's the Jinder Mahal promo. He said.
Yeah.
Then Samoa Joe says, "Yeah, and I was born and raised here in SoCal." Crowd, yay! Excalibur went, "That's where I'm from."
Oh, I'm
my
terrified.
my name's Samoa Joe, and I'm from Southern California.
Oh,
Like,
stop
come
it.
on, Joe. SoCal Joe.
All right, Tokyo Douglas.
Yeah.
I'm terrified that MJF won't accept the offer. What does that mean
But
for
who, else
Samoa
would,
Joe?
who else would team with him?
Yeah, I know. What-
Roddy Strong, maybe.
Oh no.
The video of Adam Cole that kept them showing.
MJF just can hit them with the monitor with Cole on it.
Yeah, and the referee counts it as legal tag because it's
Who's
Tony-
he
because
wrestling?
it's-
The Guns. He'll beat them.
Rick Knox.
Rick Knox.
He's
I must love.
Tony Knox.
Damn it.
MJF will beat the Guns, right? Although they've been tag team champions before, though. AEW tag team champion.
No, I hope the Guns beat him.
Many men.
The Young Bucks cheat to win against Penta and Commander, with Nick Jackson also using the Judas effect at one point. Afterwards, in the backstage interview, the Bucks say they don't give a damn anymore.
Shut up, man.
Omega interrupts. and
No, I
asks
found them. I know you meant to hate them, but I was like, ugh.
I know, I'm with you. He says, "Can you keep it clean in the pay-per-view?" They argue until Jericho comes along to take Kenny away, but the Bucks start a pull-apart brawl instead.
Yeah,
Almost
Bucks-
got that
The
right.
Bucks were all kinds of out of order here.
It was great because the crowd realized as the match went on, oh, they're not being the usual levels of babyface dicks. They're being dicks. Oh, and it's like, it's not that much different to what they usually are.
No, it's quite similar. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not. It's a
That
fine
was the
line.
best bit of the match for me because again we find ourselves another year in AEW and it's another storyline about who the Young Bucks' friends are. But now at least they are the heels of the piece.
Yes,
And I'm
thankfully.
I'm good with that. But this was the match where the new signing was brought up by the commentary team, and Taz saw fit to clarify that it's not him because he's retired. But yeah, just the fact it's been brought up during the Bucks match, it's obviously CM Punk. It's not CM Punk. But yeah, I'm really shocked to say a match involving these four wrestlers was really good. I'm shocked to say that sentence, but it was really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Look
was.
at you with the brave takes.
The tight-ropey stuff doesn't really do it for me. I don't want to be.
What about the stepping stone stuff where Commander's on the
Yeah,
top rope?
It's
then he's
all very
off the back and-
cooperation, isn't it? But I think it's good. They're good. They're really good at it. Especially like Commander's really good at what he does. But his shtick doesn't. It's not my favorite type of wrestling.
Oh, I see all kinds of hate for Commander online.
Do
Not
you?
just from
Do you?
Battle League fans. Yeah, they're like, look at this body.
Oh, from Metal League fans.
I'm like, no, I like it being different and every now and again. So you got to have variety.
I think they
But
had.
I can see why people wouldn't like
I think him and maybe Vikingo had a match at Supercard of Honor like last year or Final Battle or something. And no, it was the one over WrestleMania. It would have been a Supercard, I think. And they had the opening match of the night. And I remember thinking, why would you put that as the opening match of the night? They did all the moves under
Yeah.
the sun, and then. It was that show where one of the Martins broke his arm on the ladder in the
Ring of Honor show?
the disastrous
Oh,
ladder match.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a Supercard of Honor. I just realised. Yeah,
I think
sorry.
I think it was Supercard.
I did enjoy the poo housie from Nick as well, with the Judas effect after the low blows with Rick Knox's back turned. Well, he would have missed them anyway if he was facing the right way.
You should look right at Rick Knox and then do
Oh.
the move.
There's another bit of green analysis.
Oh, that's because it's the move of the week.
Oh, right, okay.
The
It's
gun-
coming up, everybody.
Oh, okay, cool. The Guns squash Peter Avalon and Jacob E. Watts.
They didn't even
Jacoby Watts,
announce Jacoby.
Oh,
I
it
think.
was great, wasn't it?
They were like, "Oh, Jacoby's all right. It's over."
Yeah. He goes, well, this is what we did 2-on-2. So now it's going to be 2-on-1 at the pay-per-view. You're knackered, mate.
Yeah, but he's not Peter Avalon, is he? MJF. He's MJF.
And they're the Guns. Bah, pew, pew.
I realised for the first time that I quite like their theme. But
Oh, it's so good.
it is good, but I missed. I just was sad the 50 Cent one was just a one-off. But now I'm like, probably because it played like 3 times in this segment, I was like, actually, it's quite good.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of a pointless segment. Nothing really got developed. Just a bit of a filler. Yeah.
Especially so close to the Joe squash.
Yeah.
You ever seen the 310 to
sorry.
Yuma?
Sorry, go on.
Have you ever seen 310 to Yuma?
Oh, it's a film, isn't it? No, I haven't.
Apparently, it's a film. Yeah, I've not seen it.
Joel.
Have you ever seen 310 to Yuma?
I've seen the remake.
Oh.
Yeah, there was one from like the 60s, and there's one from like 2004 maybe.
Oh,
I've
right.
seen that one. It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a remake. Oh, I thought that was it. Fair enough.
See, there's levels to this film game.
Wow. Joel on film. In a video package, Wardlow says he's going to end MJF's run at the top of AEW and make the devil his bitch. The mysterious person in devil masks appears on screen and goes, "It's a jungle out there if you're a boy."
Could it be that Wardlow is the devil, and this is a red herring?
He's going to make
That
himself
might not be a
his
bad
bitch.
idea, actually.
Yeah, he's throwing us off.
I'm going to make myself my bitch.
It's Marco Stunt. Of course it is.
Oh, please.
Imagine.
If the
Sonny
devil
Kiss.
comes out in the mask and starts doing that little run Mark used to do around Luchasaurus's legs.
And then, of course, the big main event. Omega, Jericho, Ibushi, and the big bad Paul White win this, it's what it says here, the silly Gamer Boy street fight against the Don Callis family.
Gamer boy wankers.
Like, people seem to like this.
I think it depends on how much you enjoy the Yakuza series, this was homaging.
Sam likes the Yakuza.
Of course
series.
he does, big sweaty nerd. And there wasn't any people jumping out of bins, but there were bikes used as weapons, which is
You
a
got a
thing that happens.
bicycle.
Oh my god! And the commentary team laughed at Ibushi's shots because he went. Bing.
I heard someone with that.
Oh yeah.
But it was a proper roller coaster of emotions at the start because after the collision segment, this is the first thing we see. Watching Paul White literally throw around Powerhouse Hobbs, I was like, oh my god, they have become the thing they were opposed to. But then, Joel hit the thingy.
Oh my. Oh, baby.
We carry on. What we're doing here. Hobbs picks up Paul White and then makes him take one hell of a bump off a platform onto
On
the
what?
hood. Eh?
On the what?
On the car.
On a car.
On the car, which, by the way, whatever brand of car that was, I didn't quite see what it was. What a sturdy craft.
What an
There was,
advert
There wasn't
for
even
that
a
car.
dent, was there?
It should have exploded.
Like in the old SmackDown.
But he just, Paul White, I think you said yesterday, didn't it, that certain bits were like pre-recorded.
Apparently.
So
It
I
must have
guess
been
this has
that.
been, yeah.
But
So
what a bump to
fair,
take.
fair
Jesus.
play to Big Paul for
Yeah.
taking that. That's got to be a career
I'll
ender.
show
like.
them that I can barely walk. Throw me on that car.
I saw it get shared around on Twitter a lot, but it wasn't the tone. I was like, wow. The tone wasn't people going, wow, what a spot. It was people going, ha ha ha. I was like, why are people laughing? Why are
People laughing at that bit.
My jaw was on the floor because I just didn't. After the start of the match as well, where the first spot is Paul White going to Hobbs and sending him backwards doing several cartwheels. It was just a wonderful, wonderful thing for Paul to do for Hobbs.
Yeah,
Thank
it
God.
was all worth it in the end.
Thank God.
But even though they lost the match, Hobbs at least comes out of it like, wow, he's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I didn't want Hobbs to be losing, but still.
At least he didn't take the fall, did he? No.
No.
It must have been Fletcher.
God, I can't remember. I've gone blank. I assume not.
It must have been Fletcher.
Oh, no.
The only thing I know is that Jericho once again has the last laugh because he was the one who helped Kenny Omega to tape up Powerhouse Hobbs on the top rope. So he's had the last laugh there. That's the consolation goal.
You've been taped.
You've been taped.
That's the consolation goal / feud ender that is a Chris Jericho feud.
I'm going to
in AEW.
find out who took the fall.
There was more highlights though, like Brian Cage's suplex from inside the ring to the floor on Kenny Omega through the table. Brian Cage saying to Kenny Omega, "You be table." Then there was a bit I didn't like, which was I liked it initially because it was the jump and
It was
tombstone.
Cage who took the fall.
He got
Yay.
tabled. No, he tabled Kenny. But yeah, the jumping tombstone from Cal Fletcher off the apron through a board, and
Oh,
some
God,
chairs on
yeah,
the floor.
yeah.
And then literally 90 seconds later, Cota's up.
AEW.
But it's not just AEW, is it? I think it's just Kota, isn't it? But it's not just Kota. It's a shame that Kota was the guy taking the move in that instance.
Coda's like a weird one. Well, I know that's been away for like 10 years, but like he feels like he's not had a chance to prove that he's back to where he was before. He's always just been in multi-man matches and stuff. And people have gone, oh, he looks a bit lost. He didn't look as bad in this one as he did in, was it Blood and Guts, where he was just a bit like, what's going on around me?
And that weird segment with Takeshi there, and it's like, oh, is this supposed to look like this?
Oh, in his dojo?
No, then the blood and guts is like, and then
right.
like, and then
I thought you meant when he got
whatever.
battered in his gym. I was like, oh, that's a shame.
No, that was good.
Yeah, that was all right.
But apart from his no selling there, I've had a jolly good time watching this matchup.
It was.
It was
I don't
long.
even-
It was long.
I've never even played the Yakuza games.
Oh, fantastic. Sega, I've got a game series for you if you enjoyed wild action, people in
I've
suits, and the Yakuza.
All I've seen of it is that it's meant to be this highly stylized, like cool video game. But then people never upload clips of like big storyline moments or anything. It's just them breakdancing or like doing mini games.
There's lots of stuff you can do like that's like GTA style open world signal. Like so, there's lots of karaoke playing old Sega games. But yeah, right. Because to do that, the game is heavy on the cutscenes. So it'd be like Metal Gear Solid if you loaded some of the
Sam's told me so much about it. I've never once played it. He knows that.
Never once listened to him.
That's all I thought you were going to say.
I've never. Anyway, can't remember any of it right now, but I have learned a lot.
MJF comes out the club promo. He apologizes to the Acclaim for last week and says everyone he lets get close to him ends up getting hurt.
Like Spider-Man.
He admits that it's lonely at the top of the mountain, but he won't give up his spot. He says he's going to beat Jay White and make the man in the devil mask pay. Jay White interrupts and says, MJF isn't the hero he pretends to be. He's always been the bad guy. The bad gang attack MJF and hit their finishes on him, staying tall to end the show while Smojo watches on backstage.
Jay's not winning.
Jay's just a bunch of catchphrases in a row.
Yeah.
That's all these promos are.
That's not true.
It is,
guys.
man.
He's one of the best pure heels in the wrestling world.
What does that mean?
In New Japan, he was the top guy.
Oh, in New Japan, right, okay.
I couldn't give a sweaty bollocks about what he did in New Japan. I watch AEW. And what he's done in AEW hasn't been very good.
Yeah. Right, I thought they were going to, as I said before, I thought they were going to do the thing where MJF has so many enemies that he's just going to be tired and beat up and just worn out, and then Jay White will easily pin him, and that's the story. Instead, no, MJF
if
looks
that
all right.
happened, no, if that happened, you'd go mad. You'd be like, that's bad.
That's good storytelling.
You would hate you.
MJF's demons have come back to haunt him. It's caused too many enemies.
Oh, that was my neck.
Don't hurt yourself.
No,
Roddy.
I just clicked my neck.
Next strong.
But I don't believe. Yeah,
November.
I don't believe that you would be happy if Jay White became the AEW World Champion.
I would be happy if Jay White was better.
Such a bitchy thing to
It's
say.
not. I'm not. Well, I should pretend everything's good. Yeah.
I don't think Jay
Right,
White's
what?
a main event guy. I
He's
think
okay.
He's been out well and truly outclassed by MJF and other people in
No,
this.
but he's good in the ring.
Yeah, he is. But who isn't?
Yep. Thank you.
Dabakato is the only one.
Apart from Dabakato, right.
No, he's very good in the ring.
Yeah,
He's
you're
part
right.
of that-
I'll take Jay White over Lash Legend. Well
He was
done.
I think he'd be excellent if he was just a smidge lower on the card. And I think after this feud, maybe we'll get the best of him because he'll be a little bit further
It
down.
also doesn't help that they've got all these other people like, look at what you could have won. Samoa Joe, Wardlow, The Devil. There's all these things getting in the way of Jay White being the main focus here. So he's barely the big star of this main event feud.
I was
he's
going
in.
to say
For the
this'll-
biggest title in
I'm
AEW.
assuming this will be the main event, but it's been ages for some reason since MJF's actually main evented with the belt. Weird.
But you know what? I'll take it just so MJF can do something other than, like, look how my friends and enemies are. It's MJF. 90% on the TV. Yeah, it does need to be something different. I definitely need to lose the bleed tag titles.
I'm still expecting it's going to be a weird one because for like the third or fourth pay-per-view in a row now with bad build, it's going to be probably a really good show and it's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah, it will.
yeah, like we've done this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
You both make good points there. Jay White will be better if he more palatable if he was lower down the card.
I'm just thinking of when he was part of that like hour-long tag match against FTR and I was like, wow.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And now he's going to lose to MJF in the pay-per-view.
He is.
What an improvement.
It's just this, he lists off all the cat. And he's doing it again this week using MJF's catchphrases as if it was an insult.
Just learn to breathe with the switchblade, Ross. You've got to do that.
But he's got a Jericho feud coming up soon, hasn't he? Because Jericho's trademarked the Jericho era, hasn't he?
Oh.
That was in the news this week, I saw.
I think the Guns are a better promo than Jay White.
Jericho might be the devil.
God, no.
Imagine
End the segment, end the podcast.
And bye.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
It's the mailbag. Good day, fellas and fellows.
I.
If you had the power to call off a match as it's taking place, like Inoki did back when Fake Kane wasn't calling it in New Japan, he's Fake Kane to this dude. What match would you end prematurely and why? Oh, what a wonderful world. Ben from Wollongong.
Oh, Wollongong.
The first match that came to my mind was Undertaker versus Goldberg.
Oh, it's a good one.
That was a childhood killer.
Yeah. Why they decided to go like 15 minutes, I have no idea. 5 minutes and it's short and sweet would have been perfect.
I don't know if I can top that. I remember we all watched that together on stream and all went, oh, God. Or was that when he beat
sad.
Wyatt? Might be when he beat...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Also a sad result.
Oh, yeah, the Fiend Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, you know what? Just forget it.
The first one,
We'll do it on Raw.
the first one that came to my mind was WrestleMania 36, Edge versus Orton. Because the first 5 minutes, you were like, "Oh, this is going long." Yeah. But if
75 minutes
But if I'd known how long it was going to go,
One Benoit reference later.
I think one. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think one surprising thing is that the rematch. They're the best match ever. That went longer.
Oh,
but
I cut that 5 minutes out.
That went longer, than the Falls Count Anywhere one. But it didn't feel longer at all.
Thank you for reminding me. No, never mind the Hell in a Cell one. Ciampa Gargano, one last beat.
Oh, one final beat.
Or whatever it was called.
But you wouldn't get them holding hands on the truck.
Yeah.
It took itself too serious, that match, didn't it?
Oh, can we just say, even the rest, maybe that AEW's not hitting all cylinders, and maybe there's some weak bits in WWE. Just go back and watch the Thunderdome era and go, you're all right, you're all right. Diddle, diddle, diddle. Oh, wait. Oh, I get where they're going here. Okay, let me start again. Diddle, 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 Batman. With that, what is the most annoying joke or running gag in wrestling? Be it with wrestlers themselves or with the people that watch, and sometimes don't watch, wrestling. For me, I'm beyond tired of the John Cena is actually invisible bit. Anytime anything Cena related pops up on my Facebook or Twitter feed, the comments are flooded with people all saying, "Why'd you post a blank picture?" Lol. Diddles aside, what are your lads' annoying or least favourite jokes in wrestling? With lots of love.
diddling.
Yes, apart from the diddling.
Bit of an annoying joke, that isn't it?
Some football man from some football town, a.k.a. Gus from Indiana. Oh, well, I think there's one bit in the podcast he doesn't like already. Cheers, Gus.
I only notice it at live events, but the wooing really goes through me, especially in America.
Oh, okay.
They love a woo in America. Ross has his own version of the woo, which please don't do, because it goes.
He said don't do it.
Oh, it's just.
That's just sting.
I don't know why I did it, but I remember
but
going
you
to
know what?
WrestleMania, delirious, and just in the back of the taxi, Sam was like, "Go on."
Yeah, Sam kept getting him to do it more and
Just in
more.
the back of the taxi doing that.
And I'm like,
Sam's the bad lad at school that the teachers go, "Can you not say
No,
next to
you
him?"
said it as if it was like giving him energy. He was like drawing from Ross's woo.
That was inhumane, that schedule we had for that trip when you think about it.
Inhumane.
Inhumane.
We were very tired.
Slept for like an hour in 5 days.
That's not true.
Bloody is.
Slept for an hour and 5 days. That's ridiculous, Ross.
It wasn't easy. But we were young then. Oh God.
Oh, stop it.
I've
man.
not
God, we were
recovered
young.
since.
Stop talking like an edge. Christ.
Wow, we were on our mountain of omnipotence.
Jokes. I'm really surprised. I don't know why. Okay, I do know why, but like Kevin Nash still has. Whenever he's mentioned on Facebook or Twitter, there'll always be people going, "Lol, quad." I'm like, of all the things Kevin Nash did in his career, I think the podcast of us have helped him since, but for the longest time, any mention of Kevin Nash, be like, "Ha ha, quad." I'm like, that happened once. And obviously,
like,
walking, it was a grim no, but I never really got like the
I feel like, that would
ha
be
ha
like prime
aspect of
your
it.
sort of thing, your sort of target audience for that.
I know, but I'm like, haha, real injury. I'm like, no, that's not funny.
Oh, but when Test dies,
Yeah.
I've never got it. I've never understood why it's all right.
Test dead. See, there's just a difference.
Is it because it would often come up like, oh my God, Test died? Like people would learn about it at various
Look,
stages.
I think you've asked this before to ask me to play that. I can't.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
I would love to.
okay.
I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about black holes or out like that. So why is Test dead being funny? I don't know.
I saw a video of him explaining how tides actually work, and it's incredible.
Neil
the
deGrasse
moon, right?
Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, because it's not us. It's not coming in and out to us. We're spinning round. So
Yeah.
it's always this. Yeah.
It is fascinating, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Because you obviously don't see that aspect of it. Yeah.
And a lot of people think that it dictates the moods of women. I don't understand. I know. I don't understand. A lot of people think that.
Some people.
No, a lot of women agree. Like we're controlled by the moon.
Oh, she's giving it that one. Must
No.
be a full moon, if you know what I mean. Know what I mean?
Why did I start digging this hole? I shouldn't have. Anyway.
Hey, diddle diddle. The cat did a diddle and then was arrested. Don't diddle, kids.
Okay.
There's a comma there. Don't diddle. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I need to hear one thing from each of you that would massively help AEW get back the glory days of 19 to 21. 2019 to 21 doesn't make sense. I know many things need to happen.
It does. It means from 2019
I
to
know, but the way
2021.
the way I said it, like not of 1921. Like, no, I just butchered that, didn't I? But this podcast is already long enough. So just give me one thing each and move on with your pathetic, meaningless lives.
Jesus.
Honestly, if this podcast ended tomorrow, I wouldn't even care anyway. All the best, Dong Lord, the 7th of Canterbury.
We've been done by Dong Lord there.
Well, who are we to let down Dong Lord?
How do we go from that to the quite normal, serious answer we've got to give now? Well, Dong Lord, I think.
Well, Dong Lord.
Oh, gracious Master Dong Lord.
Lord Dong, known to some.
Yeah.
I would say just focus on having one-on-one singles feuds rather than having 16 versus 16 feuds and just hodging the splodge, having way too much, because it just becomes unfocused. So it becomes like the idea of something versus the idea of something rather than, oh, that person thinks they're better than someone. So MJF is currently feuding with 18 people right now, it feels
But that
like.
works for him, I think, in that isolated. I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
I
but
think
then
when-
the pay-per-view main event's only going to be MJF versus one person. Oh, and obviously the guns. And I'm like, right, okay. Oh, and sorry, what was your other thing?
No, I was going to say bring back the win-loss record. I think that added something quite nice to the early goings of AEW. I mean, there are, as he says, there are many things to rectify, but that would be the first big step I'd take.
I was going to say what they used to do, or what it seemed they used to do when like Cody was about, is like book backwards in the traditional old way, like have an end point in mind and then figure out how to get there. Because it feels like, and I'm not saying this is necessarily true, but it feels like Tony has a million ideas, wants to do all of them, and then loses interest in certain ones or certain pushes or certain wrestlers really fast. And it has resulted in like we say, like it's hard to care about anyone. Thank you, Dong Lord.
Thank you, Don. Oh, one more, because I just thought of it, so Bubba Jack can say this. Kill Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I agree with that. We were saying this in the pictures video, like it was a lot nicer when, because I had a period when Ring of Honor stuff was on AEW, then it went away for a bit, and it was nice that period of time. And now it's all come back.
Now, like, there's 3 people with 6 titles. Like, all right.
And also re-signed CM Punk.
Yeah.
Tee-hee.
Shit.
Whatever. Thank you very much for the mailbag questions, from the nice ones to the not so nice ones. If you have any thoughts of your own, please keep them to yourself or send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
He's just kidding, guys. He wants you to send them out.
Oh, damn it. You
Please send
you
them in.
caught me. Wrist piss. Morning, chaps.
Morning.
As we know, the wrestler's
I want to go to
finisher
bed. I really want to go to sleep.
is one of the important moves to a wrestler's arsenal, and some have very iconic. Some aren't very iconic. The wrestlers like the RKO or Stone Cold Stunner. For this Reese's Pieces, I'd like you guys to just imagine the opening of Raw. A higher up comes out and addresses the W Universe and says, they feel like things are going a bit stale around here, so I hereby strip all wrestlers of their finishes, and here in front of me is a bowl full of wrestlers' finishes. And each wrestler must come down and pick a new finisher at random, and that is now their new finisher. As we know, most things in wrestling is all a work and all being predetermined. Here is a list of finishers, and all you guys have to do is decide who you'd like to receive the new finisher. But there's a catch. You can't have the same finisher as before. Thanks for all the great content. Never miss a podcast. Adam Cole, not that one.
Thank you,
Oh, thank you, Adam Cole. Yes.
Baby!
So, fastest thought first.
Excuse me. This is
You all right?
almost like a Russo idea.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is the current WWE roster that we're doing it with?
Yeah.
Okay.
RKO.
Oh, this is difficult now, isn't it? This. I'll say. Bollocks.
Cody Rhodes. He basically does one anyway.
I'll say Ricochet, because you can hit it out nowhere and he's fast. So
And he's
Oh, then I'll say Nathan Fraser. Because he's fast. And yeah, I know.
the rock
You should be knocked out, mate.
the rock bottom.
They call it the EPL. The Rock Bottom.
LA Knight.
Solo.
Yeah,
Sikoa.
go for it. Yeah,
Solo Sikoa.
yeah. Super kick.
What do you do?
I'll say
did you
LA
go for-
Knight. I was
right,
agreeing with that. Yeah.
Super kick. Oh god, there's so many that could do it. Ricochet. Yeah.
Lash Legends got massive legs. That sounded weird. She's a tall lady.
All right, Otis. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Otis. If he can lift 1,000 tons.
With his hips, aye.
Aye. But the hips are connected to the
Leg bone.
F5.
F5. Sanga.
Okay.
Duke Hudson.
Omos.
Omos. Wow.
Like Joe Casey. Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Gunther.
This is a head scratcher, this isn't it? Oh yeah, Gunther after
Gunther.
his comments.
Stick good.
Charlie Dempsey.
Nathan Fraser, because he was a sharpshooter on the football pitch.
Yeah.
I could have made it to the EPL.
Should have stayed there. End of Days.
The most protected of all the finishers.
Wow.
Rhea Ripley.
End of days. End of days. End of days.
Roman Reigns. Because he wouldn't need any more interference. He'll just hit that one move.
Yeah. Xavier
3
Woods.
minutes into a title pay-per-view match.
It sounds like a
okay.
game reference, even though I don't think it is. I played
It's
End of
not,
Days
but I
yesterday.
appreciate
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked Yakuza, End of Days. Choke Slam.
Akira Tozawa.
In like a hurricane sort of way.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I don't know.
Good one, though.
Oh, it's hard, this. Bloody
That's
hell.
Baron Corbin. Because you need
Everyone-
something after the End of Days.
Everyone
if
I'm
you take
thinking of does a form of a chokeslam. You on Corbin? I'll go... Oh, does Raquel do one?
Don't think so.
Okay, Raquel. She did one on Tegan Knox off a ladder through a table once. I remember that.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh, she did in NXT, yeah.
Yeah.
Powerbomb.
These are head scratches,
These
aren't
are.
they? Tall boy. Who's the tall boys?
I'll go Braun Breaker.
Oh, he does. No, I guess.
I'll go come.
Yeah, yeah.
Big old Terry Spunk.
He does
big,
that already?
Big powerbomb.
What
Powerbomb
is
through the table.
No, it's yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Why am I arguing?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Maybe I should change my answer. Give me 5 more minutes to think of someone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's not as fun when you actually have to put
I
thought
know,
on it.
man. God. Why am I delaying it? Joe Gacy, but the idea is he does a powerbomb and holds them up and just cuts a promo to them, and then they give up like on the shoulders. Yeah, that'll work.
Yep.
Spear.
Everyone does a spear.
I know. God.
Otis would be my pick for a spear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I'll say Santos Escobar because I remember his suicide dives being really good in Lucha Underground. So maybe if he just does that, but without the, maybe it means he'll have a good spear.
Angle slam.
Gula. No, sorry, Gable. Does he do one? No, Gable.
Gable. It's the only
Bronson
answer.
Reed.
Oh,
He's big enough to hit it on anybody.
Fair enough.
Swanton bomb.
Otis. No, we said Otis already. I'll go for. They're all the same, aren't these wrestlers?
I'll go.
I'm trying to think of someone who's different.
I'll go Shotzi.
Okay. Yeah.
Tegan Knox.
Whoa.
She's the charismatic enigma of the day
Yeah.
with her hair and whatnot.
Bobby Lashley. Massive. Pedigree.
Pedigree. Corbin.
Seth Rollins, but his actual finisher, not the setup to the finisher.
Not the cheeky.
He's Triple
nod.
H's son.
Zoe Stark, just to get some attention on her. Curb stomp.
Super Dragon.
Eh,
Dragon Lee is the closest dragon to Super Dragon.
yeah, who's got massive feet? Someone's got massive feet. Why is no
Can't
Oh,
one
be like
tall
that.
in WWE anymore? I'm trying to think of the big boys.
They're all tall.
They're not tall, are they? Who's tall? Bronco Nima.
Wow.
He's the
yeah.
tallest boy I can think of.
Who's a wide lad?
Like, there's no tall or wide anymore.
Oh,
is there?
Jinder Mahal. I mean, he's still big, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Claymore.
This is a painful
I
bit of
think,
the
I,
podcast.
think, I think you could make a story of it if Sheamus started doing the Claymore. So I'll go Sheamus.
That's a good answer.
Damn it, yes. And finally, Dirty Deed / Paradigm Shift.
An intriguing question.
Oh, Seth Rollins.
Ah.
Boring answer.
I'll say Dirty Deeds. Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom's Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap.
Yeah. Kevin Owens. For no reason other than I can't think of anything.
You know what makes a great podcast?
Thank you
It's
very much, Adam Cole.
dead air.
No,
I know.
Thank you, Adam Cole.
I know, Adam Cole, you've really whizzle-wazzled us there.
We love Reese's Pieces. Honest. If you don't believe us, then send one to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
I was going to say, can we cool it for a couple of weeks? Because we have the vault.
Yeah,
And the vault is like 7 or 8 deep now because there was no less than 3 or 2, sorry, because we had to change because someone who did the podcast last week didn't clear the mailbag, the inbox, sorry. So I picked one that was used last week. I couldn't believe it. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, we've got
Joel
several.
caught it before we did it, yeah.
He's on the ball.
But we're still going to do normal mailbag questions. Do send those in still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be a pay-per-view weekend, so it's going to be a long one next week.
Whoa.
So we still like you.
We don't need to think of the big question. It's there for us.
Yay. That's coming up right now.
It's Cultaholics.
It's a little cheeky shout out to our lovely producers, Jason Goddard,
He's a god and he's hard. He's so hard. He's rock hard.
Damien
The
Smith,
devil.
He is the devil. Son of Grizzly.
We were less enthusiastic there about...
Grizzly Smith.
Oh,
Why is he getting brought up? Reno
he's the devil.
2200.
He's from the future.
Double digits, baby.
Noah Anderson. And finally, Super Sharkosaurus Photography.
So many hats. He wears so many hats. He's got so many jobs. He's got his finger. He's got his little reptile. What should I say? Velociraptor claws in all the pies. I feel bad for Damien that time. We were less enthusiastic about Damien than we were God.
I was enthusiastic. She's like, son of Grizzly. And I went, oh, God, no.
So he did this one week when you were off. And I think our horrified reaction made him do it again.
Yeah, it worked.
Well, you talk about the devil, the word Smith's involved.
Anyway, moving on.
How many more evil Smiths are there?
Moving on. To
Delia?
There's probably loads. It's a
Where
common
are
name.
you? Moving on to the main event. The big question this week is what is going to be the best match at AEW Full Gear?
My favourite
this
Star
weekend?
Wars character, that. What?
I agree. And the rundown of the matches. MJF and To Be Announced versus the Guns for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship.
Please be Samoa Joe. Please.
It'll be a fun pantomime of a match, but not the best match on the card.
Hikaru Shida versus Tony Timeless Storm. I almost bloody said. Hikaru Shida versus Tony.
It'll be good, but I think it'll be more gimmicky than work ready.
Should Tony win, then I will enjoy the result more than the match itself.
I agree with
I
that.
can't wait for Luther to nail Shida with like a cowabunga.
I think me and Jab both wondering where I was going.
Why is it always the smutty thought first?
Because we're
Doing a
perverse.
shotty bong earlier. And now
With the hand movements and gesture. Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland with Ric Flair.
Why is he with Ric Flair? Why has that team got Ric
He's
Flair
going to
on?
turn on him, and then Matthew will be all right with it. Have you cost
don't
Sting
know,
this match?
Oh, I never even once thought about that.
Versus the Patriarchy.
It'll be fine.
It'll be.
This
it'll be
doesn't belong
silly
on
The
fun.
crowd will love it,
This
and
is-
it'll be all right.
This maybe shouldn't be on the pay-per-view.
Ric Flair shouldn't be on TV. Get that man under house arrest. Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley for the AEW International Championship.
Biscotti.
that could be
Yeah,
the best-
baby.
The best match of the night.
Okay, no sell your rubbish punch. Brr. Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
In a Texas death match.
Death.
Where's the pay-per-view taking place?
Southern California.
Inglewood.
Southern California. Okay, cool. The Golden Jets versus the Young Bucks in a tag team match where if the Golden Jets win, they will get the Young Bucks AEW World Tag Team Championship opportunity. But if the Young Bucks win, the Golden Jets must disband as a team.
There'll be a lot
no.
of melodrama in this one, I feel.
Yes, there will be. And I will struggle to care because it's the Young Bucks and a friend about feud about friends. I can't talk. It's been a long podcast. It'll be good. I think it'll be good, though, because Jericho on pay-per-view always pulls out the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. 3-way match for
Storylines.
AEW TBS.
Yeah, interesting. What's going to happen?
Is are the two evil, one evil and potentially evil lady going to become evil together?
That's literally
That
the
would
question.
make sense,
Big
wouldn't
question.
it? Or
Should we
they'll
make
do
that
what the Outcast did and just do nothing the entire match. Then afterwards, after they lost, then team up.
Should we make that the big question instead? Will the evil lady and the sort of evil lady become evil together?
Yeah.
Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If it fits in 100 characters, I think it should.
And Rhea Ripley's there for no reason. Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus Le Faction Ignorable versus FTR versus Kings of the Black Throne.
Kings of the Black Throne. I'm looking forward to that theme. It's a banger.
That's right. Dong Lord uses it.
I think it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be a lot of moves and a lot of fun.
I don't know which way it's going to go, so therefore I very excite.
I can't wait to see the FTR bust out their shoot wrestling.
By the way, OSW Review were openly calling the House of Black just rubbish. Just
Yeah.
I couldn't believe my ears.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that match that they had at live was great.
No, just the
claimed.
gimmick was rubbish.
Oh, just a gimmick? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just because obviously the rambling promos don't mean much, which I agree with to an extent. But the
Hey,
presentation's
they
cool.
ramble. OSW's
we
gimmick
ramble,
is to
everyone
ramble.
rambles, but I think the presentation's cool.
Yeah.
I think that live, I remember thinking, I was shocked that it got a bit more of a neutral or negative reaction, because I thought for the penultimate match of the night, it was a perfect palate cleanser. Big babyface fun win. Billy Gunn didn't have to retire. Let's get to the main event.
Pew pew.
Yeah.
Which is MJF versus Jay White for the AEW World Title. Maybe
Oh.
featuring the Devil.
So I think they'll have a lovely wrestle, but it's not the match I'm most excited for.
Yeah, we just wait to see how it ends.
That's what, if they do the old, I bring up again, the Battleground 2015 Brock Lesnar mindset, where all people are going to remember is the Undertaker appearing or the Devil appearing at the end. So let's not have as good as matches we might have done without the thing at the end happening. So it depends if that's the way they go with it.
Yeah.
Because if it was just, if there was no Devil hanging over the match, it probably would be the match of the night by some distance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I reckon so. He's a good wrestler, Jay White. Boring bastard, but a very good wrestler.
I think that's very boring. It's just, I'm really good and I talk really good about how good I am. In a company that's filled with lads like that, it's like, okay.
That's every wrestler, though, isn't it? FTL, like, oh, well,
No,
really
but I
good.
mean, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But like to be at the main event level, I should say. Then.
Yeah.
The Samoa Joes, the Eddie Kingstons, to name but two that I like. So stop right there to prove my point, I guess.
So what match do you think will be the best match?
Best match.
You know, I'll go for MJF Jay White, even though I think, if the Devil does get revealed, obviously that's all people remember, so maybe they will pull it back a little bit.
It's a good one. Go on.
Like a foreskin.
Like
Thank
a
you,
foreskin,
pulled for the
very first time.
Ooh, it
Ooh, it's
smells.
a bit tight.
Oh, God.
What the?
Hangman losing a swerve again.
Me and my mate were playing doubles in pool once, and he made me laugh so much because we'd gone behind and then we were pulling it back, and he went, "We're pulling it back like a foreskin," and that's where I've got that from. Not from the Madonna song. Which one? Sorry.
Hangman losing the swerve again.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
do you reckon he's going to lose?
Look, again, momentum's such an important thing for wrestlers. Swerve's got loads. I would argue he has even more than bloody Jay White at this point.
Yeah.
So if he loses to Hangman, I'm going to be like, what the F?
But I think
I'm
he
not going
will.
to swear 'cause it's a podcast. I'll wait for that afterwards.
If I had to. But that segment, like, Hangman really was dominant on the Go Home Dynamite, which makes me. Yeah, maybe he will win.
Maybe it's going to be like
he'll
how he's
in
driving
the
and they're going to swerve you.
Yeah, maybe. I was for me it was between that match and the Moxley Orange Cassidy one. Just to be different, I'll go with that one. And also, I think stipulation matches, it can often enhance the match, or they can be too ambitious and they can go too far with silly setups to spots and stuff. So just to be safe, I'll go for the normal singles match, Orange versus John.
That makes you think. Yeah, he hung Moxley with barbed wire, right?
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
And Moxley didn't go anywhere near his house. What's he going to do with Swerve Strickland?
That's true.
We could actually see a death on the pay-per-view.
Although you could argue that Moxley did take food off his wife's table by injuring him.
Yeah.
And his
The
kids'
tables are
tables
important,
and,
yeah.
Our wife's
All the table.
This is the little thing. Cramming around. Should we also say who we think the Devil's going to be, or do we all think
Yeah.
I'll go Jungle Boy.
I'll go Jungle Boy.
Rhea Ripley for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And then Adam Cole.
Okay. And Joel also thought Adam Cole, so it's 2-2.
Desmond! Let us know who you think it is down below.
In those cheeky comments, guys.
That's the end of the podcast, isn't it?
That's it.
Oh, it is. God, we're end on Desmond 2-2. Bloody hell. Wow, what a lovely podcast we've had. What have we got for us until next week, Jack?
Right. Shocking and horrible news on the Twitch front.
What's happened?
The saves finally ended. The Cultaholic FC. The Faves are dead. We were going to get relegated, and Owen's like, the new game's out, let's just start a new thing. And I was like,
What?
I know. And we were in a 6-pointer with Norwich. We were in 18th, they were in 17th. I was like, no, if we beat Norwich, let's carry this on.
Yeah.
And they beat us 4-1.
Okay.
And we were 4-0 down, and £5 Ken was injured, but we kept him on up front because he's the only original left, and he scored the consolation goal. And his little character walked slowly into the goal to pick the ball up and just raised his arms. And I was like, what an image. Owen said it was like Platoon. Just like there, like, no. So the Fabes are dead now. So we're going to have to see what we do next week. I think we're going to do like a special legacy awards ceremony where we honor all the players of the past and everything. From people like HMS Shipley to T to Lamine Jognet to...
to name but a few.
And also the latest Weirdest Episodes has been shot. I think Luke's editing it as we speak. Don't know when it's going up though. And Tom told me earlier today that the matches of the month for last month is going up on Sunday. But me and Tom have both been quite busy, so it's taken a little while. So yeah, on the audio feed.
Amazing. Ross, what have you got for us?
Yeah, check back to the channel for all the normal pay-per-view content this weekend. You all know what it is by now. We don't need to say it. And yeah, I was off in Germany last week, so I've not had too much time to do anything else this week.
Wonderful.
Yeah, just been podcast prep and pictures writings. Watch those on the channel right
There'll
now.
be more pictures next week for Survivor Series as well.
There'll be a new Botch Mania out by the time you see this. Woo. Or it'll be down. Woo. But for your questions and thoughts, please go to mailbag at cultaholic.com or go to patreon.com/cultaholic for the Hall of Fame. This has been Jack. This has been Ross. This has been Puppet Jack. This has been the lovely Joel. You have been amazing. Now I'm going to point to the screen and say goodbye to you all. On the count of 3, what should we yell?
Come Tuesday's favourite catchphrase. Sausage.
Fantastic. 1, 2, 3.
Sausage.
Now aubergine.
It's asparagus. He hates asparagus.
Oh, whatever. No one's watching this point.
Bloody loves his aubergine.